Smaller dude.
Yeah, smaller dudes. The one that got his bike fucked up.
Yeah, they fuck with Charles. They hang out with Charles a lot.
And the flame.
Don't say anything wrong enough because we're recording now. Keep all that wrong shit to yourself.
I don't know. Man, look at this.
What does that mean? What makes it wrong?
Dragon's like, why do we gotta start now? Come on, guys, let me get set up.
It's all good.
You ride all the way over here?
Bottle.
No.
Oh.
Bro,
Tell you what, riding
we rolling?
Smells very organic
on?
in here.
Are we live right now?
We're live?
How awesome was it that we skipped the actual polar weather here in the South for the most part?
Fuck you guys. I was frozen.
I mean, it was cold when we. There it goes. Nah, yeah. 1 week later, we would have been fucked, right? We would have really been polar riding it.
Or we'd had to eat our words.
Yeah. So sorry to the northern guys that
Yeah.
we weren't as cold as they were.
What do they say? The actual wind
Everybody's
chill.
like mad because like
Someone's-
we called it or y'all called it a polar ride and it's like, all right, well, it's 60 degrees, man.
Hey,
Yeah, 60
Lucky
degrees
to
with
y'all. I
y'all, man. We
should've been
rolled
on
back
black.
in at barely 30 degrees.
yeah, it was 30 degrees when I pulled in
That's
my
called a
driveway.
wind chill of 8, in case y'all don't know.
We're a little further north than you guys, so it's a little colder.
Do y'all get snow a lot in Little Rock?
We get a lot of ice. More ice than we might snow 2 or 3 times a year.
I mean, there's Christmas movies with snow. We watch those on Netflix.
Northwest Arkansas gets a lot of snow. Up the Fayetteville area,
Yeah.
they get a lot of snow. But where we're at in Little Rock, more ice than anything.
Yeah. So, I mean, having you guys, Tony hadn't been on in quite a while. The last time he was on was like early days of the podcast.
Yeah.
I remember, well,
When you're
you fell
touring-
asleep.
Yeah.
Sounds
Me
about
and
right.
Mark just finished the podcast for you. He's like,
I was
I'm
trying
going
to
to bed.
I was trying to explain to you why FXRs are women's bikes, and
And then me and Mark are like,
Now he's got one.
You don't
now
say
he
that.
has one.
you don't say that.
it's definitely a chick's bike, though.
But so you guys got inspired. I mean, you've been riding a lot this year, and I know why. Like the stunt shows have been canceled everywhere.
Yeah.
So you've had like an open schedule for
Yeah,
most
I
of the
had
year.
I had 4 shows when normally I do about 36 cities. So, yep, pretty much canceled.
So yeah, that makes a big difference in like your availability, and I think that it's pretty apparent that with your riding to like the down south camp out and the events that we've done, and then your anniversary, it's like it's shown that it's actually started to build a scene there because you're kind of like that glue.
More interactive as far as that goes, and then
Yeah, because
of
my
course,
machines don't do shit.
Nah. He posts on Instagram fairly okay.
Yeah.
He's getting
Probably
better
already
at it.
asleep right now.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I've seen
Definitely.
all of his dance
Bedtime.
moves. I'm done with him. He does the hat thing every
hat
time. He's doing.
It's like one finger on each side. Like I don't know what he's doing.
It's like,
he's
what,
like,
do you think you're genuine or something?
nah. He's just afraid he's gonna get his fingerprints on his bill. I don't know what it is. It's weird.
It's weird. It's like so. Like, is it Michael Jackson or some shit?
I don't know who does the hat.
Dude. Is it? I wonder
Justin
if-
does the hat.
I wonder if he's gonna be like self-conscious next time we go to party somewhere. He's gonna be like,
Nope.
He's gonna start doing the hat thing. We're gonna point. He's like,
He's like, oh.
he's
He'll
like,
do
I
it
guess.
more.
He just like does the whole Ricky Bobby with his hands up and shit.
Just give him some glow
don't know what
sticks or
to do with
something.
my
Keep his
hands.
hands occupied. But no, the scene's. I don't know.
Stop talking about Arkansas, man. That's not nice.
It is what it is.
Well, you know,
We're better in everything, pretty much.
except for putting. Well,
Yeah, be
Well,
careful.
the ride, you know, we can skip around in this thing. The event was fun. It was a good lead up. I think between you and like Jaden here and
Talking
some other
smack
people,
and
all the shit talking and
Yeah.
all the memes that kind of immediately started after the day it was announced was actually entertaining.
you would have thought it was Russia with all the memes, but it wasn't. it was Jaden.
Fucking bots everywhere. But it got fun. I was honestly, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to go up until like the last 2 weeks before then, because I just felt like I had so much shit going on, and I was like, sounds kind of dumb.
And you wanted to see what the weather was going to
Well,
be.
you and Justin were the same. You're both the women of the group. So
Yeah. I mean, when I dance, I don't even know
don't
what I
dance.
do.
Just,
I just sit in the back, just fucking.
All I do is this.
But no, it ended up being. I mean, I know no matter what, if I'm gonna back out on something, I know that eventually I'm gonna get that FOMO and want to go because all the homies are going. So to me, it's like I don't really want to go, but I'm like I know I'm gonna want to go. It's just I'm waiting for it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you're having a child. If you have some, then you're like you don't really, yeah, I guess I'm having a baby. That's cool, but nothing feels different. And then like when it starts to get closer and shit, like all the excitement starts to
Oh,
come
yeah.
and stuff. That's a weird analogy.
I mean, it happens all the way up till I have my daughter. I was whatever, and then the moment she's there and you're touching her for the first time,
Time
it's
to
like,
go.
whoa,
Time to
this is
go.
real. All right, here it
Time to go.
goes. Life
But yeah,
change.
I mean, we ended up having a decent weather situation.
Could've
We
been
got
worse.
rained on. Y'all
We
got
got
rained
rain-
on.
yeah,
a
we
little
got
bit,
rained
too.
Nothing bad.
Wasn't unbearable, but overall it was fun. We just need to pick a better town to go to next time.
Dude,
That
man.
town
See, I'm
sucks.
not that way. I liked it.
We talked about it on the way. He's like, I like Shreveport.
Don't
And
get
I
me
was like,
don't get me wrong. Shreveport was a shit show.
Yeah,
But aside from what you guys had to deal with trying to get food real late, they had places that were accommodating. We don't care what's going on there. It's really about us. So
Yeah.
we are what it is. You know,
well, that restaurant that we all met at, what was it called? Superior Bar and Grill?
Superior
Grill.
Bar and Grill.
They
Mexican restaurant.
they was on point.
Man.
They were on point.
As
Yeah.
soon as we pulled up, they said, yeah, we'll get you some tables. And I think we were in there within
Well, I walked
5
in.
to 10 minutes.
yeah.
I said, "Hey, has anybody gotten with you about the party?" And they're like, "Oh, the motorcycles." And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "No." And she's like, "How many you got?" And I was like, "I think around 80." And she was like, "All right." And I was expecting her to say, "No, probably be like 6 hours or something." No,
Yeah.
we were in within 20 minutes.
Because that parking lot was actually pretty full, too, with
Yeah,
cars. I mean,
Yeah,
they were packed.
it was pretty packed, and people were steadily going in there. And I was like, "Man, this is gonna be rough." But it's pretty amazing how well they got our food to us, how well they did with the checks,
Yeah.
everything.
It was a good time. That part was fun.
Margaritas were good, nice and strong.
Yeah,
That was credit to Jacob San Roman. That was his last minute suggestion.
Yeah,
Where was
yeah.
where was the first lunch at?
It was some Creole Mexican food.
But it was still a
restaurant.
Mexican,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but I was getting messages from other people that knew we were going there and messaged me and was like, "Hey, watch out for the margaritas. They're strong."
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
like,
Cody
"Obviously,
said that
you
too,
took
because
the-"
Cody's been there a few times.
Yeah. Cody's like a
All those
drink.
East Texas guys, they go there to gamble, and he's like, "Oh, the margaritas are." So that's why we all ordered margaritas, was off his reference.
They were gross to me. They were strong, but
They
they
were
were,
strong,
just too
yeah.
much. Like
yeah.
not enough flavor. You know, I don't know. I guess
I think it was all about the strong. Everybody was just watch out with how
Yeah,
strong they
it's
were,
like,
kind
man,
of deal. Which I don't drink
I'm trying to
margaritas.
do this for the next 14 hours, dude.
At least.
I only had one. I was talking and just catching up with people the whole
Yeah.
time. I barely ate.
I barely had nachos, and then like, I don't know how many people. Yes, it's hard to talk about this night because there's so many different scenes that took place.
Well, I mean, I feel like we should start. It's almost like you should start from
How it
I
started?
think we're already getting kind of too far
yeah,
into
yeah.
the trip.
How did it come about?
So
Yeah.
originally, if I remember correctly, and I have slept since then, is after the down south, I was still kind of excited and wanted to do something because I knew not a lot was going on back home during the winter, and I was like, I want to do something. And I wasn't necessarily trying to get everybody together from out of state. I was just like, hey. I talked to Justin, my machinist, and I was like, "Hey, what do you think about doing like a winter ride up north for like a night and just sleep by our bikes or something and freeze our asses off and come home?" And he goes like, "Fuck that, I'm not into that." He's like, I was like, "All right." So I didn't think too much about it, and then it was like a couple of days later, we're at the bar, and I was talking to Scott and Steve about it, and they were like, "Da da da da," and then we go into FaceTiming you, and you didn't answer the phone for the first couple of times.
had
So
a
we
FaceTime,
kept
I
doing
think-
it,
I
like
think 2 or
FaceTime
3
again.
times. But yeah, he said, "Man, I had this idea to
I
do
have your
like
number
a,
saved.
Yeah, it was. He said I had this idea to do like a winter ride. I was like, man, that'd be awesome because I'm still amped up. Like Sturgis was my first like super big ride, and doing that, meeting all you guys, like it just got me rolling. And then
Yeah.
I came down here with Craig when we did the podcast for the Down South. Did that long distance ride. Me and the wife, we took another ride out to Oklahoma. Did the ride to the Down South. So I'm still like on the ball, and just want to put more miles before the end of the year. And he said that, and I was like, man, let's do it. And then we got you on FaceTime.
Which we were drunk.
We had a couple beers and got you on the FaceTime. And you're just like, what the hell are you guys talking about? So I get Justin on FaceTime, and then we're letting you two talk to each other through our phones. And we came up with this. It's early December. And
Yeah, at least early December, if not late November. It was at least early December.
it was early December. Because
Yeah.
It had to be early December because
Down
I felt
south
like
was
it was
in
already
November.
past the hood ride.
Yeah, I
which
mean,
was,
it was after the hood ride
yeah.
because
Yeah.
we were pissed off that we couldn't make the hood ride. A few of
And then the
us.
way we came up with the date was, making sure that
would be
you
cold.
and your guys could
Yeah, because
facilitate this and make it
Cody's
work.
off.
So it's your and Cody's fault when it was. So if you didn't show up, it would have been kind of a dick
Well,
move.
think about it. Like, aren't you glad Cody has to work this coming up weekend? Because then the polar ride could have been this coming up weekend.
Could have been a polar ride according to the
Yeah.
North.
And then everyone on Facebook would have been happy. They would have been fucking clapping their hands and be like,
Fake
yeah.
news.
Big news.
That'd have fallen on Valentine's Day weekend, though. I think
Yeah,
it
that-
would've cut
yeah.
into the attendance.
And then we didn't want to get too far into February because then we knew it wouldn't be cold and then more people would get on board. So the biggest objective to this ride was to commit early despite what the weather was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been 80 degrees.
It could have been anything.
Never
That's
know.
That's the gamble, though. That's what's
That
fun
was the
about it.
gamble.
And it
Go to
truly was a
gambling town
gamble
with a
because
gamble.
right now it's fucking brutal.
Oh,
I mean, it's getting
it's about
cold.
the
It's supposed to
snow
be
and
like
ice and-
17 degrees back home this weekend.
Yeah, it was never a dick measuring event. Other
Shit.
than
Calling
other
it the Polar Ride was
other
just
than,
like a
unless the
catchy
weather
name.
was really bad and then you had to show up to it. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it
were
was,
getting what
it
you
was
were
either
getting,
or. It didn't
but
matter what was
yeah,
going to
it was a
happen. If it was
commitment
raining and
It was
cold.
100% commitment. And
Yeah.
I think too many people now have gotten bent out of shape with the name of the ride because of the temperature.
Yeah, they can go suck a
But
dick.
it is what it is. We all still committed. We booked our rooms.
homeless
We
dick.
showed up. I think there was 80 something bikes total. I know you guys had 58 when you left the.
There was over 80
gas stop.
total.
We had 12, and then I think Houston brought another. Per capita, we still won. We did the math.
Wait,
we
wait,
have
wait.
the math.
Wait.
There
Pull
was
this
two
up.
dudes from
Fuck
Shreveport,
is
though.
per capita.
And 2 dudes from Shreveport.
Yeah.
Which actually came in handy because they helped some of our
Percentage
bikes work.
wise, for how many people that live in the state of Texas for Arkansas, for every one of our guys, y'all should have.
Fucking
Yeah, but it's
AOC.
true.
sounds
It's,
some-
it's true.
yeah,
it's
some
true.
electoral
For every,
college
for
bullshit
every
right here.
one Arkansan, there should have been 90 Texans.
I'm disputing this already.
Yeah, do the math.
Impeach me.
Believe me, my phone.
You guys
asked
have
Siri, she
2.5
said
times more people in Dallas than our entire state.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you do the radius from like the tip top of your state to Shreveport, then you're talking about like fucking Weatherford.
So, and
as far as distance and what people are gonna have to do, they're like, I mean, the dudes that came down from Austin and San Antonio really rode.
Yeah,
other than your buddy from
Houston.
Georgia,
Yeah, be careful, Team
San
Arkansas.
Antonio's further.
Dude,
And also, DFW is the core of the performance scene.
Yeah, we're
is
we're-
it is
yeah.
it is it the,
The
core?
core?
Yeah,
the
it's
core.
shots
So
fired.
that's where it's the hottest. That's where it's. Is it melting there? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
And also another reason a lot of people were hating on the destination, but if we had playing somewhere more north, I mean, it's 360 miles from our doorstep to here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where it was.
That would have fucked
Yeah,
you guys.
was- buddies
it was a
getting
good
together.
spot. Like in hindsight, it was a
was a
a
good
perfect
meet.
place to meet because there's absolutely no other reason why I would want to go there. Like,
Ever again.
You want to go there this
Ever.
weekend?
Again.
Ooh, Valentine's Day. Take your old lady.
yeah, okay.
Take her to the
her to-
Waffle
take her
House.
to-
Take it to
Waffle House.
WinStar
Take
where
her to
there's
Waffle
actually things going on. It's like the casino's not a fucking like the casino looked like a check cashing place. It was
That was the smallest. So,
Never seen a
in
building so big.
defense
the
of
smallest
Samstown,
casino.
I've gone to Samstown. I gambled at the one in Tunica, and it's like multi-levels.
dude.
That one looked like a fucking, a 7-Eleven that had
Dude,
some...
the hotel is like fucking 40 or 50 stories.
They had
And-
like 600 rooms or something. Retired.
Yeah, and then like you go to the actual casino.
They had like 10 slots and 3 tables.
I was like, how is it like? Is this like blocked off, or is there a bigger room?
well, they had an upstairs and downstairs, but that was still just basic slots.
I think the upstairs only had like a Texas Hold'em table and maybe a couple more slots. That was literally all it was upstairs.
Everybody was socially distancing, huh?
Yeah.
It was not like I said. The actual spot wasn't a bad deal. We started getting a lot of slack because us dudes in Dallas went to East Texas first. But the reason we did that was because of all these events. Like,
But it also made for fun memes.
it did. We gave y'all something to talk about because in the end, like y'all were the butt of the jokes.
And just to capitalize on that, we did touch 3 states. We purposely went out of our way just to touch the tip of Texas and cut across.
Well, good thing you had
That's
to
true.
come touch a good state to get your feet
per
wet.
capita,
Multi
felonies.
states, felonies.
dude, it all went down.
We got it all.
Except for Waffle House, did not go down.
Yeah.
Hey, man, y'all showed at the party. Little brother can party with me anytime now. Y'all are welcome wherever I go.
But no, that was so we went to East Texas first, and those guys in East Texas are. I think the mic's not plugged in all the way. Can you? That's weird. Maybe you just talk so loud. But no, so we needed to go there because we've been trying to plan our big trip that we do every year, like us core guys here.
That picture behind you.
That picture behind you. We try to do that.
This one right here?
Yeah, the core.
There better not be one more person than what's in that picture.
Yeah.
Let me look.
You said those guys.
Yeah. So anyway, we needed to plan this trip, and what we do is we sit down. We usually will do it here or like at a conference room, like at his house or something. And we like, okay, let's go here. We look at a route. We look at all the shit. We try to figure out what we want to do. What's the dates? Try to accommodate for everybody's schedule, their vacations and shit. And I knew it was going to be a shit show going to Jacobs because Jacobs got his people out there. And then there's guys with us that aren't going. And everybody started drinking at the stop before we got to his house. So, we didn't really we got things accomplished, but not enough to really nail everything down. But we had to do that because we were running out of time because we're doing this in June. So after this weekend, like we got 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months to plan all this shit, get all our money right, to be gone for 2 weeks, pay for Airbnbs and all that other shit. So, but it made for an easy ride the next day.
Nah, I mean it is what it is. So it just makes it fun to talk shit.
How do you? So this is one of my biggest problems. I have a hard time. Not like say when me and you went to Sturgis, right? I was like, fuck, dude, I'm ready to go now. And he's like, dude, I can go now. So we left a day before. It's like I have when it's like leading up to an event, like I want to leave. Like
excited,
so
yeah.
that day before, I'm like, dude, I just need to get out of here.
Well, that's how. So this Sturgis trip was like that. We were supposed to leave. You can ask Justin. We were supposed to leave Friday morning and then try to arrive in Sturgis like Saturday afternoon or something like that. And it was Thursday, and him and I were texting early that morning. We said, "You ready to leave right now? Like, let's leave right now." And my wife's like, she was riding her bike, and we had one other guy riding with us, and 3 of us were like, "Fuck it, let's go." And it was the other guy that was like dragging his feet. But we ended up leaving, I think, 4 o'clock the night before we were even supposed to leave because we were just anxious to get up there. It's like,
yeah.
let's just fucking go. Let's do
And
it.
plus, it's like
I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to get no
Yeah.
sleep the night before.
You're not.
So
It's impossible. You either have to do drugs or lots of alcohol to go to sleep.
Thanks
Or
for leaving.
both.
Thanks for leaving me.
I get
you were.
I wanted to go.
He got.
I get
bike
that
wreck or
last
something.
minute
What was that
packing.
one?
Oh, yeah, I did.
where I just
Yeah.
can't go to sleep. There's
Yeah.
a lot of nights where I don't go to sleep before, especially if we're leaving early, just because I'm all jacked up on and
Well,
excited.
same thing with this trip. This trip is the same thing. My cousin Boss drove in all the way from Georgia. They got here, and I was already ready to hit the road if he
I
was
didn't know
ready.
he was your cousin.
Yeah.
That's
well,
cool.
his wife is my cousin
Oh, now
technically,
the truth
Oh,
comes
right on.
out.
but I call him
Right
my
here.
cousin.
There you go.
This
It is what it
live.
is.
Everybody's your
Everybody
cousin.
knows.
Everyone's
now.
my cousin. Justin says that all the
I've
time.
got one of those.
Yeah, Justin's saying that all the time. I was always talking about my cousin, because in Sturgis I was supposed to have another cousin meet us, but he didn't show up, and we ended up going.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah,
Daryl, my other cousin Daryl.
this is my cousin Daryl.
Tell you what.
No, brother. That was my brother
Yeah.
Daryl. It's my other cousin brother.
Nah, Boz. I mean, I thought he was going to trailer in or drive.
That's what
whatever
I thought. I thought he was
doing, and
trailing
then when
in.
he showed up, and then
I
he
think
was
he
coming
just
by the
texted
shop. We were going to build his front suspension for him, and he shows up, and I'm like looking at the pictures of him, and I'm like, where's his front suspension at? Because he just had like basic bags on his bike. I'm like, where the hell is he tucking away this? And I guess with the Fox suspension, you can tuck it in the damn.
Yeah,
bag
it's not as-
somehow.
Press it.
Well, no, it's multi-pieces.
Yeah,
so
it's
like
like-
the
Yeah.
Legends is a full
full
drop-in cartridge.
or the Owens cartridge kit, or but it wasn't like that. And then he brought
Oh,
it,
man.
and luckily we worked on his bike because his rear suspension was made for like somebody that's like 160 pounds,
Yeah.
and Bob's
But,
not a little
but Boss
guy.
literally, he was supposed to leave. So Georgia is a different time zone. So you already you gain
Gaining
an
an
hour
hour,
come over.
yeah.
But man, he didn't get on the road till like 11. It took him 12 hours to get to my house. He got there at like 10 o'clock at night. Got
Through the
soaking
rain.
fucking rain through from Tupelo almost all the way into Memphis in 30-degree weather. He showed up, fogged out Memphis or Simpson
Yeah.
helmet. Couldn't see shit. I don't know how you guys ride with those things, but it
We
is
have
what it
balls.
is.
They got to take the shit
Our
off.
balls lead the way.
But man, he showed up to my driveway, pulled in, and just sitting there. All right, I'm done with this bike. He said 10 more feet. I'm just gonna drop this thing and let it be. So, but yeah, next morning woke up, went to his shop, got his bike worked on, and then I think he did 1,700 miles total. And now I
So
think it got hotter.
did y'all do
killer,
that
dude. That's
the
killer.
day
That's what it's
of the
about.
hood? Of
No,
the-
we did that on Friday.
Oh, on Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
So Friday
yeah.
he came in Thursday night, and then Friday we went to his shop. We rode around because his shop's about 45 miles from my house. So him and I
Damn.
did about 100 and something miles that day just riding around. Yeah, he did 1,700 miles total in 3 or 4 days, I guess.
That's cool. That's what it's all about, man.
But just showing up. But he's one of those guys that literally came to Sturgis, met you guys with ape hangers, neighbor haters, lowered, big old Mustang seat, like all the comfy stuff. And now his bike is probably one
He's
of the
in.
toughest looking.
He's in.
He was Hell Yeah Brother Stage 3.
Almost.
It's a true.
I'm gonna start staging these motherfuckers.
yeah,
He's got
definitely.
that
Yeah, but how
stage
high
one
these
Hell
stages
Yeah
gonna
Brother
go?
kit going on.
I want to see the graphics and the breakdowns for the stages. I want to see it.
I'm gonna make one. It's gonna
do
be
it.
it's gonna be a chart we're gonna hang in
Sax,
here.
can you get this going?
Zach's, write that down.
But yeah, he came to the campground. So they were staying. He was staying at the Chip. He rented a cabin at the Chip. So when he came to our campground, because I stayed with you guys at the Days Inn, and he was walking around looking at y'all's bikes. Literally that week, he was back home.
Got the bug.
Dude, he ordered everything. I mean,
We're like herpes, man. You just can't
dude,
fucking
everything.
Can't
So
shake us.
then our other hell yeah brother, Steve, the one that sees
Steve.
Budweiser
I always
sees.
call you Steve and Scott mixed up.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Can I just call you Scott?
I am Scott.
This is Wheelo.
Okay, so you are Scott.
Yes, I'm the Scott.
Shout out to Steve. If you booked a room with that discounted code, saved a few bucks, give Steve a shout out.
Yeah, Steve-
'Cause he's
Steve was
guy-
the other one with us
He
that
did all the
FaceTimed
legwork
you.
with them, talking back and forth with the actual
It
casino.
took him way too
that
long to get
contract.
that going, by the way.
That worked out.
Next time, Steve, come on, a little quicker.
But he was another hell yeah brother, drop bags, fucking 8-hanger 47s, and now he's T-barred and lifting
Yeah.
shots.
He was like hella wide, 8
Factory 47s. I think
Yeah.
those are
What about
wider than
Ryan?
they're taller.
Ryan's switching too, huh? Soon.
Yeah.
Man,
Ryan's,
Ryan-
Ryan's not only switching bars. He
He
just did
was
those bags
pissed.
and everything. He's doing different bags. He's
Yeah, it's
dropped
like
eight.
Ryan came out to the fucking down south camp out. Full,
And
he
he
was
listens
Hell Yeah
to
Brother
the- he
stage
listens to
4.
this, by
I
the
know,
way,
and
because he heard the radio
This
comment.
is
it might have been a stage 5.
it was probably stage 5.
Yeah.
because he was blaring. his
No, we
music
didn't
and
have a
everything.
get back whip though. Stage 4.
We needed to find the stages.
Yeah, it was a little hell yeah brother mix with some big Will Bagger dude.
Yeah,
And,
but I mean, he can't. No matter what his bike was set up, overall, the motherfucker rode it with us and partied with us. And
Yep.
at the end of the day,
whole
that's all I care about. But to hang out with us, you got to be able to take a joke, and he definitely can. Or at least he can from one on the podcast because he can't say anything back.
You ain't got a choice.
No, he listened to the podcast.
Yeah, he does.
Bought a Lexan, bought a Simpson helmet.
Yeah,
He's like, I need to turn
like
the
a
stereo
Roman.
off. I need to put this Lexan in my ear.
So am I more influential to him than you, bro? He got a Simpson instead of a fucking Bell,
No,
son.
Tony's smart though. Tony fully
yeah,
talked
he
him into
fucking hates
modding
that
his
Simpson
bike.
now. I'm telling you, after that ride, the polar ride, everybody that has a Simpson
Edit
back
that.
home is
So they
fucking
just
trading.
cut that out. Cut that out.
Cut that out.
Is it just the pin lock? Just the
No, it's the
fogging?
fog.
If you,
and
if you
everybody-
put a
Well, I don't
pin
have a
lock
pin
in
lock
there,
in mine.
then the
That's
pin
the only
lock
reason
solves
mine's
that.
It's called the helmet.
My Bell, I don't need no pin lock. I have not had a fog.
I wish
issue
everybody
with
would
it.
just say the truth. Like Simpson doesn't pay people to ride with their helmets, and that's why everybody in the industry that gets paid to ride with their helmet. How much do you get paid? What kind of check is that? It's a fat one, huh?
paid for my Bell, and
I just get
still
a couple
praising
sips
it.
of
But
moonshine
I've
a
ne-
couple times a year from Scott.
In my defense, I've never worn a Simpson. And
When's
I will be serious though. When Steve got his, he's got the Ghost Band at the same camo, and I picked it up, and I was expecting it to be way heavier. I was impressed with how
Oh, it's
light it is. Yeah, I was
because
super impressed with how
if
light
you're
it was.
traveling on a bike, you don't want to put a bowling ball in your fucking
Well, that's
head.
why I'm wearing that Eliminator. I feel
And
like
they're
it's
throwing-
super
Pick up that Race Star, dude,
Well,
and
they're
then pick
th-
up the
Race Star, yeah. No,
well,
I
that's a
already know.
throwaway helmet, so I mean, they had to be light. Those little snapshot cameras, super light.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever held a Canon? Dude, you got weight to them.
You got balls, huh?
Yeah, but going back to Ryan, Ryan was trying to get Tony to put a 128 in his bike before this trip.
Just to go on the trip. Yeah, he was like, "Can you get it done by the weekend?" I was like,
He was pissed that my little 114 was walking everybody in the group.
Well, we all know who fucking walks everybody in the group, so
I'm just saying.
"Saxon."
Larry.
that guy over there, that guy over there.
I beat him in a race on the way home from bike night the other night. He didn't tell you.
Stoplight to stoplight.
If we could put Saxon in our motors, we'd be doing good.
Yeah, exactly. What he lacks in weight on his body, I try to make up.
Well, that's
for
what
in
Ryan was
horsepower.
saying. Ryan's like, man, your bike runs good, but you are like 100 pounds lighter than me. I was like, and the bike's like 300 pounds lighter than yours, so it's like 400
Yeah, between
pounds
the
total.
bags and stereos and everything.
I mean, he's still got like 17
there's a lot of weight
6x9s
there.
on that thing, and
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, like I was saying, though, with Ryan's bike and with everybody, it's really not that their bikes aren't good. It's like his bike is nice. Like Ryan's
Yeah, it's
bike
real
was
nice
really nice.
Oh yeah.
The point is like to me, it's all about just riding and doing the shit that we're doing,
Just showing up
or at
and
least
being a
showing
part
us
of
some
it.
cooler shit like what we're doing.
Yep.
Well, Ryan's deal was he had a Dyna that we set up for him. And when he got rid of that, he got the bagger and he was wanting to do some stuff to it. And I was like, hey, what kind of performance stuff? And he's like, man, I'm going to get away from that this time. I just want to cruise around.
well,
One
and he's got another buddy though.
Yeah,
that
and some other
influenced him
buddies
in
are kind
everything
of
that he bought.
Some buddies are into that. So, and then the first ride he does with us, he's like, "Fuck that! I'm fucking changing it." I'm like, "There you go. You just spent all that money making that thing that way. Now he wants it to be a convertible where you can put on the different stuff and take it off and put it all back on again."
Yeah, it's
But he's down. He shows
called
up.
two bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's take a page.
Well,
out of
he did
Mark
say he
Collier's
wanted a Dyna
playbook.
again.
Just
I was
get
like,
two
there you
bikes.
go.
You need to leave those diners for the fucking
For the
less
real men.
fortunate.
For the
Oh,
real
people
men.
listening.
Get a Softail or some shit, man. Like it'd be a better. I don't know, but like I said, that's one of the things. I mean, I'm very vocal with it, and I talk a lot of shit, but I naturally talk shit. That's part of my personality, and it's not so much that I hate ape hangers with a passion, unless they're trying to identify as a performance bagger. Then it's like it's triggering me right there. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like at the end of the day, like I don't give a shit. You know, if anybody in my group completely goes the other direction, as long as they ride and they hang out and they party and they're good people.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's what. I mean, Big Will Cody's a prime example. That dude showed up to our first camp out, pushed that big ass fucking 30-inch wheel around the Talamina, and then outdrank us at the fucking campsite. I have nothing. He won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, ultimately the bikes are just a means to an end.
Yeah.
It's just a means to get there. You know, depending on how you set it up, whatever you can always try to be the belle of the ball or just be the guy that shows up. But
Well, it's a means to get there, but like he's saying, once you try to push your bike
When
into
you're
a
around
category,
people that you like if we hang out together and we all have different types of bikes, eventually one bike's going to be like the most influenceable bike in the group, and we're all going to probably lean towards that type of bike. You know what I mean? And that's just the same thing. It's like if everybody's running T-bars and 2-in-1s and, you know, Lucky Daves and Simpsons and Bells, like eventually everybody's going to go that route. You know, it's like all your other, the people you had to recruit to fluff your numbers for the, they didn't even wear helmets.
yeah, we
They
did
didn't-
have to stop at the state line to put some helmets on, and
Instead of
those
just
helmets weren't
wearing
even
the-
DOT
it was
helmets.
fucking
Dude,
Y'all
that
raided
shit-
the local
that
hog
shit
ride.
blew my mind when I'm looking over next to
It's
him. and he's got a
raining.
bandana on, and it's raining. It's freezing cold. I don't care where you're from. 30 degrees at 100 miles an hour is fucking cold.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of the 100 miles an hour, it's funny that we stayed at that speed and all the
He's
ones
done
with cruise
toy-
control were
he's done
bitching.
toy rides with
My cruise
us.
control don't work at 100. Well,
honestly, I don't
I
have
ain't got
cruise
fuck,
control.
yeah, I ain't
I
got
don't know what
fucking
that
cruise
is.
control
I'm a
either.
man.
So
I twist and
suck
grip.
it up. Just ride.
Fucking
Cruise controller.
Fucking cruise control.
Jason.
89, man, 89 miles an hour. Keep that wrist going. But no, that's the funny thing about it, man. Is like I see him here. Well, I'll be down here in Waxahachie. It'll be fucking tomorrow. I guarantee you, it'll be ice outside. Some fucking nerd riding his fucking wide glide down the street with no helmet on and a leather coat and like a scarf around his neck. Like,
But-
what the fuck is that doing?
But they got pants and boots and everything
Yeah.
else, and they want
You'll
to clown
put-
you if you're in
you'll
shorts.
Put chaps on.
Yeah.
You'll wear chaps. That shit is gay. You know there's new technology now, right? It's
Yeah,
like
but what I'm saying is
there's
those are the guys
whole
that come summertime, if you're caught in shorts or tennis shoes, you know, you got some low top
Oh,
bands
yeah.
on, and they're like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
ride in those?
Yeah.
I also have a fucking helmet on, so I'm probably going to survive. Yeah, I might be skinned up, but
you riding that?
you have no
Skull?
fucking helmet on. Like, are you serious right now?
Listen, nobody that rides a bike, whether it's any kind of bike, none of us are the sharpest knife in the drawer. So
Yeah, we're
it
on
just says that-
motorcycles.
yeah.
Like that shows it right there. But
Yeah.
no, that group goes back to what you're saying. When you're influenced, that's what that group's influenced. The bar's called Hard Riders. That's how they ride. Those guys, honestly though,
They're riders.
they ride. They every
They
weekend,
ride.
even up to this point, every weekend they've been riding.
And they support my shop. I mean, I support
show
theirs.
up-
I
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
their bike nights. They come over, and they ride. They're constant. BJ during the week when I'm busting my ass working, you're at work. He's always like, "Who's ready?
Yeah,
Let's
who's
go
ready?
ride."
Let's
I'm
go
like-
twist
I'm
the
like-
throttle. That's what
I'm
they say
like-
every time on Facebook.
I'm like,
Who's
dude,
ready to
like-
twist? It's like,
I gotta
There you
some
go.
Facebook.
I just heard. I just heard a trigger word.
Man, see, you got to find better friends, man.
It's
well,
Facebook.
so
You can't find you. What, you on Backpage on Facebook?
it's,
trying to find
it's
Hell Yeah
Arkansas. Even as a tattooer, I
at
try to
least
do
15
all.
years
They're just some old dudes that y'all ride. Just some dudes that hang
Oh, yeah.
around. That's cool.
Well, BJ, he was in the military with me. You know, he's a retired vet. He revived a old biker bar that closed down, brought it back to life
a really rad
in a
place.
traditional way. Like he found all the
We
old
need to go hit
photos that
up
used
for
to be
a
on the
weekend
walls.
just to do it.
no, definitely.
He did it just out of pocket, out of the love of it, man. So like he keeps the shit going. I got nothing bad to say about him.
We took Craig there, didn't we?
Yeah, Craig, we took Steve there. That's that photo
that's where
on
the
Instagram with
tower-
the tower of fucking White Claws. That was in that bar. And it's kind of like a mini Strokers because it does have an outside bar that you could pull your bikes up to, and they would
That's
have
cool.
waitresses out there in the winter or the summertime.
Real many.
It's a very mini,
Yeah.
but that thing's been a staple in Central Arkansas for fucking years, and then it closed down for like 3
What's it
or 4
called?
years. Hard Riders.
Hard riders.
So
Yeah, it used to be like a big dog chopper shop.
yeah, they used to
too.
build custom bikes that were magazine
yeah.
featured. I mean, they built, and some of those bikes. So the owner of the property is actually a very well known lawyer, And a lot of those bikes, if you go into the front office, that's where his
Pull that up, Sex. Hard Riders.
no, look it up. And in his office, he bought a bunch of the bikes. He's-
Fact check him if he's well known.
Hurry up.
Oh, I just mean like I just want to see
isn't-
pictures of it.
No, this isn't me dropping
Jamie,
names,
can you
but
pull
this
that
guy, this lawyer,
It's
swear to
Young
God,
Sachs.
this lawyer tried to bring the HA to our town and fronted all the money for the HA to have a clubhouse. And they started an Arkansas chapter. This was in 2004, 2005, and some shit happened, and Illinois came down without the S. Just make sure Midwest ain't on
Definitely,
here.
there's an S on it.
Illinois came down and said,
that
"Nah, we're not doing
Illinois?
this." So this lawyer is a lifetime HA member by default, and in his office is all the old bikes that shop used to build, big fat tires, and so it's like a motorcycle museum in his, like when you're going in there saying, "Man, I got DUI and this and that," you're getting to look at badass bikes while you're like
While
doing
you're
your
paying lots of money.
paying
Lots
lots,
of
of money.
yeah.
But that's the front of the building, and then in the back is the bar that used to build the bikes, and it turned into a bar, and it's pool tables and
It's got a cool dance floor. And,
yeah. I mean, it's a cool little
Fucking
spot.
Justin.
yeah. He hasn't been on that dance floor, I don't think.
He's been there a few times.
He
I don't
hasn't
think
been
he's
on the
danced.
dance
Cody, Franz, Steven out of Houston. Dude, there's some guys that could really fucking dance. Dude,
Hey, Jetty
did
was
y'all see
dancing.
that-
Yeah,
Ryan,
Mike-
did you see how many times was Ryan?
Jetty, I don't know. I call it
You see
dancing.
Ryan
No.
cleaning the floor?
Ryan was doing this like
Dude, he definitely impregnated the floor on that dance floor.
Jesus.
Did
Look,
y'all see
Jetty
Kyle
put Kyle
doing
in
the
a
fucking?
Boston grab.
Yeah, so I got that on video. Kyle was doing the fucking worm, and then Jetty just like walks up out of nowhere and says, just grabs him.
Yeah,
like,
and-
it's like, dude, you fucked up his worm, man.
Man,
And just manhandles him like, you big
Kind of pushes
motherfucker.
him out of the way.
Yeah.
I know we keep jumping from like trying to
Jet-
leave,
dude,
to keep
Jetty
going
was
back
on
to the
one. He had
bars
such a
there,
good
but
Dude.
But yeah, Easy
back to
Ride.
the start of the ride.
a weekend at Easy Riders in the spring. Set it up.
Well, no,
There.
Hard Riders. We'll take
Hard
you guys
Riders.
there. When y'all show up for the anniversary party after y'all's New York trip and stuff.
Mm.
Now we'll go to Hard Riders.
About that.
Well, wherever y'all's
Y'all are
destination is,
well, y'all are coming in on a Friday, so
Yeah,
Saturday.
whatever your destination is.
the event starts at 10.
Arkansas's not a 2-day stop. Dude. You're not in New York City, bro. Come on, calm down.
Hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this now. You can ask around, and it's definitely
Steve
like
had a good
4
time.
It's a 4-day stop.
Steve
4
had a
day.
good
It's a
time.
4-day stop.
Anybody's ever stopped
Dude,
there had a good time.
Steve has a good time anywhere he
Anywhere, true.
goes. Yeah. Have you seen him and Mark? Like they have a good time in their fucking.
They broke the
foyer.
bike. They broke the bike on the way down, and they still had a good time.
Dude, did you see the
Sitting on the side of the road.
3-hour live video that they were doing? Like, and it's
maybe
like
an
so
hour of it.
funny.
I didn't
It's
watch
like,
all 3.
I don't know if they're what part of Mark. I've stayed at Mark's house plenty of times. I don't know what part of their house they're standing at for 3 fucking hours doing a live video on Instagram, but it's kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's like they're like in the front doorway or
Little
some
foyer,
shit to
yeah.
go into the house or something. It's like Steve's just doing his thing, and then Mark's FaceTiming his chick the whole time or something like that. And it's just like
Yeah, I watched.
it's a new TV show I like to watch.
Yeah, I would watch a little bit of it, and then I'd turn it off, and then I pull my phone back up, and it still shows the.
No,
Steve's
you
still
like
live.
you see it and check it. Oh, what's up, guys? And you watch I don't know, Dances with Wolves.
Yeah,
And then you get off and they're like
Schindler's
still
List.
going.
yeah. I pick my phone back up, and it still says Steve's live, and I click back on it again. I'm like, he's still fucking going. What
Yeah.
the hell?
The $200 for
spot.
the Taco Bell just got there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That made,
How
that
much
made
can
me
you spend on
laugh.
Taco Bell?
What was that place you were talking
Hard
about?
Riders?
Hard Riders?
Are you looking it up?
Hard Riders Bar and Grill.
This is all I see.
It's Cabot, Arkansas.
Yeah, it's in Cabot.
CABOT.
Looks like a cop hanging out.
That's
like a
not
gay
it.
That's not it.
It's a gay private.
That's a bunch of hard riders, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you should get rid of this guy.
but Safe for work.
Definitely a cop hanging out.
Oh, the best. That's the best.
Those are the real bikers.
Y'all heard of the Satires?
The Sad Tires? No.
Remember them?
Sad
The
tires?
Satires Motorcycle Club. Google.
Sat Tires or Sad Tires?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's it's either the Satires or Sapphires.
It's like
Out
a
of-
little bit of leather and nothing else.
Well, I've never actually fact checked myself on this, but
Fact-checked?
I've done that. But as far as like check to see if it's actually real, apparently from what I heard, it's the only 1% all gay motorcycle club.
So they're German.
I don't
Yeah,
know, we'll see if
that's
you pull it up.
that's a new one to me because I've never. I've never heard of that.
I mean, what do I got to do to prospect?
Well, I'm sure you will have to have penis in or around your mouth at some point during the prospect period.
The entire time through the process.
I've been to the down south camp out.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
there's an IT writing group of dudes in the IT field that's called the Sons of Technology.
I've heard of that.
And
You guys have
All
a
right, that's it. That's enough. That's enough. End the podcast. Like this shit's going
Dallas
down.
has a lot of odd clubs. So
Yeah.
y'all have a
no, that one's I think nationwide.
Yeah.
Like, I think they got a bunch of them in Austin.
Man, I remember one time I came into Dallas and I don't know where I was at, and I saw a gang of fucking Vespas go by with like full leather cuts and everything, all on Vespas.
Fuck around and find out, boy. They're wishing you would.
It's still a man on that bike.
Hey,
So I looked it up, and it says it was founded in 1954, and the club's information had begun a few weeks prior after a night of drinking, partying, and sex.
with each other.
It is the oldest continuously operating gay organization. in the
Boy,
United States.
1954. That's
Damn, that's only
Yeah.
a few
that's
years
when you had
after
to
the
be tough
booze
to
fires.
be gay.
And they're
That's-
all related.
Nobody was congratulating you on your
Yeah.
strength or your bravery.
There was no coming out of the
then.
closet. You literally stayed in the closet.
Yeah.
Well, there's some facts in what I said. I don't know if they're the 1% more.
I'm glad I learned something from this podcast. There's
Yeah.
a gay 1% club out there.
I don't know if it's 1%. I think it's just a gay.
I figured if
it's
we
a
were going to have
motorcycle
the
club,
if
though,
we were going to
right?
have the gay podcast,
It is a
I figured that would have
motorcycle.
been the Sit Down Steve podcast. Didn't know it was going to be the Arkansas podcast.
Yeah, well, you know, he's not welcome back.
Dang it. That's fine. I think the
It's
hard
all right.
Irish
I
thing
think he's
brought that
banned
up.
from Arkansas too.
Yeah.
Is he?
3 times.
Oh, he's been to. I thought you said he's from.
No, banned.
Oh, banned. Yeah, yeah.
Steve or Craig?
Steve.
Steve. Not
Craig,
Steve
sit down,
Chamberlain.
Steve.
Steve Jones. Street Fighter Steve.
Sit down, Steve.
Sit down,
Pissing
Steve.
in my studio, Steve.
Oh yeah, two
No.
two holes in the end of his dick, Steve.
No,
Yes.
no. I'll tell you a little story about Steve. Years ago, we go to Daytona, I think it was, or somewhere down there for Stunt Wars.
It's the only
a
place
long,
down there.
It's a long time
Star Wars
ago.
was Bradenton.
So we're in, I think the Taco Bell drive-through, and there's a car there full of parents and kids, and Steve walks to the
already like it.
speaker, pulls down his pants and starts pissing on the speaker as the lady is trying to order food. So instead of realizing, because he was hammered, we all were, instead of realizing it's a car full of kids, he like turns around still with his dick out, pissing towards the car. Dude, he's a little over the top.
Tony's got this on video too.
I do have a lot.
He's got a lot of this on footage.
You can
video.
catch a case for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
called
like
streaking in
I
high
even got
school.
it on high 8 tapes.
You can catch a case for that, dude.
Yeah, this outrage culture ain't
Went
gonna.
through a Burger King.
It was a Taco Bell.
Didn't check the plate.
Actually,
Didn't check the exit front.
How'd you catch a rape charge? I was streaking through a Burger King.
It wasn't rape, but luckily some nice old grandmother.
But you
decided
do have to
not
register
press
now, so
charges.
it's all
No,
right.
didn't have to.
You gotta tell the
She
neighbors
decided
what
not to
happened.
press
I
charges.
can't be within, what, 60 feet from this or a Chuck E. Cheese? What does he
Yeah.
say on fucking...
Hangover. Yeah.
Hey guys, we're gonna do a toy ride. Ugh, I'm out, man. we had to actually go to the children's hospital. Yeah, I gotta hang back on this one. Y'all fun.
I'll watch the bikes.
I live in a neighborhood directly across the street from the school. So I remember when I first moved in the house one night, I was drunk, naked, and I walk out back and I'm peeing in the backyard, and I'm like, wait a minute. How many feet is this? Did I just create a felony right now?
You
I was
still in that
like,
same house?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there is a school right there. It's like
Yeah.
right down the street.
I'm established with where I live. I don't
Yeah.
just bounce around.
Must be nice owning things.
You should double down, and start selling drugs out of it now.
I was about to say I own this phone, but I don't. It's financed.
So the Polar ride.
Yeah. So I got started, and then it ended.
Well, you know, we one of the things that I said that I wanted to do was, and kind of as a fuck you, was
Always.
join Arkansas.
I remember I texted you late and I said, hey, dude, make a meme or something. And I was like, I want everybody in Texas to meet at this gas
Actually, that's
station.
because we said, hey, meet us in Shreveport or you're a bunch of pussies, is basically
Yeah.
what I said.
Okay.
Or we did say, and then you took that
By
serious.
lunch.
Yeah,
and
no,
by a
I,
certain
I
time.
think what he's talking
And then-
about is
The
everybody
Texas
mobbing
gang.
over the.
I
border together.
wanted you guys to
Oh.
be sitting there trolling your thumbs, like where they at, you know?
Oh, I see,
What's
I
that?
see.
What's that like a gift that's on like all the Instagram things of John Travolta looking around?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where they at?
Yeah, Pulp Fiction. where he's-
And so I wanted it to be like, and I even said to a lot of the guys, I was like, if there was a way to get a reaction cam on you guys right
Yeah.
now, because I wanted to
Yeah, he
just.
said
I
that
didn't
in
know
the
what
group.
I didn't know what the setup was going to be. I didn't know what the parking lot was going to look like.
As you almost ran over Cody. So
I
it's-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the goal was to get everybody in Texas to meet at this gas station and then just kind of mob in together.
I like the way y'all have goals.
We do. We set goals and we achieve them. That's why our state's bigger than yours.
Yeah.
Little bitch ass
Chestnut
state.
checkers, baby.
State's like fucking from here to East Texas.
Yeah,
man.
we're
Like,
still red though.
So are we.
Yeah, y'all are barely red.
Well, you see about that 1 per 90,000.
It's like a Montucky. It's going blue quick.
Yeah, it is. Joe Rogan's gonna save us though.
No, he's the
No,
reason y'all are
dude,
converting.
I think Joe Rogan's more red than anything. If you actually listen to him talk.
He says
when he,
he's
when
not,
he
but he
talks,
is.
but
Yeah, he says he's not, so he can still be in that world.
Yeah.
But all his
everything
actions
about him,
and his
hunting
opinions
and
are red.
yeah, all the shit he's into, total red.
I don't give a shit anymore. That shit was last year. We still have to play this game anymore.
I don't fuck with politics.
No, I thought we got to talk politics and COVID.
Yeah, we got
The entire
definitely.
COVID, right?
You
Oh,
guys
that-
wear masks? Whoa, wait.
Are you talking about FXR Mike's
Yeah, yeah.
thing? Or no,
Gold Wing Mike.
Are y'all going to the Wing Ding or what, bro?
Man, I was trying to
Dude,
look
I've
that
had
up.
a gold wing before, so fuck you guys. You aren't.
Oh shit!
There's not much to look
Thank you. I
I feel a lot safer now.
feel like you were not respecting my life.
This one doesn't work.
Is that a sponsorship post you're trying to throw up in here? Trying to throw some fucking logos in this bitch?
Did you just not double mask?
So honestly, what
Do
what
better.
it is?
Triple mass?
Do
What is
better,
it when you're in
Tony.
a race and somebody wins? You're like, I let them win. It was like their chance. Is that what you're saying with this?
No, I'm
Because
saying
we made it there first, which means we won.
I'm saying you never had your state.
oh. Hey, we live life one trip to Dallas at a time.
There you go.
So,
I like
so
that.
to talk about our state, and this I know this is gonna sound like kind of shitty on our state, but we started a Facebook again with Facebook because that's how all these dudes are on there. And I was like trying to get everyone
Dude.
together, and no one was responding to shit. Everyone would see it. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do a meet up here, and then we'll meet at the den, and then we'll leave out of the den at this time. And no one would fucking say shit. So then eventually, I was just like, I changed the meetup because no one was responding. I was like, hey, just meet at the fucking den by 6. I think what time did I put on there? 7:30.
7:30.
Yeah, meet at the den by 7:30.
Kickstands up 7:30. Yeah,
Yeah, kickstands up at 7:30.
KSU.
And then I get a message from BJ that did go. He said, "Man, I'm not going to make it." And then I said, so I messaged him. I was talking to him personally on the phone. I'm like, "What's going on?" He said, "Y'all just keep changing everything around." I was like, "I can't fucking judge shit when no one's responding to me. Like, you got to say something,
Oh,
like."
that's a little pussy move.
Well, no, I mean, if I'm just going to sit there, I'm not going to show up and do 3 gas stops and no one's at any of them. If I could just wake up a little later and make it all the way to the den and just be there.
Yeah.
So we were going to try to meet in Cabot because, like I said, I'm about 45 minutes from him, and then we're going to try to pick Justin up because he's got that gas station right in front of his house. So we were going to pull off the highway real quick, grab Justin and
So
Dexter.
y'all are doing a meetup to go to the meetup? Come on, man. You're a little extra.
You guys rode in. You guys
Just meet
You
me
guys
at the
rode in
you
from
guys
70
rode in.
fucking miles.
Come
But
on.
I'm with you. One thing I would say on that is just simplification sometimes. Because
Well, and I simplified it to the point where
plan.
it's like, and it wasn't even the actual first time I thought about it. It was going to be at my house and then whatever. But actually, my house or my gas station was just going to be just me, Steve, and Boz because we're the only ones that live that far out. And we were going to grab BJ and anyone else from Hard Riders, Justin, Dexter, and everyone else that's in Little Rock or North Little Rock, and then go out to Benton. And no one responded. So then Steve messaged me. He's like, "Hey man, like no one's responding to it. I'm just gonna meet you guys at the den so I can sleep in, have my morning shit, do all this other stuff, and not be like rushing around and just sitting at 2 stops before we hit the road." And I said, "I'm 100% on that. Like let's just fucking do that." So then when I go back into the message, I was like, "Hey, since I'm not knowing what's going on, everyone just meet at the den, and we're gonna leave out there by 7:30." Then I start getting the fucking hate messages. Why is plans changing? Well, I didn't.
Oh, that's why I got that message.
Yeah.
Like, hey Tony, what's the plan? Because whatever you say is going. I was like, what do you mean? Whatever I say. I was like,
But no
I
one's
haven't even
responding,
ta-
so I
it's
don't know
like-
how to take it. At least with like you guys, I'm sure people get on there and say thumbs up, or they at least hit the double click and say I like this post or like your comment.
We communicate through memes.
Well,
Obviously,
if we had more people on Instagram, I'm sure
Yeah,
it'd
so
work a
it's
little
like
better. So.
if you give someone a chance to comment publicly, then shit doesn't get solved.
yeah,
That's
but my
why-
thing is, I don't want to sit at a fucking gas station and no one show up, and then I'm like, all right, well now I got to fucking haul ass to this next spot, or I can just do one straight shot. So
just go meet here at this time and
Oh, and that's what I changed it to. I just said, you know what, fuck it. Fuck all this, like, trying to get people together. It's only 45 miles. From here to Tony's, anybody along that way, just meet at Tony's.
halfway across the state. I know.
Yeah.
40,
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Anytime you lend your voice to something like that,
It's
you don't-
tough, man.
If you don't have like a bigger voice, you won't always have people showing up. But I
Bigger
found
voices.
you will have people that listen. They're gonna do it. So my thing is just make it simple. Get somebody on board that has a bigger voice, and then
Well, Tony don't fucking talk.
people
Listen
fall in
up,
line.
motherfuckers.
I'm texting Tony-
Honestly, I didn't engage a lot in the planning. Like
I can show you messages where I'm texting Tony this morning, like, hey, this is what time we'll meet up and head down
Well,
to Texas and shit. And he
honestly-
still doesn't respond until 10 minutes of me heading towards his house. He's like, hey, or to the shop. He's like, hey, pick me up in my house.
Honestly, ever since you know, I've always done a lot of. I'm a big planner. I've always been, but ever since like Jaden's come on board, and you know, he helped out a lot for the down south camp out
Oh,
as far as
100%, yeah.
planning. And then this thing was another other thing, and moving forward, I'm sure that he's going to be a big part of helping communicate those type of things out to a lot more people. Before, like we would have to have these big meetings, and we kept our group kind of small and tight. So if anybody showed up, it was always like, yo, we made decisions here. This is what we're doing. If you guys want to come, this is what we're doing. I'm not asking you how you want to do it.
You kind of have to make.
So
it
you
that
gotta
way, too.
that it's like there's certain things about that whole bike club mentality that actually works when you're trying to get people together.
Yeah.
If you give people options and you give people the chance to have an opinion, then shit never gets solved.
The water
And that's
gets
what I
muddied,
learned.
yeah.
That's what I learned from this. For here on out, it's going to be. It is what it is. I got to stop looking at whatever and trying to get so many people to like.
Yeah, you
train
want
in.
I know what you feel.
Yeah.
Like you want people to enjoy. You want people to feel what you felt going to Sturgis, to the down south camp out, to all these things. You want to help people find that, like you did, right? And so you get really antsy about it, like fuck,
You
man,
want to
like
make it as convenient and as easy and as possible as you can for all those people, and you can't. The more you do that, the more shit.
Well,
I've
and that's
seen.
what I learned from this because,
Yeah.
for one, a bunch of people bailed out and didn't even post on there that they were going to bail out. So it's hard to, I asked, I think 2 or 3 times, can I get a head count so that way we know when we get to
Whiskey's going
Tony's.
down too quick. I need to calm down on that shit.
But yeah, I asked on there, I said, can I get a head count so I know when we get to Tony's how many bikes there's going to be. So if someone is straggling, maybe someone broke down, maybe something happened.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get a fucking, like, someone saying, I'll be there. You
well,
know?
the day actually after we done Boz's bike, I prepped a bike and did a tire for a buddy that was supposed to be there in the morning. He was going to come, and it was a last minute thing. Like he didn't even realize we were doing it. He was down to go, came over to the shop. We got his bike prepped. He didn't show up the next morning.
So-
Didn't text, didn't say hey.
Yeah.
And finally I messaged him like yesterday or the day before, and I was like, hey, what happened, man? You didn't show up this weekend. Did you sleep in or whatever? He got called into work. I was like, could have been like, hey, man, I got called into work.
Yeah, the
So-
communication just.
Here's one thing that like our like inner circle, right? That is like us Anvil dudes. We call ourselves that because we all met at Anvil.
Yeah, that's the easiest.
You
way.
It's
don't
the
have
easiest way.
tattoos?
Almost. Well, we got patches.
Not
It's
yet.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
We're waiting on our top rockers. So the thing is that like when it comes to friendships and especially big groups, you have to lay it down in the beginning and look, you're a part of this because I'm depending on you and you're depending on me to show up. That's why we do a weekly bike night, and almost all of us make it weekly. It's like fuck the bikes, man. We're just going to fucking catch up with each other as friends, right? And it's easy to get a really tight group that way when you're all accountable and you're all there and everybody wants to. It's like when you're just trying to put bike rides together, that shit's about convenience and it's about opportunity. It's not about commitment.
No.
You know what I mean?
And I 100% agree with it. And that's why I feel like me, Tony,
Fucking whiskey.
I mean, we
Justin,
definitely.
when we say we're going to do something, we do it. But when we want our state to grow.
Yeah.
my eyes are getting
and-
warm.
We definitely look up to certain things that are happening on this side.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we'll
because,
see what you guys
because
are doing
me, Scott, Justin, we've been a part of the motorcycle industry and/or different scenes and different things for a very long
For almost 2
time, and
decades
seeing
now.
so many people come and go, and trying to keep things together in our area. You know, there's so many places. Tennessee don't have shit that's together. Oklahoma don't have shit that's
It's
together.
tough because there's some cats in Tennessee that are doing some things.
No, there
Or-
is.
yeah.
But there's
and then you
not-
got
There's cats everywhere. I mean,
Well, there's the
Back
so
Club
you
Style
got the
Tennessee.
Moonshine Harley and they got a little crew,
see you, boys.
and then you got the Club Style Tennessee. Those guys have actually been putting together events. I don't know them personally. I know that they listen to the podcast. I know that or whoever that guy is listens to the podcast occasionally, and I know they're trying to put something together. And honestly,
Why have they
that-
not made it this way?
I can't wait
well,
to fuck with
the
them.
thing is with the
honestly.
camp out this
It's
year,
just
I
a
think
matter
that's
of
going to
getting up
change a lot of things. I think with our Fast Life camp out, all these people are going to come down, and hopefully they come with some of their friends, and then in that same bug, that same fire gets
Yeah,
lit up under
absolutely.
them. And then you take 3 or 4 dudes back to your hometown that's got that same kind of energy that you have, it's going to become contagious.
Oh no, I think there's North Carolina. There's a lot of states that are going to show up this year to the camp out that we're at, the down south camp out. I think that's amped them up for.
Yeah, those are the guys that came to our camp.
Yeah, even Michael came to the last Fast Life camp out,
Yeah.
and then down south camp
No,
out.
things
yeah.
are definitely changing. I mean,
I do
even
what I
just
want.
from the polar ride. I mean,
before.
honestly, for your state, for our state, it was a crazy showing. You guys
They had
had
80
You guys
bikes,
had,
at least 80 bikes
There was
show
there,
up.
there was
For
more
a
bikes at
shitty
this
random
polar
weekend
ride
in February.
than there
For
was
Super
at
Bowl
our first
Sunday
camp out.
weekend.
yeah.
Yeah.
So with that being said, on weather that nobody likes riding in, we're not fucking want to ride.
We
in
get
the
it. We
fucking
get
winter.
it. It's not negative
You-
7.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
negative 84 degrees. This is what's getting me hyped up on the Fast
Look,
Life camp out. I'm excited to
yeah.
see what happens this year.
I'm excited too. I mean, like I said, the thing is with this culture that we've been creating here amongst us here in Texas, you guys in Arkansas, I'm just kind of hoping that you don't get to do any stunt shows in the rest of the year. That way you can be more a part of it.
No. So this is.
Are you going to make – because
No.
you
When
came-
you were talking about that
Yeah.
and me riding more, I made this decision about 2.5, 3 years ago. I had a bunch of shit that was going on.
Yeah.
The past 10 to 15 years, I've been on the road nonstop, and it almost made me hate motorcycles.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't enjoying myself genuinely anymore. So I made it a point that I was going to do more and more. So I took a trip to Sturgis by myself.
Yeah.
I rode by myself.
You know
did
you
my-
got friends, but just
No,
so you
man,
know.
I needed to get away.
Yeah,
I needed it.
He didn't tell
really
nobody.
bad.
He literally jumped on his bike and just posted on Instagram.
I went and did
I'm
it.
going to Sturgis.
I went and did it.
That was
myself.
this year or
No,
last year?
I faked getting lost.
2020
in
or
Wyoming just
2019?
to- I feel you.
2019.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. So did that by myself, and I'd been to everywhere before. So I've been making little trips, and then I did the Fast Life camp out for the first time.
Yeah.
And been doing a little bit more.
But
and
did
more.
you,
Have you
though?
drank Jameson
But
since
did
that?
you though? Because you were in a fucking Mercedes Sprinter, dude. Calm down. You didn't do the camp out. You came and saw it.
Nah, that's cool. I did it.
Yeah.
He
I,
drank
I-
enough
I
though.
wo-
He
I-
was.
I
he was
woke
You didn't get fucked
up. I
up?
woke
Oh
up
my
puking
God.
on the river. I didn't puke on the Mercedes, but I puked right in front of the Mercedes.
Have you drank Jameson
But
since
I've
then?
been genuinely trying to do that more and more and get out more and more. So this year, I specifically made it a point that I put it on the calendar that if a stunt show calls, no matter what the pay is, I'm not going to the
I
Fast Life.
appreciate that. Thank
So-
you.
Unless
said
it
that-
pays this amount of money.
Unless it pays this amount of money.
Well, honestly, man, like, if you get more people, like more of those fucking helmetless dudes that you guys ride with, show up.
Well, it's because they had a Simpson. They couldn't fucking stand it. They threw it.
They had to take the helmet off. They couldn't
Well,
see
it
shit.
won't fit because if you can't
Those
throw
dudes
one
are-
on
Yeah,
after
it's
you're
because
fucking hell
they don't
sweating.
fit. Exactly. They don't fit.
If more people come and experience that type of shit, and it doesn't have to be our camp out. It could have been the Sturgis camping we did, or it could have been down south camp out, or even Steve's, or anything else, or even just your Rebels Den party that you throw. It's just when you experience this and you see how none of us are fucking like we don't carry that biker masculinity that's like, fuck you if you don't know who I am kind of shit. Like, we're all out here partying, drinking, having a good time, laughing at dumb shit, making fun of shit that's funny, and having fun, man. And it makes motorcycles what when I think of like the original 1%er biker clubs, just those original HAs or boost fighters, I think of guys like us just fucking having a good time. And somewhere along the line, it got serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's all it is. It's just us wanting to figuring out, hey, what's a dumbass thing we can think of to go hang out and party together? Oh, let's make
try-
them ride in the cold.
Yeah. Just ride
Well,
the
it's-
cold
it's
and try
even
to
the-
They
They
call
go
it
to
the
the casino
monsoon
for the
ride
night.
next time.
You know,
Fuck
people
it.
camp out all the time. And
Yeah, it's not
they
nothing
take their
new.
Jeeps and they take all their fancy equipment and whatever. We show up with a tent. I realized my tent was way smaller than I decided.
Mercedes Sprinter. Okay.
He's talking about the down south.
Down
Oh,
south.
down
Down
south,
south.
you did party.
And
I
at the
slept
down
in
south, Justin
I
that
slept
time
in a
had to sleep
shitty.
in
I
a
slept in a
cabin.
shitty tent. Okay.
I had an opportunity to sleep in the other cabin with Big Trouble and his other buddy and Justin.
I wish you would have, so we
And I
didn't have to hear
didn't
the snoring
because
all night.
I
But
want to sleep in the dirt with you dudes. Because I'm not too special.
That's an effing lie.
No, I didn't. Well, kind of.
It's because you didn't go to sleep. And you fuckers were being way too loud. I was trying to sleep in my Mercedes. And whoever kept screaming and yelling.
Oh,
God.
probably was Jones.
It's like, what what the fuck?
I mean, that's how
I'm trying to
when
take a
we-
shower.
We pulled up to Sturgis. We got what Sturgis like. I was telling you that this past weekend. We got there at 1:30. Me, Justin, everyone. We rolled in. We're trying to set our tents up, and y'all's van showed up from downtown. Y'all, we're fucking. We've been on the road for 17 hours straight. We're just ready to set our tent up. Finally, get some sleep. And you guys jump out of the van. Someone's on the roof of the van. We're fucking here, motherfucker! I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
So
bro.
then my wife's like, no, I'm done. So she's in the tent. I'm like, I'm fucking drinking. This looks like fun. Like, caught another wind, crack a beer.
I've been waiting to meet these dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been hearing about this shit, so here we
Dude.
go.
Well, so every year, like the goal is this year for Sturgis too is to get that same campground because it's not like a planning thing. It's like, look, that campground, the day's in, you just have to book your spot and come out.
You don't even have to book it.
You
You
don't
like
have-
Justin and pretend you have a wristband on
Yeah.
and do this shit, and they
But
just keep letting
Can I
you in
get
all
one
weekend.
tattooed?
I always tell people, it's like, they're like, well, I'm going to stay at this other place. I'm like, don't do that. Just fucking stay here. Camp with us.
Have you guys already booked a spot or?
No,
You don't
just
need to, but I'm
you
telling
don't
you right
have
now.
to. You just like, I mean, you have to
I'll
book
probably
a
book it the
spot,
next couple of months
but you
for
don't
sure.
need to. It's not like it's kind of like our camp out. There's no like limit.
Not
for
ahead of
tent
time
camping.
or just show
I'm
up?
telling you right now,
Get
this
it
spot
early
though,
enough,
if you
but
look at
I'm
anywhere
doing
else,
it like between May, June, and July.
yeah,
It'll be
there's
fine.
everywhere else out there is a cleared open field. This
I'm in.
place has
I'll
got
be there.
wooded. It's fucking
Trees.
shaded.
It's
The
got good
bathrooms,
bathrooms.
the showers, the
But yeah,
the
there's
bar.
no
It's-
time difference on
I don't
where
think there's
we were.
a better camp spot in
We
Sturgis.
rolled up because we were there early and it was free and we took it.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like the perfect spot. I mean,
So, yeah.
the food truck is just.
and I you know, as
to the
as
bar.
we get
Yeah.
closer, I'll let everybody know because my Sturgis plans are pretty much the same every year because I hit the major shows that I need to go to, and I give myself enough time to enjoy Sturgis as just riding and partying, and but it's also within like a 8 or 9 day trip home and back,
Yeah. We did 8 days last year.
and
We-
it's $150 for 5 days staying at that campground. So and that's
unless you're Justin
How
and you
much?
fake.
$150.
Dude, I can't afford that.
Calm down. You can't go to Sturgis then, motherfucker. Like Sturgis is like everywhere you
I'll
go.
to
It
Little
looks,
Some
Yeah.
of those custom
I'll go
masks.
to Little Sturgis.
yeah, okay. We're in fucking Tennessee.
Kentucky,
It's
Kentucky, I
It's
think.
Kentucky. Yeah. I need to stop looking at my phone.
Yeah, you should.
No one's texting me.
Sturgis, the whole Sturgis thing though, it's like it's where we stay at is like in a good location to get in and out of town and do whatever you want. Like you're at the corner of
The main hub. It's
Lozelle.
where the fucking
Yeah.
sign is up on the thing.
were-
The
you were
coffee
where?
shop.
Lozelle and the highway. So it's like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right on
Yeah, I
the
know what you're
corner.
talking
That
to
sign
go.
that everyone takes their pictures in front of.
Yeah,
that
right by that
orange
sign.
Sturgis sign. It's right next to that.
So the thing about staying there is that you have a bar on site,
Food
you have
on site.
beer chicks driving around in like
Golf carts, yeah,
that'll
yeah.
get you beer.
And when we say a bar, don't think, oh, closes at 2. There's
never
rules.
realized
No,
Campsite.
we have grandma
No.
stripping.
Yeah,
Right-
you
right
can
there
have
behind
throwing
the
titties
fucking beer
out.
cans.
You,
Behind
as
it.
long as
Yeah.
you're gonna drink,
Yeah.
they're gonna be open. I mean, it's
Dude, it's a
A
perfect
bar-
spot, man.
yeah.
And like I said, you know, a lot of people have been pushing that Camp Zero shit, especially like this, like Dyna FXR, you know, like our culture, right? Like where we are at. They've been pushing that Camp Zero, and I stayed there. It's fucking shit show. There's no trees anywhere. It's like an influencer fucking paradise because you got like the Go Fast Don't Die crew
They
there.
have
and
USB ports everywhere.
pretty much, and it's like there's Wi-Fi for people
there's
to get.
Wi-Fi.
It just I'm not trying to talk shit about that
Is there a shower?
those guys, but it just didn't feel natural.
First off, it's
being
middle of
there.
August. You want the shade. You want the trees.
Yeah.
You want. I don't know why anyone would want to be out in the blistering sun. It's stupid. I don't know. That spot was when we pulled up to it, and I'm like, man, this is it. Couldn't imagine a better camping spot. So, now days in, 100%.
And then, like you said, it's August, so I want to shower kind of. I need to shower every day. I don't drink coffee. That's my, wake up, take a shower,
Yeah.
take a shit in the toilet. I don't know how primitive.
And that's what I was saying.
Well,
I don't
Camp
know-
Zero is like zero amenities.
Yeah, fuck that.
And that's what I was saying. I don't know if it was COVID, but I think you were telling me like that's how they are all the time. But the bathrooms are crazy clean. The showers are crazy clean.
You didn't have to wear flip flops, dude. You ain't gonna get out
Dude,
of
it was
these feet.
nice as fuck. The water was warm. Like, it was nice, man.
Yeah, but I mean, so the Polaroid.
So back to the Polaroid. So yeah, we met with our group.
Well, the Mexican spot was good, but there was one thing that we were kind of talking about before that you kind of wish the impatience of some people to be a part of what's actually going on. What was your thoughts on that?
So back to like almost every podcast, when you do these camp outs, when you do Sturgis, whatever, the whole objective, you get a bunch of dudes that not only just ride in together, but once you're at your destination, you mingle together. You meet people.
Yeah.
may not know you, I may not know you. Just walk up, shake hands. Man, I seen your bike. Either whether you've seen their bike on Instagram or you want to just congratulate them on a nice bike. Say, oh, this fucking thing's sick right here. What's your name? Oh yeah, hey. Our guys, our hard rider guys, instantly, you know, we pulled up, we parked. Not even 3 minutes behind us, you guys show up. You know, I took that video of all y'all pulling in. Man, it just looks so sick. You know, you hear Ben's fucking turbo fucking mile away. You guys
Boy,
pull up.
cunt.
Oh, hey.
He explained to me the laws of cunt. And yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
no,
can say it,
I know
dude.
what you mean.
It's
So everyone shows up, and I'm introducing, and I tried introducing. So Matt, I've ridden all over the fucking country with Matthew. He's the huge tall one with 24-inch apes on his bike. Big old beard, looks like a Viking. He's 7 foot tall. And
What a waste of talent.
he
Why is he not playing basketball?
he was basketball. He played for Mississippi State or something like that.
Oh, okay. You ever heard of the Mavericks?
Yeah, they're banned from life.
They just quit playing the national anthem before their
Yeah,
games.
dude, what the fuck is going on? That's
I heard
some
the
woke
NBA
shit.
just came back a minute like today
Yeah,
and
and they
said, "No,
said
bitch, you're gonna play it."
Yeah, they said every team has to play it.
So we'll see what happens.
Thank God.
It's just weird to me, man.
It's fucking.
But
culture.
anyways, back
we're not
to
talking politics or COVID. So
I'm sick of masks. Just had to say that.
but yeah, so you know those guys show up, and of course they see the large group, and I'm trying to introduce a couple of them to a few of the bikes that I see, and I'm like, oh, this is so and so, this is his bike.
What that is, though, and I'm generalizing and assuming here, but what that is basically you have this more demeanor of a different biker culture where it is about like I'm too cool to be like walking up to someone and saying I follow you on Instagram or hey, I like your bike or compliments. You know what I mean? Like we're the most woke of the biker culture. I feel like, and we talk shit about woke people, right? But that's dude, I do that shit all the time, man. Like I Jace, this famous motherfucker right here. I'm just playing. When I see something cool or somebody's bike that I fucking really dig, dude, I walk up and it's like, man, I fucking love your bike and I fucking love your Instagram, dude. I follow you and you do awesome shit.
I think you said it in a podcast where someone, you know, it's like back in the car days when you're in a car and you know another car just rolled up to you and you don't want to look over at it because you don't want to acknowledge him and make him think that you like admire what he's got. So you
Yeah.
just kind of ignore him and then just try to speed
The
off.
world's
and-
it's like the bike
it's a
world
Del
is so
Sol.
much cooler when everybody's
pretty
just
sweet.
like stoked for each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like
life's
it's
too
so
short.
contagious. It's so feels so good to like.
Well, I think it just motivates you because like when I see someone did something to their bike and they got this and I'm like, God damn, I'm gonna do that. I want that now. Now I see it, I want it, you know, and
Yeah.
you get talking and all. But
When
those
you
guys-
see, it's the same concept. Like when you see one of your homies like get a good opportunity, like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah, you congratulate 'em. You don't
If
hate
Tony
'em.
got like a fucking smoking ass sponsorship deal with somebody, I'd be like, fuck yeah, he
Simpson.
deserves it. Simpson's probably gonna
Thank you.
definitely Simpson.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Not now.
Yeah, but back to that Superior Grill, it is intimidating. You see that many bikes up, and then we don't think we're going. I didn't think we were going to get in that fast. I didn't think they were going to have a table ready for us. You know, we got 80
But we
guys.
came to hang out all day.
So those guys immediately, without even trying to introduce themselves to any bikes, there was a pizza place right next door, and they just went ahead and went over to the pizza place.
Change that camera real quick. You like how I got them talking shit about their own people?
Chestnut checkers.
No,
shit.
it's not talking shit. This is just
No, I'm just
elaborating
kidding.
on what
Hey,
you
wait,
what you've preached.
Yeah.
Didn't you say Mark and old Steve
Oh,
were Team
I-
Arkansas now?
No,
You did say that because they didn't show up
No, I
before
will.
you even knew what happened.
I will clarify
you
that
said,
very,
you said
very
they
clear.
are Team Arkansas
Yeah,
now.
you said
I
fuck
said
them.
that. No, I said I made it very clear that if you didn't show up to that gas station where we were meeting at to roll in and stunt on y'all motherfuckers, you were not in our crew anymore. Period.
Broken or not.
They had bike troubles. They got
Broken
Well,
up, broken
oh,
or
now
not.
there's excuses.
They didn't
No,
show up.
shit.
No, they didn't show up, and that's fine. They're not a part of the law of physics that I put on the table. They just weren't a part
Hey,
of this.
we
group.
welcome you, Steve.
It's all right. We've been
We
trying
got
to
you.
get
No,
Mark
they're
and Steve
still
to-
part of us.
No, it's cool. No, you said they
Texas.
weren't. You
No.
specifically said they
No,
weren't.
I said
Texas.
if you showed up to this event,
And you're never getting marked.
Whoa, you come on.
No, I specifically
look at him
remember.
flexing with
no,
both of them.
I remember pulling up and being like, "Hey, where's
Steve
where's
to
Mark
Mark.
and Steve?" And Jay specifically said, "Oh, they're
Fuck
Team Arkansas
those
now.
guys. They
They're
didn't
not
show
Team
up.
Texas anymore."
so
Fuck those
no, I
guys.
did say that. I 100% did say that. Now the reason why I said it is because I didn't know they broke down and I didn't know they were gonna make it. If they would have made it, they would have been. They would have been
There's
your
all
guys.
kind of stuff we don't know in life, but sometimes we say things.
Well, here's the deal. Some people
And
have
now
to
they're coming
like
to
lay out
Arkansas.
the rules, and I'm trying to do that
All
for
right,
you.
we're steadily
but you keep
recruiting.
interrupting me.
We're steadily recruiting Texas.
I'm having a hard time speaking with whiskey in my fucking throat right now. So help me
Oh,
out.
it could be
But-
more.
But to go back to that, not talking shit.
Sad tires over here.
But
I'm gonna spit out my
Do you see why we needed to do this in the night with
Yeah,
drinking?
yeah, yeah.
It's so much more fun. It's probably horrible for people listening, but this is fun, right?
especially my voice. I'm sure I'm
There's-
screaming in the
there's
mic
too much.
and
I'm laughing.
everything
Damn
else,
it.
but not talking shit on those guys. I love those guys.
I'm talking shit.
No,
But they
I
didn't
get what you're
mingle.
saying. Yeah,
They
it's-
found another
they brought
place
a
to
little too
eat.
much of that Hell Yeah Brother crew
And they went over
to
there
it.
and they ate, which honestly
gotta
worked
be-
out because
At one point, it didn't look like the dumbest idea.
Because,
when we first
yeah.
pulled up, it looked like, dude, you might as well just go get a calzone.
Yeah, I was
or
gonna get some
something
Burger
and-
King or something.
And yeah,
I was
just,
starving.
Just be done with it because the food was
No,
just.
who would have known that
They
we were
had
gonna
us
get in
ready
there?
that fast,
But
and they
man-
had us all together because they
I'm-
said they weren't going to be able to sit us close together.
Yeah,
Fuck,
they did
we-
say that. Yeah, we're all together.
That,
We were-
that was one
we
of
were
the
doing
coolest
spitballs
things.
at each
And
other.
then we sang happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
to the
That
most
old woman,
beautiful old
63
lady.
years old
Yeah,
woman.
and her granddaughter,
Probably had the
She's
best
like,
birthday of her life.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody
she
else
could
at
have
the
had the
table was
best
all
day of her
smiles.
life.
Imagine
But that was one of
70
the coolest
plus-
part because that's actually
Saxon's got it on video.
when
He
we
recorded
put
it.
When,
That happy birthday. Then when we sung happy birthday to that.
Yeah.
when I said, "Hey, this is where we're going," I did a picture of the outside of it just off Google Images. And the next picture was this, and I was like, "Man, I hope somebody didn't go, oh, look at all those empty seats. Like, what the fuck kind of restaurant is that?" That's the same room we sat in, and we
As a patio?
Filled,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and we filled it up.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of those things I can't tell you how cool it was looking around the whole time.
And knowing like everybody
And
in
I'm
there.
I'm sitting next to a guy that I know that that came with us. He's just getting into this, Mike DeJong. I'm sitting next to Jones. I'm talking to people, and everywhere I look, I'm seeing people that I know, that I care about, that I like, and I'm seeing them talk to other
Everybody's
people.
laughing,
It's either
meet
people
new
they're with,
people. Oh,
new
yeah.
people. I'm seeing people literally making connections that have never met. And man, I can't even tell you the feeling of just looking around how happy I am. Like,
Yeah. Now that
just
was
that
killer.
this is all going
If you
on.
guys
Yeah.
have an idea, I would love to put something together and send it to them. It's like a gratitude, something they could hang on the wall in there, something.
What?
At
Well,
the restaurant. Yeah, it's cool.
I think all the tips and everything they got was enough
Nah, I'm
gratitude.
sending
'cause
something. Fuck it.
I'm with you.
I've,
think my
I've,
tab
I've
there
had
was like
way worse customer
$175.
service.
Thanks. You
Yeah.
bought me
I bought you and Steve Smill.
I had a bowl of tortilla soup and a margarita. So I was in and out for
I had
16
4
bucks.
Fontos and some drinks, and then they
Texas
sent me my
should've bought
tab, and I was like,
Arkansas.
170. What the? And then I was like, oh yeah, I told him to put Jason's.
But I made
mine.
up for that at the Sandbar. I guess yesterday,
together.
everything for
Man.
this weekend
Chico
finally
and
cleared on
honey
my
whiskey.
checking
Anybody that was on
account.
Chico
Instagram
I was
that
like,
saw
woo!
anybody that was on Instagram that saw me on the
Water and
sandbar
whiskey.
knows.
Yes.
You were pretty
Y'all are
lit up
fucked
at
up
the
in
pub.
Texas.
Hey, but by the way, what is the shirt policy here before I drink some more?
All right, boys.
Just trying to figure this
what?
out.
I was saying we got some conversations going.
Sorry. That's alcohol.
Before I get any more of these beers, I just make sure I don't get thrown out if I
Yeah,
take my
dude.
shirt off.
The funny. Okay, so let's leave Superior Grill now.
Leave Superior Grill. All
right.
We check into our hotel. We all
This
no,
is-
no, whoa.
No,
We
no,
leave
we
Superior
can't
Grill.
finish.
Me
Superior's
and
still
Dragon and
more.
Jetty went to the Harley shop.
All right, this is where I want to make a statement while I'm still sober enough. I've been here before. I know what we're gonna
Here?
do all night. No, in this situation in Shreveport when we're gonna party all fucking night. I've done this before. You know why? Or you know what needed to happen? We all needed to go home, situate in the hotels. We needed to, yeah. And then where were you late night?
Dude, I fucking stayed up.
Chestnut checkers,
I mean,
motherfucker.
I wasn't trying to get fucking crackhead fucking pancakes or waffles, but
Well,
I stayed up pretty fucking late. A guy my size party pretty fucking
Yeah,
hard.
honestly,
I'm
we
gonna
didn't
get
really,
to that.
We didn't really see you drink much at all.
Yeah.
So
really?
yeah, yeah.
Well,
we
you
took
know.
we took account.
Here's the deal. I didn't have my my crew behind me like videoing my every move, so you couldn't see it.
I wish there was no one video.
This
Never
is what happened.
when I saw
So
it the next day.
I said it was 1:30 or some shit. It was like 2:00, right? And I was like, let's all go to the hotel and let's just meet in the lobby at a certain time. Like that's the most fucking adult thing I've ever said. Like we go unpack, take a shower, fucking maybe a nap because I'm almost 40.
Actually, you did take a nap.
I did.
Everyone said Ben was the one who said that. Ben was like,
Yeah.
he came into my room.
You know what?
He had some drink.
At
no,
10:30 when I was still out fucking drinking, guess who was not around? Ben.
Ben went hard.
Ben was asleep.
Ben bought probably $1,000 in
went
shots.
back already?
I'm drunk. I'm still partying because Ben bought me a bunch of drinks. Be real with you.
Ben
My
bought
only goal was
everyone
to make
drinks.
it past 8:30. That was my only goal.
We all know you're gonna dip out like randomly here and there. Like you,
I didn't
we
dip
haven't
out.
got to that point.
I didn't
My
dip
point
out at your
is-
party. I died at your
My
party.
point is, we left Superior. We went, Superior Grill, and then we went to a room, get checked in. Some rooms were available, some were not.
Yeah.
So,
really?
yeah, not
Yeah,
everyone's
that's
room.
like I was waiting on this motherfucker because he went to the fucking Harley dealership.
Yeah, I rode with him to the Harley. So Steve checked
Those
in our
poker
room.
chips aren't going to collect themselves, gentlemen.
I got my chip,
Got my
and I bought a
board.
few other for others.
So
Shout out to 3 States Harley. I see you.
Yeah, me, you, Jetty.
So we, my thing was like, let's just like, dude, it's 3:00 in the afternoon, and exactly what happened took place, right?
3 o'clock when you woke up from your nap.
No. It's 3:00 in the afternoon. Everybody wants to just immediately go drinking. The hotel didn't have a bar, right?
Which was-
and there was only 2 bars in town, and they both weren't open whenever everybody wanted to go fucking party there.
They had a casino. There was liquor.
Well, the casino, you can only drink if you were at the fucking tables.
It's a casino.
I don't know the rules for my hands at a casino, so I just don't.
What was stupid? So they had that bar in the middle. They
Yeah.
had the bar in the middle
I'm
closed.
like, I was hanging my hands over the thing, and you're like, you can't do that. I'm like, what? Be natural?
Oh, that was late in the night.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
later on that night. But my thing was like, look, let's just go in the room. Let's take a shower. Let's unpack. If you need a nap, let's do it. If you need to wank one out, go ahead. Let's figure this shit out, and then let's meet downstairs at 4:30 and go do some.
Why does the time keep getting later?
I wish
and later?
I wish I could have done that.
I wish
So
I would've
here's
done-
what happened.
I was at the deli
I
downstairs.
took
That's the
a
only place. I was-
fucking that shower. I got to give it credit. It was like a power wash, dude. I felt
Dude, it
like
was amazing.
I was like, fuck. I could.
I didn't
laid
shower
down
all
to take a
weekend.
bath. I wanted to take a
The
bath.
only shower I
so
got
bad.
was when we got rained on.
Well, you know,
I was ready to fucking drink.
some of us like hygiene, so you know we don't have
I
COVID.
showered before I came here.
Really?
Does that count?
I've smelled
I got a-
Texas. Not
I
very
took a
hygienic.
bath like 6 o'clock in the morning after I got home.
You take baths everywhere. I
I'll talk
remember.
about
I remember
that.
a down
I've
south.
never,
I remember.
I've never taken a bath.
I'll talk
Oh,
about
bad.
that.
Okay.
I'll talk about
Yeah,
that
you
later.
took a bath. You took that picture of the bath.
Yeah,
the next morning.
Fuck yeah, I'm not gonna
Oh,
fucking waste the
Got
garden
that
tub.
Instagram photo with the feet up and the water pouring down.
That was a personal message, bro.
didn't even get
That
to
was the
see it.
I saw
invite.
it, though. Hey, I saw it though.
So let's put it like this. I needed to charge my phone too, so my phone was dead, and I knew I was gonna have to record some of the shenanigans going on that night. So I plugged my phone in and I went to lay down. And once your phone's plugged in, and there was no fucking outlets by the bed, so I had to plug it in on a table.
No, it was an
across-
OG room.
Yeah. So what do? You think. And I fell asleep. It's like reading. It's like, what is this muscle I'm using right now? It's tiring me. I fell asleep, and the next thing you know, I woke up randomly, and I went and checked my phone, and it's like Franz is down there, and everybody's
No, I
texting
woke
me.
you up.
Oh, you woke me up.
Yeah.
Okay. So I woke
I
up
think
like
I woke you with the phrase, "These dicks aren't going to get themselves sucked, Jace. Come on, let's go."
There's so many dudes.
probably what he
Tony's,
said too.
Tony's recruiting into that club. Here it goes.
So the funny thing is, I came in. All I wanted to do was shower because I didn't shower at Jacob's the morning before. So I came in, and he's already on the bed. I jump in the shower, get out of the shower.
So y'all room together?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Get out of the shower.
That's why
and
we
he's-
got stories.
He's like,
There he goes.
and I was like, sit down, catching up on Instagram from lunch and everything. And all of a sudden, fuck, I'm kind of tired. What's the rush? What's the fire to get downstairs? I lay down, and I said, I don't know, I think 45 minutes, but I got up when the timer went off, and got up, freshened up, got dressed, and then I said, hey. And at some point, I think getting ready, he kind of, and I was like, come on. You know what I said. Let's go.
Come on.
And then, yeah. And then I think he did take a shower. But so things, I'll see you downstairs. And I went down and.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
so-
hindsight, I wish I would have done that because I was up at 5, whatever,
Yeah,
making
you- you
coffee.
You take a bath or not?
I took like a
Shower?
45
No, 5 in
minute-
the morning because I had to do the almost hour ride to your place, and then we left at 7:30. You guys were still sleeping at Jacob's till what,
I mean, at the
9,
hotel.
9?
No,
We
no,
went
no,
to
I
bed
w-
at 5, bro.
Yeah,
Calm
we-
down.
we said-
Dude,
I mean, we said
we didn't even
drinking-
talk about that. We were at Jacob's house. There was
Colin
one
was
random
killed
black
the mini
guy. There was
bull.
one random black guy at Jacob's
Token?
party token at and mind you, Jacob and the East Texans
Looks like
are
that guy Sal from the
Yeah, they're
X
from-
Games.
yeah, he does. I mean, and I don't say black like I'm racist or anything.
What camera are we looking at?
I don't know. I was just looking around like, no, I was just like, we started talking about a lot of things. It was actually a really it was a great conversation. Like Saxon was in on it
Nah,
a
we
little
saw
bit.
the Instagram. Y'all look like y'all were having a fucking killer time there.
Yeah, we had a good time. And that's also when I saw that it was 3 a.m. and Steve Chamberlain is live, drunk. And I'm like, they're not going to make it tomorrow. I prepped myself for that disappointment. You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
like 3 FaceTimes from you. I got like 3 FaceTimes from Chamberlain.
I don't know why I was trying to trying to FaceTime
The
you.
next morning,
You
I
know
was
what?
like, everybody was partying last night, obviously.
Speaking of Chamberlain,
We were trying to figure out if we can go to his shop party
when y'all were
Oh, that's right. We were trying to figure out your shop party for our trip, so we were trying.
just
I don't
be
know. I
there
tried to FaceTime.
Just be there by 10.
yeah,
That's all you gotta do.
Chamberlain's morning after him naked in the his little story and his Hank Hill ass in the fucking mirror. Jesus Christ!
He's a pure Hank Hill.
kind of hot.
I mean, I was turned on. Got me going.
So I get my shit together. I walk downstairs. There's some other people straggling towards the bar, right? I show up to this bar. I guess Ben's already bought everybody around
Fatty
of shots.
Arbuckles.
Fatty Arbuckles was the
Arbuckles.
first bar. Yes.
Yeah.
So me, Ben,
You guys made them open up because they were closed.
did we?
Apparently, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
No,
No,
the
Fatty Arbuckles. Oh, Sandbar wasn't
No,
even open either.
Franz and them were already in the bar. So me,
Yeah.
Ben, and Steve had drinks at the deli downstairs.
Yeah.
They served beer at the deli.
Yeah, I saw
There
that.
was
No. They had a couple of beers at the deli.
Yeah,
and
served.
we drank all of them.
If you pay for them and they give them to you, they serve them.
We drink
They
the
hand them.
display beers, which were out of, like, there
I
was
don't know
air
what the
in
fuck they
them.
were.
Like, they were, it
We
was
drank them in
horrible.
the lobby, and then Ben come down, and that's when he said, you were taking a nap. And we're like, Jesus Christ. Here it goes. And he goes, what are we going to do? And we text some folks, and I think, I want to say it was Cody, said something like, Rat Fatty Arbuckles. And we're like, all right, we put it in our phone. Oh, it's just fucking across the street. So we walk across the street, go over there, and they're sitting in the thing, and man, that's when it started. I mean, I'm talking right out of the gate. Ben bought fucking the entire bar, shots of 1800 tequila. It
Yeah,
was
I
over.
almost made it past that table, and I didn't. And then
Tony
I-
was sitting at the end of the bar trying to be by himself like a regular.
he was trying to think.
Eating
No, I was
5
I was
pounds of
eating 80
crawfish.
pounds of crawfish.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
I
Yeah,
bought
yeah.
5
You and-
pounds,
you
but that's
and
the most
Larry.
5 pounds
Yeah,
I've ever
Larry
seen in my
were
life.
eating,
Yeah, it was good.
But
It's
that's
good,
when
though.
that's when I bought some White Claws and sent that message out, and I was looking where Steve was, and Steve sent the message saying that him and Mark weren't going to make it. Said Mark's bike broke and all that shit. So I was like, God damn, that sucks. Well, let's fucking
Well,
keep drinking.
Like it was a good time, but like it wasn't something worth like. I mean, he didn't make it. He didn't make it. It's not a big
Yeah,
deal,
yeah.
right? But when we walked in, like I walked up to that bar, and it was like everybody was already drunk.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
felt like I had to walk in like, have you had any water? You know, I had to ask all these dudes this shit. And then I sat down. I found me a good cubby hole. This is something that my buddy Mark, Big Trouble, we did at the Down South camp out. And it's kind of cocky. I'm gonna be real. But me and him would like change tables that we were sitting at, and we would watch all the people migrate to that table. And then we would like nonchalantly get up and go move to another table, and then all the people would
What's
migrate.
it like
over.
being sober?
It's
To be able
awesome.
to remember these things, 'cause I don't remember shit. I don't even remember that we went to 2 bars. I was so drunk at the first bar, and I saw the footage that Tony posted when my shirt
That's
was
what I was
off.
trying to get to. I was trying to get to that. So I found a nice little corner in the back because I wasn't ready to go full fucking Rumspringer on these motherfuckers, right? I just wanted to come in there and get a slight buzz going, a nice little tickle of a buzz, if you will. And then
Yeah, what's that like?
I wanted to have food. I wanted to eat. I wanted to be responsible. This isn't high school anymore. We are adults. We should know how to eat before we drink. And drink water while we do this. Gay. And so my thing was I went and sat at the back of the fucking room in the corner. And then,
Put the microphone on that, make it a little easier.
yeah. So I did that, and then next thing you know, Jetty bought shots. He bought a bunch of those lemon drop shots, which I can fuck with those because they
Yeah.
don't. I don't like strong ass shots. I'm
They're
not into that.
delicious.
They're
They
just
are
good.
delicious.
Like I'll
Good.
drink those. Like
Good.
fuck it.
I'd butt chug them.
And so he does that, and then I think either Ben or JD does another round. So we ended up having 2 of those, and then I get handed. I'm walking to the back of this fucking shotgun style bar that they got, and I'm getting handed beers left and right, and I'm trying to chug them, and I'm trying to get on everybody else's level, and then it was just it was wild because like as we got closer to the Sandbar opening, which was going to be the better spot, we really could have stayed at fucking Fatty Arbuckle's all fucking night and had a good
It was
time.
a better
too.
place. It was small. It was better.
But it was
Fatty
us.
Arbuckle's
It was
was
all
nice.
only
Oh,
us.
no, it was definitely us.
No, it was all us. It was
Yeah.
nice. I'm not gonna lie, but Jesus Christ, that second bar though.
Well, before you even get to the second bar, I mean, the shirt came off at the first.
My
bar.
my shirt came off. Hey, and listen,
I'm
I'm a little guy.
I walked in and I sat next to you, and you were already on 5.
Yeah, dude. You scream talk when you're drunk.
Yeah, that's why I have no goddamn voice in it. It's amazing. It's Wednesday. It's amazing I can talk on this.
Yeah.
I promise. That's what I'm saying. I sound like shit, but I lose my voice every time.
Well,
you saw it in.
we
You
would
saw it
probably,
at down south camp.
because they weren't shutting down. We were probably going to stay there, but it
I
was.
think we were looking for food.
Well, that and then when Ben got slapped in the spot.
Yeah, that was funny. So Ben said, so y'all saw that little midget chick that was running around there, right?
Yeah, I saw them. Yep. She
So,
was sitting at the stools.
Ben was
she
being,
like 2 or 3.
he was
Yep.
like, he was just being, he was having a good time,
He's being
right?
Ben. Yeah,
and I
having
hope
a good
I'm not fucking like dry snitching on him right now, but he's just having a good time. He's buying people drinks. We're having a party. And then he somehow got wrapped in a conversation with her. And I guess she liked him. And he told me, he's like, I was standing pretty close, kind of heard it. He goes, I wouldn't fuck you with all these other dudes' dicks. And she slapped him.
That's not what I thought was happening at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, she
Don't
slapped
remember
him-
any of it.
She slapped him good too.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, I was
He like leaned in for both of them, like, one more?
he never lost the smile.
No,
That's
he
a good dude. Fucking like
Yeah, for
that
some
guy.
reason I thought.
Dude, if you got all your boys watching you, getting slapped by a chick is almost like a trophy.
Oh yeah, everyone's congratulating you, high
He's
five.
probably my MVP for the weekend.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Honestly,
Now, you know what he's doing right now, actually? He's talking to a president of some other country about mining in their fucking
there's
neck
Yeah,
of the
some
woods.
big
there's
deal.
other countries.
Oh, this guy. He was
probably-
telling
it's
us
probably
on,
a
on our
shithole
walk.
country.
On our walk to Fatty Arbuckles, he was just. It was crazy. I was listening to him and I was like, this guy is just talking out his ass.
Were you one of the people in the group where I said somebody mentioned his bike and I go, it might have been at the lunch spot and I go, did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I was there.
because of that turbo on his bike. I go,
gotta
he
have
has to legally have a pilot's license
To
be able
operate that
on
motorcycle.
the road.
Like 3 guys. There was like 3 guys that were like, serious?
Yeah.
And Dragon was like, yeah. And I was like, shut
I
the
held it as long as I could. If I started laughing, I was like, "No, you dumb fucks!"
But you know, when we were at that, when he was talking all that
Got
stuff,
my
I'm like,
license to operate a turbo.
yeah, him and Steve were talking because Steve's in the military and been a bunch of places, and they were talking about all the places they've been and the strip clubs they visited and all these places, and so we're getting there, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But when we got to the bar, and when he ordered that first round of shots, and he pulled out that metal black card, like the unlimited,
I feel like we're snitching on him in too
Yeah.
many ways right now.
Yeah.
man,
I just
He's
know that
doing well. Let's
we
just
were
say
busting
that.
that chick's balls, the short one. Oh, she was a firecracker. We got there, and as soon as I walked in, people were like, "Wait till you get a load of this bitch. Wait till she shows back up." Ben's telling me about her, and sure enough, she shows up, and we start talking to her and her real dry friend. And
yeah, I remember they were sitting at the other end of the bar.
yeah, we went good cop, bad cop with me being the bad cop for a minute. And at some point, I got over it, and she had a dude show up. She was all making out. She was all kissing him, but I guess she sent him away because if she tried to kiss Ben,
All right,
or-
scram.
yeah, but I heard about him getting slapped, but I didn't see it.
Dude,
I didn't see it. I
I
don't
watched
remember
it.
that.
I
yeah, it was-
I saw it at peripheral, and I was like, "Did that just happen?" And then it happened again. I'm like, that just happened.
And that's all at the pub before.
Yeah, that was at
because-
the-
That was at
before the
Fatty's.
next fight.
Fatty's
Yeah.
So yeah, so if you weren't there, that's pretty much how it was. The bar scene worked out to you either got down there later, or I guess you went right away, and you went to fight.
I never knew there was 2 bars. I literally thought the first bar opened up into the
No,
second
what
bar.
was cool about the first
Yeah.
bar is there's
Everybody
a
was
bouncer.
there.
There's a bouncer at the front too, and they had rules. So there was like people that were coming in. They're like, "No, you
I had
can't
no
come in."
shirt on. What rules did
No,
they
no,
have?
no, that's what I'm
Take
getting
your
at.
shirt off
So
in
there would be people that were coming in, and the guy would literally turn people away, and I'm like,
our
this
bar
guy has obviously decided that it's our bar, and he can't get rid of us, and it's our rules.
I don't know what the fuck.
The thing is that we spend fucking money though. That's
No,
that's
Me and
the-
Jay
no,
said that.
we're definitely
the
not-
Polar
we
ride
don't
was
let-
definitely a stimulant ride.
We
Dude,
don't
we stimulated
require-
everything.
we were the
touched.
fucking stimulus package for fucking
everything
Louisiana.
between the
You're welcome,
shoes, the
Shreveport.
gear we bought.
Yeah, he
before the
looked at everybody
ride,
coming
the
in and he goes, I don't know what the fuck a Dixon is, but all these motherfuckers are wearing them, so it must be a company
Hey,
or
speaking.
something.
Hey, real quick on the Dixons before I forget.
I was gonna say that. Like, so was it you that made
I
the whole
posted up.
roll?
I said
It was a
the
trio.
day before the trip. I said
It's a trio.
it was a trio. But
Yeah.
the day before it, I said, by the way, If there's matching Dixons at this thing, you owe everybody a fucking drink.
Everybody
There was
around.
only one set, and it was 3 people, and Boz did honor that. Boz
Yeah.
is the only one. He put $300
The other guy
down on the
was
tab.
Chad from Houston, and he goes, "I wasn't in that fucking chat.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
not
I wasn't in
fucking
that chat. I
doing
didn't know-
shit."
I didn't know I couldn't
Which
have
is
a
really
matching one.
funny. And then I forget who the other dude
Who was
was.
the other- was it one
but
of
then
ours?
somebody
No, it
else
wasn't
showed
one
up.
of ours. There was 3 guys that had the same
yeah,
ones
he
on.
was hella
Boz,
nice. He was really cool.
But Boz did put $300 down at the second bar.
Be rememberable.
Yeah. But me
Nah,
and
he was
Justin,
a
me and
nice
Justin,
guy.
you know,
If
King
you're the
Dixon.
last
No,
guy with the
Rob,
McAllister
didn't
flannel, I
Robert
fuck
had one on?
Was it Robert?
Cheek. Yeah.
The same
No,
one though?
no, no, no.
I
No,
swear
he had a
had
different one.
I
That
swear he
blue
had
with
one
like the
on.
red
There was
stripes.
guys. There was guys that
He
I
had the
know were
blue one
Dixons
on
didn't wear a
because
Dixon
him
because
and
of
his
that.
brother. He showed up to pick his brother up, and his
They had
brother
the
came
ma-
out of
they had
house
the
with
matching
same
ones
one, and he
at
told
the
his
gas
brother,
station.
No,
he goes,
no.
"Go
The
back
funny thing
inside."
was, is when we were there, we were like, man, nobody had matching Dixon. Literally, we turned around like, oh, there's 3.
They were standing back to back, and we pointed them out. But,
Drunk shit talk, little one. Next time all of you guys wear your Dixon somewhere, ask yourselves what has Dixon done from our bike scene.
Hey, next time all
They
you
don't
guys
have
are wearing
the,
your
the
Dixons,
bacon
just remember,
collar
I'm
and-
not wearing one.
Oh yeah.
They got the
So-
longer sleeves for when you ride.
Yeah.
Takes the guesswork out of having. Otherwise, I gotta pick a real. What am I gonna go to Banana Republic? I have 2.
Yeah, dude.
Wear
I can
Eddie
either
Bauer.
wear. Look, this is my
fucking
wardrobe.
Dixon. What do you want me
I
to
can wear
wear?
a fucking hoodie, or I can wear a Dixon.
got a
That's
re-
about it. Otherwise,
either way,
I
me
don't
and-
know where to buy clothes at.
I got a
anymore.
Rebels
What do
too,
I do for
flannel.
clothing? If it's not a t-shirt, a hoodie, or a flannel, I don't fucking know, man. It's like a suit. Somebody died, or somebody's getting
That video,
married.
that video
That's
I
what wear.
posted about me walking through the field of Dixons was pretty funny, but that's what me and Justin were talking about. We pulled some old G's ones out, and
Oh, it's a matter
or
of
the
time.
old
Somebody will
ones.
pull. Who is it? I guess Unknown's redoing there. Somebody's
I
putting
like-
some. Oh, Trent's got that one from that shooter group.
I like yours, the white and green.
Somebody.
oh, the striped one, yeah,
You talk
that's
about
my favorite.
You talk about betting. Like I'm sure nobody will have this one. Please, nobody have this.
I bought my
one.
boss the tracker this year for Christmas.
Yeah.
because he's been in prison. Then it's that white and black striped one that looks like your white and green one. He's like, man, this looks like prison stripes. I was like, yeah, it is what it is.
Is what it is.
So I hope you like all his fucking Lamborghini posts and his fucking lavish trips
Hey.
posts.
Some,
Hey,
sometimes
sometimes we
look
just gotta
at,
be
hey,
proud of
look at
people
Lance
doing
out
good.
there. Lance has got a nice little motorcycle collection now because of Thrashing. You know, put some clothes out there, and now he's got hard parts, and
But he rides.
he does ride. He makes it play. Oh, I mean, he rides on that side of the
So
country.
back to the thing. So the bar.
Left,
if you,
it's
Yeah,
left
same.
coast.
if you weren't
left
there,
coast.
the bar scene pretty much broke into everybody was in this one little tiny pub, Fatty Arbuckles.
Sure wasn't the same one.
No, that's
No,
where
no,
everybody
we're
started.
we're-
That's,
no,
I mean,
we're
when
still
I
on
walked in-
Fatty's. I'm
Yeah,
saying
when,
to the
like,
slab.
but I'm just saying that's where everybody started.
And that's where the shirt came off,
And
too.
yeah, it was packed, and it was we
Really
we
is warm in
outgrew
there.
Fatty Arbuckles. I think it's safe to say that.
Yeah, because not
We-
everybody was there yet.
Yeah, and as more people showed up, we definitely needed a bigger scene. But we used it for all its work. We had all. I mean, it was our bar. Like Jay said, this is our bar now. You know, we own this bar. And then it went to the sandbar.
Yeah, and there was cartwheels on the way to the sandbar, and
So the-
and James did not do.
So
one.
how would you describe it? It's like a little corridor.
It's a three
sh-
We
level.
got, by the way, first off, we
shopping
got to
center.
that bar at 6 because you posted that,
And this
that
is all
video when we were on
walking
the porch
distance from
talking
the-
No,
about
it's so
It's like-
fucking
Dude, it was
retarded.
6, dude. It was
It's
6.
It's 6
my shirt was
An
off.
hour and a
I remember looking at my watch on that video and I'm like, it's 6:15.
When
And
the
literally
regular
chugging a beer and us walking
Yeah,
down
when the
there.
regular crowd in that town doesn't get that lit till like 3 a.m., we're lit at 6.
Yeah, that's what I
Well-
was saying though. It's like, so this is what happened is like basically
we came to party. That's
we
what happened.
became the party, the pre-party.
Pre, post.
I mean, could you imagine being the
No.
owners of these
We're all the
places or the
party.
Yeah.
people that work there and they're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Oh shit! At 6,
Like 6 feet.
at 6.
Yeah.
Look at this.
The
He's
early
there without
two
his shirt
guys,
on.
No,
the early shit
there's
bartenders
80.
never made more than $50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 80 people.
We
at
were
a 3
talking
a.m.
about
their
the bartenders
Is there
walking
a fucking
in.
college team in town? What is going on?
It's lacrosse, bitch. But so we're there early and we're fucking playing all the games.
There's not
putting
a
all
single,
the money and
there
all
wasn't
the
a
shit.
single person in there when
There
we
wasn't.
arrived.
No.
Yeah, not
Oh,
a
you're
single.
talking the second bar. The
We
sandbar?
open, yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking sandbar. We open
Sandbar.
that bar up and we show up deep as fuck, like we're doing something in America or something.
DJ
What about
had
the
to wake
Stretch-
up,
The
get in
Stretch Armstrong girl, the girl looks like she got grabbed by her feet.
Yeah,
and
who-
head
Artie's
pushed
girl?
out.
It was Artie's girl.
Artie's
That's
girl.
Artie's
Yeah,
girl.
yeah. She
So
definitely was.
we show up, we do this, we start ordering pizzas, we drink more beer, we find the punching bag machine.
We ordered a lot of
Kryptonite
pizzas.
to bikers. Let's just be real.
Listen to my Danny douchebag, really, honestly.
It was
like,
such a fun thing. Like
I
just
got
watching
more
everybody
videos of this
about it.
motherfucker over here headbutting and trying to fucking Cobra Kai a goddamn fucking punching bag than I've ever.
You know what that punching bag machine is too?
Money maker?
It's it's a money maker.
If I could put one in the shop,
But
though.
dude, you talk about all of a sudden everybody's friends, because I saw guys walking up to that other dudes you had no fucking idea, like newer dudes,
Hugging
and
each
all of a
other.
sudden, and they're just all of a sudden you walk up, and if you're next up, people are pulling for you. First they want to see what you got, but otherwise they're pulling for
Hey,
you.
how'd y'all become best friends? Well,
This motherfucker
He
killed it on the punching machine.
670
dude.
on the punching
I
bag.
bought him
Well,
a beer. We just started
we had a
talking after
punching
that.
bag challenge, and you know we were both close, and we realized that we had a lot in common.
What the fuck started the other thing? The ping pong ball or whatever we had challenge.
We were throwing them
going
from the top and
upstairs
trying to get them into
downstairs?
people's cups. Remember that?
I just
I
like.
wasn't in on
I'm
that.
more embarrassed in the fact that we got so drunk so quick, and by 8:30, when other people were just having that last meal before they go to the club, before they start getting
The
dressed, to
people
go to
that
the
were
club,
like, "Oh, we
people
showed
are
up the club
walking
way
in,
too early,"
looking
and then they got
around,
there.
and we're fucking throwing punching bags and ping pongs, and they're like, "This ain't our
Dude,
bar."
It was our dance floor. It was everything.
Everything. We
It
owned
was
it
our
all.
bar for a while.
yeah. And then the local showed up. So we ended up. I don't know how we got migrated to the downstairs bar
Dance-
or
the
club.
light-
Sort of
the
It was a
lights-
club
I think
down
the
there.
lights.
It was like a
attracted us.
club
Yeah, it was
downstairs.
hidden. I thought it was the bathroom until we got there.
Yeah. And so we hit there and we go downstairs and the fucking DJ's
Just started.
it's
Lights are
fucking
going.
going.
Yeah.
And
What's the
then
movie? It's hard out here for old pimp.
Yeah.
What's that movie?
Hustle and Flow.
Hustle
That's
and Flow.
that was the kind of club a dude like Hustle and Flow would sell drugs out of. Like he would run
Yeah.
like run chicks out of there.
Yeah, definitely.
It
Like,
had a Hustle and Flow feel
Oh,
to
yeah.
it. Like,
100%.
Monroe is not that far from Shreveport. dude. So we're down there, and that's when all the dancing started taking place with like my machinist. And his
Well,
fucking-
first thing, Justin gets out there, and knowing Justin, knowing him as how long, like the first club I ever went to, Justin's on the dance floor with glow sticks, and he's dancing up my neck, my back, and I go to the DJ instantly, and I hand him like a $10 bill or $5 bill, and I'm like, dude, put it on my neck, my back, and I tell you, this guy's gonna take off. And sure as shit, Justin got his fucking, he's got his fucking tips of his fingers on his hat, he's dancing on the
He's like, oh shit, they played my song.
Like,
Watch your
oh,
fuck,
man.
hold my drink.
I love that we can talk so much shit about Justin, and all he can do is comment. And he's not even watching this, so he's at the comment
dick.
later. Yeah, so that happened, and then
a lot.
it while we were down there, at one point in time, we owned the dance floor, which, depending on which peripheral you're looking at, that
Yeah.
could look
Perspective.
very gay, or it could look like
I was in the back, so yeah, it looked all kind of weird.
it looked weird.
Man,
So there's a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
dudes dancing with air, and
I
then
loved it.
there was like a sprinkle of
chicks
chicks in
out
there.
there.
There was
Yeah.
a sprinkle of chicks.
A sprinkle of D-list.
Yeah,
chicks.
but
D-list.
man, it was, I don't know, it was
didn't have
funny
the drinks
seeing
I had.
dudes kind of take their turns. Seeing dudes that could actually dance, that could, like, taking their turns. Like I said, dudes like Cody and Franz.
Mark,
Fuck, there's a bunch of them. I remember
Kyle,
Steven, my cousin Steven.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah,
Jet-
Ryan.
Jetty got out there and
dude,
shook
there's a
his
handful of
head.
dudes that got out there and fucking, cut moves.
What's
Where
the,
I was
what's the
like,
guy's
all right.
name with the coveralls or
Oh,
overalls?
fucking
Mike, that's Mike
DeJong.
DeJong.
Dude, he was in it.
He took
The
his
law.
shirt
He
off.
took his shirt off.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
took-
He was in it.
My
I got
brother.
video.
Yeah, no, Mike's a chopper guy that just got back into the dynasty scene.
Oh, yeah?
Just, yeah, all of a
Yeah.
sudden
Out of
it's
Houston?
like-
Is he
He's-
Houston dude?
No, he's
No,
Dallas.
he's Dallas,
Yeah,
Dallas.
he rode back with us. Yeah, he's awesome. But yeah, you're right. I've got a video of him on my phone.
Yeah.
Just
I
do.
real sit-
He
Like,
had,
dude, I'm not even trying to
dude,
film
he
you,
had
dude.
love
I'm
in his
away.
hips, man. He
Yeah.
was moving.
Speaking of shirt, Mark, man, was trying to get me to put my clothes back on the entire
Collier.
time.
Collier.
Collier.
Yeah. Shout out to Mark Collier. That's where that Montucky dump truck over there.
Tall boy.
I don't know
came
what they
from.
call him. They call him a dump truck, or what is it called?
That's is that a big one?
That's a 24. He
can't
brought
even-
those to the anniversary
I can't even
party.
see that
He
far.
gave
I'm almost
me,
40.
like I said, hey, let me put one in the studio. So this is from the anniversary party from Mark Collier. How do you say his name?
Collar.
Collier.
Yeah, him and his wife were there, so. And
Dude,
she
they
was
bought,
tearing it up
they
on the
bought
dance floor.
out the entire collection of Montuckies.
He's got everything. She had socks on,
Dude.
fucking under sweats, everything.
Dude, the first bar, she comes upstairs and she rips up because you can't play pool.
She farted?
No. you can't play pool or anything because it's
Yeah.
everything's shut down.
They opened the fucking things. And
No,
started
she-
playing pool.
pulled the
ripped-
cover off the pool
she
table.
ripped
She
all
said-
the covers off the pool. She's like, "This is bullshit. This is bullshit." And then one of the managers or somebody comes over. He's like, "We got to put these back on." And he's
That's
putting them
what
back on.
happens when you put this red fucking state in a blue state, motherfucker. We liberate the pool tables.
So she said something. She said
She is
something
so
about
good. I love it.
Yeah, she said something about being worried that she went too hard and didn't remember everything,
Or like
And
she
man-
embarrassed herself or something like that.
Yeah, and I was like,
nah,
dude,
nah.
no,
Mom,
not
you
at
were
all.
good,
You're
yeah.
So
I
I
out there
want to
dancing.
discuss one thing that we kind of as our inner circle talks about is that we do events like, and
Yeah.
I'm not talking shit about Mark and all the other people because I know some dudes.
I like you, Mark's wife. Check your feelings
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah, we do events for women, our chicks to go with us, and we do events that's just us guys, and so we try to keep it that way so that like not. We can get into this next segment.
explaining why.
Maybe
what he's saying.
maybe you've seen the photo for the beginning of this podcast. So the reason is that we try to keep it just male is because I honestly believe, and fight me if you don't think so. I think that men around their wives act differently than they actually are.
100%.
And if you say you don't, that's because you're so whooped and your wife has her balls like this.
Because she's listening.
Or you don't drink and turn
She's
the left.
listening, yeah. So at the same time, it's like I don't discredit guys like Robert Cheek that brings his chick out or Zach. You know, what was
Bad
Zach's
intentions.
Instagram name?
Bad intentions.
Bad
Or
intentions.
Malicious intentions.
There's some
Those good
dudes that like they operate with their wives and it looks natural and it's fine, but they're also not the dudes.
And they never have problems.
Their
Their wives are.
their wives like
yeah.
I hate to say they got them in check, but they are under.
They understand.
Yeah. And that's fine. But like we do Sturgis, we do certain events that all our wives come to and they get to be the camp out is we bring all our wives to the camp out. But when we do a 1-day ride and it's about fucking riding in horrible weather, air quotes, like I'm not taking my wife. I don't want to hear her bitching the entire fucking time about like it's raining, it's cold, it's airy. I don't want to hear all that shit. I just want to go fucking deal with this bullshit we're
Oxygen.
dealing with, and I want to fucking drink and party.
And that's the difference when we get into the next segment is the wives that were cool were on the back of the bikes dealing with the weather. The wives that, not the wives, but the wife that,
Did she wear a helmet?
she wasn't even on a bike.
Oh, that's right. She drove.
But she was still wearing a mask while she drove.
She did?
I don't know.
She loves y'all too.
But yes, Jackaleka, you didn't do anything
But
weird.
The ones that created some problems were in
Do that ass
four
in a
wheels
circle out
following
there on the
behind
dance
us.
floor.
So,
it's fun hanging out.
you know, if you're on the
Yeah.
back and you're
Totally
enduring
cool.
it, you know, going
Great
through
people.
it. What's that?
No.
Dorn? Oh,
Don't repeat it.
dealing with it. I don't know.
Sorry. Double conversation.
But yeah, it's two different vibes. But 100%, this was supposed to be just a quick in and out dude's trip. Not dude's trip, but you know,
You just kind of assumed, thinking that it's going to be maybe potentially shitty weather, that chicks
They don't
are-
wanna be a part
They're
of it.
naturally going to go, wait, for one
That's
night?
stupid.
Just to-
My wife
hey,
was saying that the whole time.
you
She was
guys are
like,
dumb.
"You're really gonna
is
do
a-
this?"
This
And she
is
was
dumb.
like,
but
I don't want to be a part of that.
Hey,
Like,
actually,
that
You
sounds
got
dumb.
a felony in Shreveport on some bad weather riding? How dumb are you?
Exactly. Who's the dumb one now?
I'm not married, so I'll say it. Women don't want dudes to have fun, so it's cool.
Thank you.
To all
When
the
you get
possible-
married, it's
to all the
about it's the
possible
level of
prospects for-
fun and who gets to have it. Like you got to share the fun. Like, all right, this is my fun time, but you didn't have fun because you're a cunt. And all your friends don't like you, so I guess come hang with mine and ruin my life.
Got another Montucky.
My wife's hot.
Got another cold snack.
I need one, dude. I'm fucking out.
They're not doing this in Arkansas.
I need a beer fucking assistant.
But you guys don't have Yingling yet either, so it's.
Yeah, well, you know, like we're not gay.
And Yingling's
so-
actually a lot better.
not really. So
you have a paint pen on you?
No, I don't have a paint pen. No. Where are you going with this?
I may need an autograph.
Tick.
What? What are you talking about?
Wives.
I'd pee on you.
all right, so here's what happened.
No. What happened?
Wait, we're talking that now?
Are we on
We
there?
have to.
We-
It's
we're already
time.
skipping.
I got to start.
We're
there
gonna
then.
skip and we're gonna go back because
What are we at? What are we at for time right now?
You want me to start? You want me to get this going?
Oh, we got plenty of time. We don't even have to get to that.
You want me to
part
get this
yet.
going for
We
you?
still got-
And then
dude, I got a
Scott?
fucking clubhouse fucking debate going on at fucking 9:00. Y'all got to wrap this shit up. I'm
yeah.
just playing.
What's Clubhouse?
Fuck
You
with
got to
it.
talk to me about
He talked about that.
Is that what we're
Clubhouse.
doing?
We're another group where he talks.
Are we doing? We doing this?
Are we going to go
We're
to that
talking
now?
about
Okay.
this.
All right. So I left the club because I was like, all right, we've been hanging out. Me and Jetty's old man. What's Jetty's old dude? Old man's
Jetty's
name?
dad.
Jetty?
Shout out.
Jetty's dad.
Shout out to Jetty's dad.
He's
Jetty
my
number two,
second
Jetty
ABV.
Z. Big
He's my
Jetty,
second
Big Jetty.
ABV.
So I like to gamble. I like to play craps. He likes to play craps, and I was like, I'm trying to pace myself here. I haven't died like everybody else on the dance floor. I was like, I want to go back to casino. So I'm going back. Me and Boz are going back, and starting to ride, get to the hotel and start to walk by the bikes, and I noticed something didn't look right, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over, and then the security guy's like, yeah, she knocked over all the bikes, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I go over, and there's 5 bikes laying on their side, and I'm like, oh shit. And I like realized, luckily mine wasn't in the middle of it. And then I looked at how close Jace's bike was to it. And I'm like, whose all's bikes?
What
Where's
did you
that?
do? I'm on the curb. So,
So-
I'm
You're,
So
so
to
you were
paint a-
close. You were close.
I'm
I mean,
higher.
it could have fucking.
So to
really,
paint a picture for those that are just listening,
Yeah.
as soon as you pull up to Sam's Town, they have a parking garage. They let us have. I mean, I'm talking the second you roll into the parking garage under the cover, we
like the entrance.
we dominated all
basically,
that.
yeah.
Every fucking spot.
there
you
was
can
still
imagine.
a way to get in and out of the
But
of the
everything
parking
was
garage.
motorcycles.
Yeah.
So he
So-
basically said between trash can and trash can, which I don't know what that meant because we just fucking parked everywhere and took it. So 5 bikes were laying on their side, and I
And these
realized
bikes were at the very start.
First off,
Yeah, at
one
the
was an
beginning.
Indian.
I'll post a video.
Who
one
cares?
on
was,
my
one was
story
an
as soon
Indian,
as
which
it's over.
doesn't count. Doesn't.
But unfortunately, the Indian did some damage too.
Yeah.
Fellow
So
Dallas.
there's 5 bikes. I think there's 2 from
Probably
Texas,
got
3 from
totaled.
Arkansas, and the first bike was a buddy of ours. And then the guy was like, "Yeah, they already got the girl." And then at this moment, Boz is with me, and I'm like, "All right, hey man, can you help me pick up these bikes?" I was like, "I'll get them on this side if you'll just pull them over, so I can make sure no more damage has happened to these motorcycles." We get them all up, and the security
Which, by the way,
guy's
is
like, "Hey,
5
there's
bikes.
the cop pulling the cop's walking the chick back to the car." And then I realize who it is, and I call her buddy, and I'm like, "Hey man, you need to come downstairs. Shit's happened. There's bikes laying on the side. One is yours. Your old lady's downstairs."
In handcuffs.
In handcuffs. So obviously they got a fight. She came downstairs, kicked over his bike. In the words of Jace, the Pee Wee Herman effect happened. All the bikes lay over. Some decent damage. Scott right here can kind of tell you
So yeah, talking to
what BJ said about his old lady.
the whole Hard Riders group that we were talking about. So basically, I guess from what BJ's mouth was,
Which I called Jace, and I was like, "Dude, you need to get your boys
Yeah.
over here." I was like,
yeah.
"There's a couple
So
of
this
bikes."
is probably, I think it was like 11:30 at night.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know
we've been.
time.
Listen, I was already drunk at 6
8:30.
o'clock. No, it wasn't. It was way.
Please tell me it was later. Please.
Yeah, if you look at the police report, she was arrested at like 11:20 or something.
860. Yeah, that process takes a while. But I
Yeah.
don't know if you've been arrested before.
Yeah, a few times. But either way, or he was telling me they were at the bar with us, and they kind of got in a little bicker or whatever. So they said, "Fuck it." They left the bar. They went back to the casino, and in the middle of the casino, they started fighting. So they actually caused a fight in the scene. She was fucking with him. I guess
Classy.
I'm pretty sure he said
Was
he threw his beer or his
Well, she
drink.
asked him to hold her drink at the
Asked him
bar.
to hold a drink, and I guess he set his drink down. She went to the bathroom, came back, saw her drink wasn't
and then
in his
started
hand.
accusing him that somebody roofied her drink because it was
Yeah,
sitting down
just
at
some
the bar.
dumb shit.
Yeah, just dumb
Absolute
shit.
dumb shit. So they
That
got in a
sounds
fight.
like a funner time than she has looking.
Oh man, it's crazy. So, anyways, they leave the bar. They go to the casino, and we're also at the bar.
Let me see that. Let me see that mugshot real quick.
Hey,
Yeah, pull that thing up.
Pull this up right here
While we're talking.
Link in the top.
Yeah, who's gonna roofie that, bro?
Hey, someone's out there. It's a seat for every.
Have you ever seen
or
my
ass
butt?
for every seat. What
Huh?
did it say?
Monster?
I got a nice butt.
Monster? You ever seen
Nice
that?
roots, bitch.
So they're in the casino.
Here,
Shout out for the
to
female
preface this before, the reason why we use her mugshot on this podcast and going forward is that like, fuck you for
And she's
picking
a
bikes
criminal.
over.
She
You
can't do
fucking-
anything about it.
Fucked up
Yeah, we
more than
don't-
just your
yeah,
dude.
we
If you're
don't-
pissed off at your dude, that's fine. But you literally fucked
don't
up.
feel
I
bad.
said that here's the you want to get mad at your dude, go blow the bellhop boy. Go blow a dude. Go
Yeah.
fucking women can do so much more damage to our ego than like fucking kicking our bikes over. Seriously.
Yep. So I guess what happened was they went to the casino.
You better not.
I always thought kicking
Yeah.
bikes over was a Texas thing, and then I realized it was an Arkansas.
Yeah, it's apparently Arkansas. So they got in a fight in the
I
casino.
remember that story.
He
Texas River Rat.
Yeah, he literally said he threw his drink in her face as the bouncers were pulling her out. She got kicked out of the casino, so she's basically blacklisted from going down into the casinos. The other women that were with our group took her to her room, supposedly thought she was in the bed, she was calm, she was whatever.
The other accomplices.
The other accomplices. No, they weren't accomplices because honestly, they were as disgusted with her. That's what they say.
They would have probably fucked her
Debatable.
up.
No, they were
would've-
ready to
They
fuck
would
her
have
up.
fucked her up.
I'll get to that point here in a second. You'll know why they would have fucked her up. But she,
I'm a woman hater tonight. brother.
yeah, I know, hate them all. But she supposedly,
I'm getting off this podcast.
so yeah, she I guess at some
You're
point
already
left the
canceled,
room.
bro. You're already canceled.
She was already flagged by security. So when security saw her leave the room, they started following her on the cameras. Saw her go straight to the bikes.
They walked her to the bikes.
They escorted her to the motorcycles. But no, so they were watching her, making sure she wasn't going to the casino. They thought she was just going to go to her car and leave. They said when she got into the parking garage, they saw her walk straight to the bikes, knock him over, knock his bike, which Pee Wee Herman into all the others. And she tried to come back into the casino to go, I guess, back to her room.
And she had to like tell him like, "Yo, I did this."
Well, no, they fucking snatched her up before she could even make it into the building because they already saw it with their own eyes. So they already had her locked down and everything. And then that's when Tony and them came up. So she was arrested and everything. And
Yeah, me and Boz just happened to walk up at the same time.
so supposedly she goes to city. She gets arrested. She goes to city. And the funny story was that goes back to the other accomplices. She had one phone call when she was in city to make. And she calls one of the other girls that was with her and starts cussing them out.
Just go knock those bikes
Instead of
over.
saying, hey, I'm in jail. This is my bond.
I fucked up.
Yeah, I fucked up. I need help. She starts cussing them out. And that bitch just, not bitch, that woman.
No, bitch.
No, the one that she called.
It's an adjective.
Okay. Well, she let her have it. She said she just let her have it, and she hung up on her. And I guess
So
what
this
ended up,
bitch let that bitch have it.
yeah. So
My man.
yeah, she got locked
That's
up.
how we talked about it in Texas.
Yeah. So she got locked up, and I guess Tony's the one
I
who
guess you don't have Valentine's plans now.
I got.
I'm married and she don't listen to this.
So my wife definitely ain't wasting her time on this. So yeah, Tony's the one who called you, and
Yeah.
you told Blake and them, hey, your bikes got messed up. So there was 5 bikes altogether.
No, there was a Where's Waldo hunt for who had the black performance bagger.
Yeah.
Well, no,
With
it
gold.
it was a silver stripe BMC seat.
Hey,
Silver stripe BMC seat.
who has a BMC seat, a black street glide with T-bars on
And you found it instantly.
it?
It was one of the Blakes. So
It was the one of the Blakes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I guess they came down there. I've asked Blake about it. Blake did say that I guess BJ did try to, make some things right. And I guess BJ's bikes, it tumbled into the Indian, which Indian, it was Arkansas as well.
Yeah, Indian
deserved it.
Indian knocked over and like
And
did
into-
way
went
more
into Blake.
damage to Harleys because it's.
They've always been doing damage to Harleys. It's weird.
I don't know what you're
They're wrecking 'em
implying
right
there,
now.
bro, but I'm not fucking drinking that Kool-Aid. It just did more damage because it's a big pile of shit, and when you put shit on top of nice things, it tends
Rubs
to fuck
off.
things
It rubs
up.
off.
You know what
I
I
got
mean?
it.
Yeah, I know.
Get it
all about,
right.
I know all about rubbing off, but that's
Yeah, but luckily Blake's bike didn't fall over.
When you
so
gonna run
the
an
Indian,
Indian Carry Hart, motherfucker, like you gonna get paid too?
it's like Carry Hart helmet record.
Carry Hart copied my helmet, motherfucker. He saw my helmet. He goes, "Dude, I want to build a fucking Dyna."
Dyna
first
Pro
of all-
Chief.
first of all,
Oh, Chief.
Dyna Indian.
You're not
right?
saying his name
I
right.
want to
It's
build a
correct.
Bolt Dyna Indian. A Bolt
A
Dyna.
Danian?
It's like a lightning bolt Dyna Indian. So it's like some Indian
yeah,
owner has a casino.
It's like all
or
the three
something.
together.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do a general. I'm
That one
sorry.
they just
Hey,
posted up that Fab 28
Yes,
did the
whatever
exhaust
that
for.
was.
Yeah.
I thought it looked.
job, dude.
I thought that looked a little bit more like a modern FXR, like a.
Are we gonna stack these motherfuckers?
We doing, yeah.
Well, here's the deal. You used to ride a Bolt.
I didn't
So you have a little bit of bias towards why that bike might be nice to you.
Bike look good.
You know the worst part?
You can't say that it's not at least a little bit.
Here,
It looks kind of cool.
There's nothing dope about it.
hands raised.
We're all done.
That
Hands raised.
that gooseneck frame on
I
it
pledge
looks
allegiance not
looks
to
like
the Bolt.
Here's
shit.
the deal. I think that's gonna be a Patreon podcast. Here's the deal. I'm gonna have to start a new series. It's just me ranting about shit I don't know nothing about.
Sounds like most of the podcast.
Edit that out.
5 seconds. Run that back.
So the fact that Indian and all their glory of money that they have to spend on figuring shit out in life, they decided to take this turd of a bike. This turd. Like the Indian Scout is a much better platform to build a bike on, right? It really is. If you look at the Scout and the lines, the body lines, the aesthetics of the bike, and then they took this thing and they
which is the Chief, right?
Yeah, they call it the Chief, which they call all their bikes a Chief. So that's gonna get fucking super confusing.
Technically.
Yeah,
And then
it seems like
you-
they got a few.
You know, I was,
That's
I
like
was
the touring line of Harley, I guess.
Do you guys remember the Pontiac Aztec? Do you remember that? You remember that? It was a
amazing.
Pontiac
That's Walter
Aztec.
White's car.
Walter
Yeah.
White's car. It is a joke of the automotive world. It killed Pontiac. They fucking didn't get. They didn't have. They couldn't get bailed out because they made the
Well, that
fucking
and the
Pontiac
Vibe.
Aztec.
They made the Vibe that was
No,
worse
they
than the
made a
Aztec.
Pontiac Aztec and they committed automotive suicide right there. Well, they hired.
Isn't that what the
Indian
new
hired
Tesla
that
truck
dude.
looks like though?
Indian hired that dude that designed that fucking Pontiac Aztec and said, "Hey, dude, we know you failed it at fucking Pontiac, but here we got faith in you.
We know you bankrupt them. Come
Show me
on.
what you can do
Help
with these
us
new
out.
Indians." And then it's a fucking Bolt, Yamaha Bolt with a couple add-ons and a fucking Dynabro paint job. Well, no, let me not get to that. It's a fucking Bolt is what it is. And then they gave it to Kerry Hart, and the dude's a good dude. He's a good ambassador for motorcycles, in my opinion. But the problem is that he fucks with Indian, and we all know that he gets paid to fuck with Indian. Therefore, that he's putting out Indian
Give me
propaganda.
a $20,000 motorcycle. I'm gonna tell you it's fucking
Dude,
great.
if you gave me a fucking Pontiac Aztec and the money that he gets paid to fucking ride an Indian, I'll make you like a fucking Aztec. Somehow.
Put a dope paint job on it and fucking some wheels and call it good.
But
Not
some
gonna be okay with
it's a
an Aztec.
fucking joke of a bike, man. Calm down. Fucking just stop. Just fucking stop. Like, I will give credit where credit's due. Like, I'm a big hater of Indian, but I will give credit to Insta having Kyle, and I will definitely give good credit to Barnstorm Cycles for building the Indian Challenge they have. They have changed my perspective of what Indians can look like. Therefore, the way they can get customized into something more aesthetically pleasing to someone that's very visual like myself.
Still too
This
much plastic
fucking
on there,
Bolt,
though.
this fucking bike, fuck off with that bullshit. It looks like a goddamn chopper / like they wanted the frame to match the fucking shock and to have this whole like chopper softail vibe going on.
It's got that Pro Street, that digger, like that gooseneck.
No, it's a V-Rod Bolt. The shocks don't even go
No,
up.
that
They're
front-
fucking-
the
they're
front neck
level
is what
with the
kills
swing
me.
arms,
The
so
front
It's
they
almost
don't
like if
even-
you got slapped in the ass
They
by
don't
your
even
shock.
do their job. The shocks are like, hey, why am I even here?
Yeah. But everybody's like, hey, why don't you ride it first before you have an opinion? It's like, here's the deal. I don't need to ride a piece of shit to know it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Even if it's the best riding bike in the world, that doesn't make it. That doesn't excuse the fact that it doesn't look good. Bikes are about making ugly motherfuckers like me look cool going down the road.
gonna take a
If
hell
you're
of a bike.
exactly, Harley can do that. Here's the deal: if you don't do that for me, if your bike is just a piece of shit too, and I'm a piece of shit on top of it, it don't work. Nothing adds up to a better place. It's just two negatives canceling negatives out. You gotta have a negative and
Big piece of
positive.
shit.
Piece of shit. When are you gonna get sponsored by Indian? I'm supposed to do
change
it.
the subject?
I'm supposed to be doing a Clubhouse podcast chat after
What does
this.
that mean?
It's a long story.
Is that a thing?
It's a new social media platform.
A clubhouse.
So we're all doing a Clubhouse podcast chat.
We should, yeah. We should just fucking like plug it in and be like, "You're live with all of us." But anyway,
I don't understand. Okay.
but women,
Hey, back to I don't understand.
yeah. But yeah, so that's why she's.
I hope she stays there.
So
for
she's
at
still in
least-
jail right now.
Yeah, at least for 6 more years. I don't know.
Shoot. What's the lowest commissary we could send her? Like, like, can we send her enough where they're like, oh, hey, she gets an alert, like, hey, you got some money in your commissary, but it's not even enough
It's
to
like
buy
2
like a bag of
cents,
Fritos.
like, just the most
It's like, oh, you
minimal.
got 15 cents. Sorry, like 85 more.
I mean,
than
she
you can
got
buy a
transferred. That's
stick
pretty
of gum.
fucking rad. The fact that she's still
She have
there.
warrants.
I don't know. The fact that she's still there says something because normally she'd be out on Monday.
Why?
So let's turn the microscope back on her man. What did he do exactly?
He was just being a good dude.
From his words, she was super drunk already, and she's known
He
for
set
this.
her drink down.
Is her vagina good at least? Apparently, I
know,
mean,
man.
I mean, it must be a
I
golden
don't-
vagina because there's.
she
anything,
definitely
hey-
has to work out the rest of her.
I have to live.
Justin went to school with her, has known her way more years than BJ's known her.
Me and Justin.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you not see my
But-
post?
Something on her works really good. It's either her mouth or
But according to him, she handed him his drink or handed him her
It
drink.
doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. Did you
No,
see
no,
her
seriously.
picture?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
She knocked over some bikes that wasn't any of ours.
Anybody that does that, I don't care who, what, when, or where, they are not welcome back ever again.
No, 100%. That's. I mean, it's just shit. It's shit.
again. Into
I'll let y'all
anything.
handle that since they were on your guest list.
It's
Well,
all right.
this is
Then
funny 'cause we
it's
were
all right.
sitting-
Y'all, I've been here. Been here.
The best part was like,
Like I said, Jekaleka just threw that ass around in a circle on the dance floor. She didn't knock over anybody's bikes. She had a good time. She was rad to be around.
The best part
I still got a
was-
boot print in my bike.
waking up the next morning and
Not
seeing
from
half of
mine.
you guys sitting at the fucking breakfast
shit
bar
was that?
downstairs and walking down and saying like, you know, like continue to try to talk the shit that I've been talking all weekend about. We had more people, and you guys go, well, one of us got a felony.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah,
fuck.
Jay's trying to say, looks like Texas won. I said, I don't know, man. Arkansas left with a felony, so felony by default, we win.
So it's like, do you
If
claim
your
her?
felony would have been Steve, like punching a cop, then I'd go, yeah, dude, y'all win right away. But
Don't matter if it's an inch or a mile.
yeah,
Felony's a
I
felony.
don't know about that.
Winning's winning.
Winning is winning. We were at lunch first. What else we got? 3 states.
I would love to give Texas 2 whole days.
Honestly, you know what it comes down to is, for me, it wasn't even about winning. It's
I didn't give
it
a
was-
fuck. That whole war thing. That
it's-
was so. That
that's
was just for the
just-
memes.
it's just
and
conjecture.
Jace.
It
It was
about
for the
winning.
memes.
It
and
was
for the
about
memes.
winning.
It was
So
about
it's
winning.
about-
Arkansas
it's
won.
about
It's Arkansas.
seeing your hope come to life and just sprinkling fucking
Listen,
like.
if Arkansas beat Texas, that'd have been a shame on Texas. There
That
should have
would've
been no
been,
reason that Arkansas had more bikes. Than
That would have
Texas.
been the
Hands down.
multiverse. You watch Marvel?
If anything, I just hope it's. I hope it's a perfect example to people in other parts of the country where you may have another state or cities that are close. You know,
Just make a
Dude,
fun
reach out-
little
yeah,
rival,
reach out.
and then
many-
it turns into
yeah,
a fucking
'cause you may not
amazing
have-
weekend.
It was a stupid.
You may not have people in your own, depending
Drunk
on how
call
small
out.
your city is. You may not have people in your own city, but you have
all it
people
was.
close that want to do the same.
You
thing.
want to know what's really fucking weird about all this, right? Is that now that we've been doing all this, what we've been doing, what you guys have come on, Steve with the Steve with the up north camp out, Craig and the down south camp out. They got to fight it out with how that works. All of us, we've created something really dope where we have this like group of friends that's so nationwide now. We're so stoked to see somebody from a camp out we saw once last year, and we catch up like it's fucking like nothing. You know what I mean? It's just like no skipping the beat. We're just hanging out. We're having a good time. Fucking like that's a weird new thing to me in like all of this.
And I think
You know
what's
what
funny too is probably with all the memes and all the shit talking that we do leading up to these things, people from the outside are like, man, these motherfuckers, they're really trying to like prove something
Dude,
or whatever.
literally on the way here, I'm asking Scott, I'm like, when I'm doing a story, how do I make a picture on top of a picture meme?
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out Instagram.
And he's like explaining,
Dragon's
he's
already
explaining to
got it
me how
figured
it
out.
works. I was like, how does Dragon keep doing a picture on top of a picture, man? It's like, he's like, oh, there's a camera button.
There's a button.
I was
Yeah,
like,
there's a little
I
button
was
for
like,
the
what?
extra-
I was like, I've
But you
been
know
trying
how long
to figure
it
that
took
out
me
for
to learn
months.
that? I had to learn on my own because I was wanting to message Dragon, but I was like,
yeah,
I don't want to
step
seem
it up,
inferior.
man.
I don't want to seem inferior.
Well, here's the deal. We got a YouTube tutorial,
Tutorial,
on how
yeah.
to be fucking dragon here coming out pretty
I
soon.
teach
I was
community
like,
college classes.
well, in
to
Arkansas,
old people
we're out
on how to
doing
use,
men's stuff
Instagram.
out in the wild.
Same
age as
where
Jay,
y'all
so
are just out
not that
memeing.
old.
Banging each other.
Yeah, y'all are making each other. Is it?
That's what y'all do.
That's what
out there?
happens. But no, I mean the shit talking, the
You ever seen him naked?
just like Jace or not
50%.
Jace, Dragon laughing at the Dumb and Dumber post of you and
Oh, dude, that one
when I
made me
posted
laugh
you and
hard.
Jace together.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Little shit like that. But I'm sure like someone on the outside is like, what the fuck's going on with this ride? But that's what gets I think the things motivated. And when people show up and it's just everyone's
Oh, there
laughing,
was
high
people
five.
commenting. They were like,
Well, that's
what
what
the hell
that
is
is
going on
one of the
between
one
Arkansas
things
and
about
Texas?
biker culture that is very
Can't be
it's-
sensitive. You
It's
just
not
gotta-
it's not common. It's not common. You go to Strokers on any given Sunday, right? You go there any given Sunday. Those dudes are taking their life so seriously.
Yeah, they're not
they're-
about busting balls. They don't want to hear you cracking jokes.
Yeah,
on them,
it's
for
like,
sure.
dude, we all wear the same shit and we like it and it's cool, whatever. But we all fuck with each other about it, and it's fun. Like I'm not going home and like fucking slitting my wrist about the shit. You know what I mean? It's just a different, more lighthearted version of being a biker. Is all it is. Like I can't tell you how many weird conversations I've been in where like I pull up to a place like Strokers here in Dallas on my bike, and it's kind of flashy in a sense, not really compared to my old bikes, but whatever. And dudes walk up while I'm sitting there drinking, and I'm like, they're like, bet that bike never rides anywhere. And I'm like, motherfucker, do you even know? Do you even have Instagram, bro? But it's one of those dumb things where it's like, why the fuck does that matter? Like, I'm here partying right now. I'm here drinking a beer. Talk to me first before you make an assumption about my bike or me or any of this shit, and let's find out if we have a common ground. At the end of our conversation, if you can deem it necessary to label me as a fucking poser, then do it
Accordingly, yeah.
Yeah. But to just make that assumption, and that's what I think that a lot of bikers have the problem is like, even in our culture now, even the Dynas, FXRs, performance baggers, we all judge. It's so natural, right? But why not talk? Why not talk first and figure out who the fuck they are, really, and not what they post on social media, or if you never met them before, have no idea of their existence, fucking talk to them. If you're interested in their bike, say, hey, man, I really like your bike, man. What's up, man? Who are you? And let them be the douchebag instead of you being it.
I think the worst of that is Facebook groups. Not even the shit in person, but the Facebook groups. So going back to this Polar Ride, all the people that clowned on it, calling it the Polar Ride and wanted to show up their temperatures and say, it's fucking -6 here. It's 10 degrees here.
Are you fucking riding in it?
Yeah, are you riding in it?
Yeah, I didn't see a single picture of somebody riding. And
Did you
unless
get
it's to their
79
work that was like 10 miles away.
Yeah,
or
did you get
whatever,
79
like-
other motherfuckers to agree 3 months ago or 2 months ago to meet at this date, this time,
Yeah.
and ride? Most of us, you guys included, even though it took you 2 days to do the first leg of it,
Okay.
we all still did.
We had
Well,
shit to do.
Hey,
2
we all
days to do
still, but
3
at
hours.
the end of the day, we all still about 500 miles, realistically. Was it two? What was y'all?
It was from my house, which I'm a little bit south, but if you do center of Dallas to there, it's 205 miles.
Okay, so still 400 miles average, 400 to 500 miles
Yeah.
average. I think I was
Pussies.
530 something. Tony's less than I was, so he's calling me a pussy. I don't know
No,
why.
it's on them pussies.
Oh, but anyways, 400 to 500 miles in what could have been. Oh yeah, we're same
on
team.
us.
Same team. But 400 to 500 miles average in 2 days on unknown weather. Had we accidentally moved it to this weekend, look at the weather out there right now. It's below freezing.
So
Nope.
it's been a much different podcast
Dude.
next week.
Arkansas is 17 degrees this weekend.
It's fucking nuts.
You should move.
How dare us plan
To
the Polar
what
Ride
part of
2 months
Arkansas?
ago on fair weather and call it the Polar Ride? You piece of shit.
Yeah,
So that's another thing.
Cultural appropriation.
So
This Facebook culture,
I
where
feel like in the
same,
Venn diagram of people that are in the Facebook performance bagger group.
don't get Jay
versus-
started.
versus
He's
all-
already
ver-
thinking ape hangers here. Here it
Versus
goes.
all that already commented on RD's drunken post. I'm pretty sure I saw
Which
it,
was
dude.
a little.
Oh, but he was
He
drunk.
should
but
have
at the
done
same time-
that.
but
RD,
it's-
don't fucking
Hey,
But at the same
check
time-
clear with me
but-
before you make a
but
comment.
Artie had the time to actually edit that post. I read it the first time. He fixed the spelling and still left it up there, which is pretty ballsy. No, he went in there, edited it,
But the-
and still left it.
But of the dudes in there, there's the dudes that were in there. First of all, if you're commenting, if you're interacting in that bagger chat, anything other than like, "Hey man, what cables do I need for this?" or just a fucking technical question, if you're in there, just
Bashing.
kill yourself.
Yeah.
First of all, kill yourself because you're interacting on Facebook, and that's pretty
Pretty
much where you
gay.
sort yourself out of my life. Yeah. So first of all, kill yourself, and second of all, if you're one of those fucking numbnut fucking loser idiots posting screenshots of 7 degrees below and all that stuff, first of all, moron, that's not what it is. This Polar Ride was never about, oh, let's see how fucking cold it. Everything we've already said before. But you're the worst of the fucking worst. And please don't ever get on fucking Instagram. And
We're
if
not-
you do
we're not
get on
stupid.
Instagram,
We understand
Put
the
on
te-
your page, I'm a fucking Facebook fucking queer that transferred over just so I know not to accept your friend request when you send it to me.
100%.
Because you're the fucking worst,
No,
dude.
there's
The
no
guy shows
doubt.
up to more than anything. And then another thing about that, as far as the Venn diagram, a lot of you motherfuckers, from what I saw, the guys posting the cringiest of fucking replies. You don't have bikes that are actually up to the standards of being in that fucking page. I've got a Dyna. I'm in there because my friend set it up. Motherfucker, I will go in admin style by proxy and cut all you fucking nerds out. You don't even fucking know. Get the fuck out of here with your fucking street glides.
Yeah, your factory
so many
47s, your
Everybody,
fucking...
if you comment on RD's posts, seriously, take a fucking look at yourself in the mirror, because the majority of you, you're lucky to be even in the fucking group.
Yeah. Anyone that thought that we took this serious, the Polar Ride, calling it the Polar Ride, we thought it was going to be below freezing. We're
Again,
in
that
the
was just,
South.
That was for
that was a
nothing.
catchy name.
That was for naughty to nothing, because none
Honestly,
of those
I'm gonna take it
idiots
serious.
listen.
I had 3 layers
What the
down
podcast?
low. I had 18 layers up top. I
It
still
was
froze.
below
I still
freezing
froze.
on our ride home.
Yeah, I still
my
froze.
ankles were
Still froze.
pretty, because my old
By the
my
way,
wool socks were soaking
I grew
wet.
up in Miami, so
Yeah,
it was
I grew up in
fucking
Georgia, so I was fucking cold.
freezing.
San
Yeah.
Antonio had
it wasn't bad,
66 or
Yeah,
70 when they
fuck San
arrived. Like
Antonio.
Justin and
Assholes.
Robert were talking
Well,
about.
you know.
Man, it was nice when we got home. Like,
No,
fuck
but you know-
guys.
you know what?
Shit on leaving from Cody's. I mean, it was 74 miles, but dude, it was a shit.
No, when we got rain, we
got
hit
rained
49,
onto
when we
the
hit 49,
border,
and we got
like,
rained on all the
hardcore.
way too. Yeah,
All
same
40
rain.
miles.
Like I said before, it was a ride to meet up
With your friends to have a
So
good
honestly,
fucking time.
me, in my opinion, and I've been going all over the country for 20 years, the best dudes.
Yeah, that ride
By
100%.
far, nobody else in the country is doing what is happening here. There's people from other parts of the country that come in and be a part of it, but there is nowhere else in the country doing what's happening.
That ride could have been called anything, and I would have went. Like that was.
I'm glad I put it together.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna set a ride up in summertime. I'm still calling it the Polar Ride just to piss some people off.
Nobody should come in, dude.
It
Calm
should be
down.
called the Polar of Polar Ride.
You came to the last one, so
Yeah, it's fucking out of necessity.
Yeah, you
No,
already
what-
asked when the next one was. It's gonna be Eureka.
Eureka Springs?
Ooh. You ever rode in Northwest Arkansas, or
Dude,
just through it?
Like I will give Arkansas credit where it's due, and y'all have some great riding in Arkansas, 100%.
We're just better. We got better.
Now they
beer,
do the
too.
spring fling up there, man. You guys
We got better women.
That'd be a
Well,
good
the
time.
problem
No,
the
the-
problem is like you have when it comes to fucking events, man. Like this, I've been having this conversation with people that are putting on this Bagger Race League right now. Is there's a lot of people. There's
Can
like
I check out? Can I check out right now?
Yeah, you can
Check out.
Yeah.
go pee, go drain your little fucking worm.
I couldn't
Not-
find it after the Polar Ride.
Is this y'all's pile? This just
That's my.
just
pile.
seeing when the shirts are
Dude.
coming off and where we're at here. I mean,
Dude, don't fuck with me, bro. This will be the
oh,
fucking.
I didn't. Okay, never mind. I see your pile. Okay.
What's it
I
like
got a
drinking
pile and
small,
some whiskey.
small mic, salt,
He
small
would've-
I had 'em
ultras.
would've
mon-
loved to be there
They're like
for
half a beer.
our test out camp out whenever we originally did the.
Hey, you're on a Sportster.
Man,
There's no
That's
weed.
where the
I
shirt
said-
thing came off. Like that's what the original.
Hey, you don't say that.
How many? Wait.
say that.
No, wait. Speaking of this, how many Sportsters were there from Texas? Was just you, or?
I think a dude from Houston showed
Oh,
up.
really?
So there's three
So
Sportsters
we
on
had
it?
we had Dexter from Arkansas, which he
Rides the shit on the
broke.
bike.
Well, he
Wait,
broke.
is
Well,
he
he
the-
does.
Is he the one with the white?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he broke down like 8 times.
Oh, really?
And he's the one that had one of the Shreveport. I don't remember what his
He
name
has
was.
his ignition on the head.
Oh yeah,
where it
dude, he brought
vibrates
me
like a
beer that night.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
But the
good man.
Shreveport guy actually brought him to his
He
garage.
did catch me very very deep into his drunken state. And,
Dexter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And he's a very nice guy, but it was like at some point I was just like, does he have a guardian here? Because he was so fucked up, and he was just like,
So
runs a-
Dexter's one.
he's
runs
like,
a sports
I love
shirt
your
because-
podcast, bro.
The all-white
I've
one.
listened to
Yeah.
12 episodes. Like, there's 180 of them.
But he runs a Sportster because he's a workout dude, right? So it's because he can go out there and like.
So
lift
there's
it
a
in
little
the parking
sport-
lot whenever
no,
he's
there's-
traveling. He
So
just, like,
Dexter's-
throws
There's a
it on his
Sportster
back
group
and,
in our.
Well, yeah, Dexter's one of those guys back home that is new to the group as far as
That's
we
his
go.
first motorcycle road bike.
Yeah,
He's
so,
been a dirt
so
bike
he's
guy.
new to the group as far as we go, and he has been steady.
I just thought he's got
so
fucking
he's been
crazy abs.
steadily. He owned a gym. I mean, he's a stout dude. So he
So he
steadily
sells drugs.
he's steadily been
No, he sells cars. He sells cars.
So he's
Same
been
thing.
same
thing.
thing. So he's steadily been fixing up his bike, but
Just joking.
just
Dexter,
shortly
don't-
What's he got in
before
that fucking,
shortly before we
protein,
came,
bro?
he put
Or
like
that,
$3,500 into his suspension on a
Just before this ride.
2008 Sportster, which is about
A $3,500 bike.
which is
Oh,
about
your 2008 Sportster.
which is about the equivalent to the price of the Sportster.
Do you care?
Are you back there? Are you being a dick? It's all right.
I'm joking.
Whatever. Hey,
Remember my
he's
first
out there.
Sportster?
For
Well,
guys,
here's the deal.
shut up, fuckers. So, for guys back home, we're like, we are proud of him.
You
He
kept
made it,
Sportsters
he rode,
as bikers?
and he would have.
You got Saxon right here as
God
you're
damn
talking
it.
shit. Look at him. Unless this is the
Sorry, Dexter. Not sorry. Like,
No,
I hope
he's-
you do get
he's
some
awesome.
shit because we've all got to go through some shit here and there.
Let's talk about Taylor.
What about him? Oh, the red and black. That okay. So
Taylor's
Taylor's.
his wedding ring because I remember meeting him.
Hey,
First off,
slow down. Slow down.
Am I getting Scott on us?
I mean, I don't think she's gonna be listening, but
Yeah, he lost it pulling off his glove.
he took his glove off on his bike.
Oh no, I already saw on something that he'd already said, "Hey, I got fucked up. I lost.
Yeah.
It is what it is."
But he was the reason that Tony didn't come to Sturgis, by the way.
It was a
Okay.
awkward.
I met Taylor.
Yeah.
I met
The energy
Taylor.
dipped.
I met
So that's
Taylor
why I
at the
didn't make it
bar.
to
Hey, that's
Sturgis.
why Tony didn't make Sturgis.
So
was
I went
Taylor.
on a ride with all the people back home.
All eight
It
of
was an accident. I mean, it's not. Taylor wasn't a bad
This
rider.
conversation isn't for us.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So I got,
Give us the
I got,
details,
I got
Tony.
smoked. I came up to a stop sign.
That he was the one that hit you in the back.
Came up over a hill, and there was a roundabout, and we didn't realize it was coming up. So I came to a sudden stop. Taylor hit his brakes early, probably gained speed, took me out, took out from the seat back, took out the whole bike. So smashed the wheel. I mean, $4,500 set of wheels. Smashed. I mean, destroyed the bike. Fucked me up. Taylor got messed up. It about ripped off his finger. Dexter luckily didn't go down because he was on the right side of me, and he somehow got away from it. I hit a truck in the intersection. But ultimately, we got my bike back together. We got Taylor's bike back together. Taylor made the polar ride. Taylor's really new to all this stuff. So is Evan that came. I mean,
Yeah, all
these
those
are
guys
these are guys that are very new, and not to take away that their commitment, but they came. They came.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
showed
for
up,
sure.
and they're going
Yes,
to be at the camp.
And
out
they've
there.
been following. They've been following. They've
But
been following
here's
the
the deal.
podcast.
They've
They've
been
been
following
following.
us everybody.
I'm talking shit about them because I need to prep them for what is reality.
Oh, if
We're-
they
they'll
if they
handle
come
it.
to the
when
camp,
they come to the camp out,
Yeah,
we're gonna
it's-
party, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna
Yeah,
joke,
no,
and
I'm
I'm
with
gonna
you.
talk shit. And they better fucking step their talk shit up game.
one of
Is that
them.
how you say
I'm
it?
not even talking shit.
Talk
I was
shit
asking
up
about
game,
him.
or
I'm
is
just
it-
trying to clarify the record because I met Taylor at Sandbar, and it was one of those things where he came up to me, and it was late in the night.
He got
and I
a little
was-
drunk. He got a little
Big
drunk.
Trouble wanted me to acknowledge that he just sent me a deposit for a paint job on a helmet. So thank you, Big
Another
Trouble.
one?
Hey, bro. I
Is it
remember the first
is
time I
it is
stole
it
my
a
tax
is it a
return.
present for me?
Remember my first tax return?
Probably
Get a
don't
real job, loser.
have- I probably don't have a full spot
That's
to
what happens
stand
when you get a
in
Fast Life
anymore.
helmet. You get talk shit too. Yeah.
But no, it was one of those things. He came up to me late in the night. I remember going, "Are you Taylor?" And remember going, "You're way more drunk than I am." And we're
Dude,
pretty,
he was
we're
pretty
pretty
toasty.
late into
He's
this.
never been that toasty back home.
And then I saw again. I'm not talking about anything. I thought it was public. I thought I saw something that he lost a.
He probably did. He probably. I think he gave it away to a stripper. I don't know.
Oh,
There's no stripper.
We didn't even go to Larry
Yeah,
Flint.
that was literally there was no. strip.
No, we were going to go to Larry
story.
Flint. When I pulled in, I saw
That
the
was
Larry
the
Flint, the
problem.
Hustler Club across the street, and I was like,
Yeah,
we should hit that up. How did we not hit that
No,
up?
somebody.
There's
it's not
nobody there.
It wasn't
Cody
there.
and them
The
went.
entire night?
No, it's not there. Every strip club lost their license.
Everybody was like, no,
Shriveport's
there,
garbage.
I got a text. There's an underground strip club
There
here.
was
I'm like,
an underground.
who the fuck knows you to text you? There's an underground strip club in goddamn Shreveport. You're not even from here.
The guy at the front of the first bar told us, he was like, dude, I wouldn't fucking go there. He's like, guaranteed somebody's getting shanked.
Somebody at one point said, "Hey, we did hear about an underground black strip club." And I was like,
Why's
"It's
it gotta be
hard
black,
out
bro?
here."
Hey, why's it
for
gotta be
people."
black?
That's what they literally told me, and I was like, "I'm in, dude. I'm in." It's probably not the smartest idea, but I'm
Honestly,
fucking
I
in.
like milk chocolate, like super dark chocolate, not as.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my thing.
Tony
I'm not
prefers
saying it's not
me.
good.
Pregnant
Cody
milk
Walker,
chocolate.
RD, and Steve were all. We walked to Larry Flint's at 3:51, and it was closed just because I couldn't get him on the phone. I was like, "Fucking dude,
Let's go check.
Is that the same time you were FaceTiming us? Trying to get on
learned-
grab chat?
We learned at 6:30 that bar was not there, so I don't know what the fuck you guys were doing.
I don't fucking remember. I still think there was one bar and we didn't
You ever
go
heard
to
of
two
that Hail
different ones.
Mary?
I don't know, but when we made that corner and there was a sandbar, and then we realized there was stuff going on down the street, and I was like, "Whoa, there's stuff going on in the city.
Man.
Everything's cool."
The punch bag thing was pretty cool.
So yeah, as far as like, the recap on Shreveport, it did suck as far as
Oh.
everything being closed and it not being as open.
Hold on, before you
man,
say all that, let's go to let's let Jace tell the listeners his little Waffle House story if they didn't catch his story on.
That's later, but sure.
No, we're already.
I'm gonna go pee.
He's summing it up, and we got.
Well, I'm just saying it sucked on this is just because, dude, I'm there's a good chance I'll forget or I won't get there.
Is Mark on there? Right
As
now?
much as it
Big
sucks,
Trouble?
as much as I wish things weren't, I wish things were better. Everything was open. I wish it would just been like
It is what it is.
adult, Disneyland for adults. The way everybody rallied and the way we took
that
over those
really
2
feels
bars, and dude, it was so fun because I remember, like I said, 351. I was down the street. I'm coming through at 4 o'clock in the morning through the casino, and there's still dudes up, kind of figuring stuff out.
That dude, that Jason guy that was with us, said he was up till 4. He was up $5,500.
Yeah.
At the blackjack table.
That's pretty awesome.
The scene and the group and everybody that was there, everybody on the trip,
Bring some ice.
made it what it like. Dude,
It was a good time because like the casino vibe and all the things, like if that town was alive, that would have been a fucking
there's some dudes that would have
what,
stayed a
first
second
48.
day.
That's what it would have been. It would
Yeah.
have been first 48
Yeah.
basically. That city was fucking dead. And we showed up and we tried to find mischief, and we found it with some fucking random cunt from goddamn Arkansas, and she kicked some bikes over and
Well, that's what I was trying to
Not
say to
even that,
Mark.
but
Mark
man, we
kept
had
telling me to put my
hours
shirt
of
back on.
fun.
I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm like, this place wasn't going to do shit if we weren't in here. They're not going to kick me out.
they weren't gonna do shit. But then at about 10:30, when all the locals showed up, we realized, oh
Nah,
yeah,
still
we're
kept it
just we're young,
Yeah.
we're old. That's what it is. We're old.
There was
Mark
So
did text me the
there's-
next day. His shirts
Dude,
for
we
work.
were.
So
I walked back to the fucking hotel to deal with the fucking bike kicked over situation, and then found some other friends I lost, and came back to the club, and then tried to assess what was taking place in the club, and realized that we wanted Waffle House, and we walked to the front. We talked to a police officer. They said that you don't want to go to the IHOP because it was condemned.
whoop.
so y'all did the next best thing.
So we said, well, how's the IHOP or the Waffle House in this part of town? The Waffle House is fucking 3 miles away. So we said, all right. He's like, go there. We jump in the fucking Uber. We go up there,
The one Uber in the town, apparently.
apparently, and we show up. He drops us off. We walk around the corner of the fucking what is it called? Waffle House. There's a chick standing outside smoking a cigarette, but with a pad like she's taking orders. So I was like, are y'all open?
She was high. She was just writing stuff down.
Drawing symbols, doing little flowers and hearts.
She's
and
just
twirly
scribbling. She's scribbling, dude. I was like, y'all open? Like, yeah, we're taking orders, but our cook is gone. He'll be back later. That's what she said. He'll be back later. Like, the fuck am I supposed to do about my food situation? Like, wait? Like, I've never felt so caring in my life, right? But here's the deal. We joke about Karens, right? Fuck Karens, right? Until you get put in a situation where you're like, I gotta be a fucking Karen on
Yeah.
these bitches, man.
Gotta show my ass here a little bit because this motherfucking establishment should be open
should
to
be
serve
called-
me.
Yeah.
Call 'em the Karen.
So it's closed or it's not serving to where you can sit down and eat meal. Like, I don't want to fucking take Waffle House to go. Like, who the fuck does that? I'll go to somewhere else, right?
It's not the to-go kind of food.
No, it's a eat it
I
there.
want to see you make it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want to see you put that shit on a fucking plate and give it to me. I don't want to fucking
Yeah.
guess.
5 minutes later, it's gonna be garbage. So it's got
You
to
don't
eat
fucking
it there,
Uber Eats Waffle
Eat
House.
it there, or it's fucking done.
So there's a fucking Whataburger down the street, or like 2 buildings over. It's like, fuck them. We're gonna go get this Texas fucking All-Star over here. We walk down there. We're walking, and it's drive-through only because the inside closes at 11. Fuck us. So we go back to the fucking Waffle House and say, look,
By the way, who was all with you at this point?
me, Jacob, and Franz.
Okay.
So
'Cause I never saw it in the video, like you when you're posting little stories.
yeah. So we walked back to the Waffle House and said, look, we fucked up. We're going to deal with your shit. And we want some waffles. Can you get us all stars around the table here? You know what I mean? Next thing you know, we get out there. We start getting in conversations. We're talking about life and fucking. We done figured out 2 business plans. And we're like, you know,
hungry.
You know, the cook still hasn't shown up. We were there like 15 minutes just talking about random shit not related to what was taking place at Waffle House. And it dawned on me as like, we're still waiting and no other car has pulled up in this parking lot since we've been here. So I kept doing the live or just like the stories. Mm-hmm. And then
They were entertaining.
They were fun.
and then the chick walks out and he just gets in a truck and starts smoking. I don't know what she's smoking.
The bad
but
drugs.
It wasn't like holding it this. It was more like when the lighter is above your head, it's not a cigarette.
Yeah. Especially
Nobody
when
lights a cigarette
when
that
it
way.
includes a spoon.
Yeah. So then we're like, oh shit, what is she doing? And then all of a sudden, the other waitress in the bar the Waffle House comes out and goes and sits in the truck with her, and she does it. Whatever that is. And then a fucking like Challenger, this lime green with the fucking sticker at the bottom of the window says like Nocturnal or some shit like that, pulls up and goes, yo, they closed? And we're like, yeah, they're not working. So he goes back in the car, and then he starts talking to the chicks in the car, and they're fucking all smoking together. I'm like, is that where the waffles are? Is it in the car?
Was Jesse Pinkman's car in Breaking Bad?
Jetta.
No,
Cook?
Oh,
So
he had the
Captain
Monte Carlo.
Cook-
yeah, Malibu or whatever. Yeah.
Captain Cook on the back.
Yeah.
was
So
Nocturnal.
we're sitting here. We have an order placed. This lady, I wanted to say the B word. This lady could have at least got us a fucking tea or a Coke or whatever.
Yeah, you were complaining. You said we still haven't even got our fucking iced teas yet.
Just bring me something to console me in my wait for your fucking late you're.
Aren't they all supposed to be trained to be a cook?
I don't know.
how hard is it to fuck cook eggs anyway?
I was like, bro,
open the grill up. let us
there's
do
nobody
it.
here. Like, can we go cook our own shit? Like, that'd be fun.
Fuck
Who gets
yeah.
to cook their own food at Waffle House?
Wake up and see an Instagram story of you fucking just flipping.
Dude,
fucking
we're like throwing eggs on the window and shit, like fucking having a good time. But no,
Covered, smothered, and
man throwing
Smothered,
everything in the
covered
hash
in
browns.
something.
buttered.
dude, it was a fucking shit show. And I was like, why are you bitches fucking following the law for us not coming into your restaurant to sit down and eat? But you're doing drugs in the parking lot. Like, where?
How long do y'all think
Who
y'all
are we
How
now?
long do you think y'all sat there before y'all just said fuck?
30 minutes. It was about 30
Jesus
minutes.
Christ. I would have left long
And then-
for that.
The first time? Or
So Jacob ends up, because I paid for the Uber to get there, so Jacob's like, I'll get the Uber back. And so Jacob pulls up the Uber, same Uber driver shows up.
The
We're
only
like,
one in town.
Bro,
Got it.
it didn't work. We're still hungry. He takes us to Taco Bell. We're in and out like a zip. And I'm like, it sucks because if I would have just had a chance to really look at that Taco Bell menu, I could have really just dived into what I really wanted at Taco Bell. But because I was so rushed
Pissed
by what I
and- yeah.
thought I was going to get from Waffle House, I felt like I had to pick things I really didn't want to eat. You know what I mean? So I'm-
For fear that you might not get anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was fear of not getting food, right? So I was like, that primal instincts of like, I need to eat and survive right now is in place. But I really wanted to get some fucking double deckers, some goddamn chalupas or chalupas.
Cholula.
I wanted to be like, I wanted every fucking taco to be a different taco and be like,
I want one of these.
oh, have you had a chalupa lately, dude?
You wanted to taste
I got the
Mexico.
fucking 3 taco special.
You wanted
the
a
goddamn
cruise of
art show.
Mexico. You wanted a sample.
But y'all got the Waffle House the next day though, right?
No, we had.
I thought y'all.
IHOP.
That's what.
We went to
IHOP.
IHOP.
There's
Y'all
no way.
left the fucking
we had, how many
place.
people do we have? How many people do we have?
9, 10.
I think Cody
And
was the
I
only one
think
that
we had
said he did
12.
not. I think Cody was the only one that said he did not want Waffle House, and everyone else was on board for
Dude,
Waffle
I'm
House.
sitting at the lobby and Saxon's over here like, let's go get Cajun food. I'm like, it's fucking 11 a.m., dude.
It wasn't even. No,
we
y'all
need
pulled out
eggs
before
first.
11
with you.
a.m.
I'm with you.
That's when they all open.
With you.
I'd eat some fried catfish.
No, we just ate the downstairs breakfast, that Smoking Joe's.
Yeah.
it was
It was
garbage. No, it was garbage.
No, everything was okay for me except for the bread.
Except for everything, it was
And the
garbage.
grits.
And I was hungover, so nothing tasted good anyways. I had no voice, couldn't talk.
Well, the crazy thing about that whole night
Water
was like that
sucked.
that
Okay,
bar.
Steve.
Water was
God
garbage.
That bar turned into a club at a certain time, right? So as we were
Yeah,
downstairs,
when we walked in.
we were the first guys down there in the bar, or in the club part of it, and we kind of had the dance floor. But as the night went on, the regulars kind of came in, and then we kind of fucking yin yanged out,
Yeah.
if you will. And so
Yeah, but how many regulars really walked in? I don't feel like it was
a
like
lot.
4
So,
girls.
Was
when
that
I
when I
when I
called
came
everybody?
back, when you
Was it
called
more
me,
than that?
It mixed. Yeah.
when
there
you
was a
called me
bunch.
and I went back to the hotel to see what's up with the bikes, and then I walked back. I went back to find Cody B because Cody B was
At the
like
club?
ready to fight everybody.
You went back to the club after the bikes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
fuck.
There's a time
So-
where I was in there where I was looking around and no friends.
There's a problem.
I was like,
Here's
okay,
the-
who the
we're,
fuck let
we're
me let-
officially the minorities in
Who
here.
let me leave by myself?
You.
Where were you?
Yeah,
I
it was
remember-
It was
I
like
don't re-
12 something, and I walked out.
The last time
apparently.
I remember seeing you was you were at the top throwing ping pong balls down to the second
Oh, that
floor.
was way earlier.
Oh, that was way earlier.
I never saw you.
I was
I didn't-
downstairs for a fucking hot.
If
was
somebody
the-
said,
was
like,
the naked guy on the dance floor.
Scott died.
Mark kept fucking
like,
telling me to put my shirt
Steve
on.
or Scott?
And I would literally put my shirt on for a song, and then look over at Mark and take my shirt back off, and then try to like dodge him the entire time
Yeah.
until I had to put it back on. But then I showed up back at the casino. I think it was 12 or 1 or something like that. Got back there, and that's when Boss told me, like, hey, there was some bikes knocked over. This fucking chick got arrested. And I thought I dreamed. It was the next morning I woke up. I was like, did somebody say something about fucking somebody getting arrested? And I remember walking into my room. I don't know what time it was. And Steve was I stayed with Steve. And I remember I walked into the room, and I looked over at the TV, and he was watching a Britney Spears documentary. And I'm like, what?
That's
in the
probably lit, dude.
Dude, it was right at the shaved
that.
head moment too. Like I'm looking at the thing, I'm like, oh, that's a shaved fucking Britney Spears.
That's the hottest one.
And
We're
I
all
passed the fuck
influencers
out.
now.
And then I woke up, it was like 6 o'clock, and then pulled my phone up, and there was like 3 missed calls from you, like face fucking whatever at 4 o'clock in the morning, and
I was up, man. I was up. I was
fucking
doing things. I was
Jace's
making moves.
Waffle House debacle.
dude. I don't know how.
I took a bath that night.
And then
yeah.
then there was a photo. I woke
No,
up.
no, I took a bath
no,
the
in the
next
morning.
morning.
You did it in
Yeah,
the morning
that's
because we
right.
were down there eating, and then I think it was Jetty. I think you sent the picture to
It's
Jetty or
hard to
something.
last to that
fucking
time of the
bad way to
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually drink in Arkansas, so it's weird.
Not quite.
Yeah. So
Here's the deal.
at
We
one-
have a Big Will Cody.
Yeah,
one
you
point
have
I-
Big Will Cody, which is on our
I
level,
made a swing by Cody Walker's room.
and then there's the rest of you.
I was,
Get a shotgun the beer.
You gotta push that lock up. There's that little lock up there. You gotta push that. There you go.
I don't know how to do this.
It's a fucking knife. You just pop the lock on this.
You're like a
thing.
man, only
No,
smaller.
it's broke.
Well, then just stab it and drink it.
I can't even open
Stop
this
being-
fucking.
There's a lock.
This
There's a
is-
safety switch.
This childproof lock.
Get your
you got.
hand off that part and put it.
Exactly.
Look, the button right there in the middle. No, turn it up. Right there. Lift it up
What the fuck is that?
and then push that out.
Get a real knife, you fucking.
It's a
commie.
fucking
Hey,
Gerber.
dude, don't push towards your fingers. Like, what the fuck?
Now spin it. There you go. Bam.
What I do? Hit the bottom too.
Oh, you gonna shotgun? Are we shotgunning beers right now?
How do you do that? Is that a?
You already cracked the
So I
top.
just drink the top with this fucking exposed metal and cut my lip. Okay, I'm down. I can't. I don't know how
Put
to
your lip
fucking-
near it.
Are we gonna chug the rest of this Jack?
Fuck that Jack.
no.
Hey, that's how that whole night
Hey,
started too, because
hey.
Ben was wanting to get us shots.
Hey,
Is
I
this-
want.
is this- wait. Is this Fast Life Jameson?
No, here's the deal.
No, fast.
The
Oh.
last time I bought a bottle of this fucking Tennessee honey, fucking Steve, sit down, Steve, just like I cracked it open. Is that much liquor
No,
left
you
in
had
it?
this when me and Craig were here. Did you get it for Steve too?
No, I bought another one for Steve
Oh,
because
okay.
I like that shit. So we barely crack it. It's like that. And then like he just takes the whole bottle with him. I'm like, bitch, just stay in the green room, motherfucker. Like, I didn't set this
He
up
didn't
for
even
you.
drink out of it. He just
No,
took it.
he just took it all with him. And then he's like jerking off with it later. It's like, the fuck, man?
Oh my god, dude. I could write a fucking book with
Wrong
half the
beer.
stories with Steve.
Dude. So the Polar ride was a good fucking experience. It really was. Hopefully, what happens at the end of this,
Texas
is it
gets on
more
our
people?
level.
Maybe so more people from your guys'
Yeah, Texas
side
gets
of
on
the town.
Arkansas's level. I understand.
It was awesome. And if you get hung up on
weather,
everything wasn't
the
open,
this
the
or
casino
that,
sucked,
or-
if you get hung up on the little details like this, then dude, you're in the wrong.
We all.
You're,
Hey, I
you're in
pretty
the
much-
wrong area anyways because shit never works out exactly.
Nah, everybody called that place
If you're not
garbage
able to roll with it.
after it was said and done. But
you mean?
at the end of the day, dude, that was actually
It wasn't perfect.
an
Yeah, I'll be
incredible
the
fucking
first
time.
to admit I wish
Smice?
everything, but
Smice?
everything would have
The
been
roads were
open.
garbage. When we went to leave the next morning, we couldn't find a fucking gas station that was open, and we finally found one, and
Dude,
it
that's what
wouldn't
it's
use any
about.
debit
It's a-
cards.
It's a weekend that we'll all have till we die. You know what I mean? Like, it's
So
just-
we were like, this place fucking,
Shreveport's too woke for gas stations, bro.
dude, it was too woke for fucking life.
My buddy.
We got a cup without a hole in it.
So my buddy,
You afford good cups? What the fuck, man?
dude.
That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'm from Arkansas. I know how to.
So-
do
So, my buddy that does truck driving, we actually met up with him. I meet up with this dude all over the country all
Craig?
the time. Not Craig, another dude. He said that what's going on with like these certain towns being super woke and fucking this, that, and the other is like he shows up into a town and the truck stops are shutting down at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. It's like, how the fuck are truck stops supposed to be?
Like trucks are supposed to be off the road by a certain time.
Yeah, like because COVID is more active at night. Like, calm the fuck down, dude.
I think Arkansas was doing that too, where they had their 11 o'clock ban on all bars.
Yeah,
like
they
we
just
have bars
pulled-
that
they
don't
just
stay open
pulled it
until
off.
5 in the morning.
Well, you know, you said you were red, but really, were you?
No, well, they lifted it. They finally lifted it. They said, you know what, fuck
Have
it.
we not been fucking shutting down bars since the day COVID started?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all have.
Yeah.
Y'all have.
We have, yeah.
Y'all
Actually,
have.
there is
Blue
there's
states.
actual
Still shut down.
Y'all's
Blue
tattoos and everything
state.
else shut down just like we did.
tattoos. Yeah, okay, but who does tattoos anymore?
Like a few people.
Blue states.
man.
Few.
I haven't had a tattoo in years.
You're-
I stopped getting tattoos when I had to pay for them.
You're about to get another one here soon. Maybe at the camp out we're gonna throw some down.
Thought we were gonna.
We'll see.
Thought we were gonna do something else at the camp out.
We're not doing that at the camp out. We talked about it in the group.
We're gonna do
Mushrooms.
some wrenching.
We're doing mushrooms. We're not
No,
doing
the
wrenching.
fuck we aren't.
Nah. Did you not see the group message? It
No,
went
no,
down.
I'm just saying we're not doing
Yeah,
any.
the fuck
we're
we
not doing
are.
any shrooms.
We're doing no
shrooms.
wrenching at the camp out, but there may
No,
be.
we're doing
for,
crystal.
We're doing crystal. Yeah.
No, what are you trying to do at the camp out?
No, I was just thinking of a little thing. We're gonna post it up on the Patreon, so I think if those on the
So
Patreon.
this is my only thing, and obviously it's helping what we do here at the podcast. But do you really want to work at the camp out? Because
dude,
the
it's
camp
fun.
out,
You know how many drunken tattoo sessions I've done?
doing
I think it's
something?
more fun.
I don't think we're doing anything.
No,
Man, we're
I'm
not doing anything.
What day are you trying to get there?
gonna be there
When
the
we
whole
get-
fucking time.
No,
Yeah,
like,
and
when
the
we get there.
tattooing thing seriously is not gonna be like every fucking day. I'm bringing enough setup to do X amount of tattoos.
so what he wants to do is to do like a fast life camp out style tattoo.
How much
Like
you
a
gonna-
little
banger.
I think,
little banger.
yeah, it's just gonna be a banger. It's gonna be something a few
What's
minutes.
the what's the cut for you to?
No cut for me. So
no,
here-
no,
here-
the tattoo,
no,
the
listen.
tattoo on my Mercedes.
Here's the deal. He's
No.
gonna give me a new
We're not
exhaust.
No, here's the thing. Me and I sent
Love you,
Jason a
Adam.
message because listen, at the end of the day, I'm new to this whole performance touring, whatever you
Is that
want
what
to
they
call
call
this
it?
scene, because I'm not on a bagger,
even know
so I
what a
can't call
bagger
it
is.
a soft performance bagger.
Soft
You gonna
bagger.
learn today.
Bagger.
But I've been riding motorcycles for long enough, and this is 38 years old. This is the most fun I've had on motorcycles. This past year has been like my best experience
You're
on
welcome.
motorcycles.
You're
100%.
Your best?
Not even
Your
gonna
best?
bullshit. The
Come on,
sport bike
Scott.
days were
Come on,
fun.
Scott. Come on, Scott.
No, dude,
They were
I
fun.
did the
Come on,
sport
Scott.
bike days. They were fun, but they were not what
They're
this
not
is.
what this is.
It's
I've
different.
never felt
It's
that, you know, maybe my position is biased because of my position in the motorcycle industry, but I've never felt more included and more accepted in like just a
It's not
random
even the
group of
included and the
clients.
accepted. I don't have the influence and the followers and all this other shit. Literally just getting on the bike and putting in the miles and just arriving and just working on the bike. I mean, everything that goes with this whole scene. But one thing that I'd like to do, and I mentioned to Jace, I'm a tattooer, and I've done enough fundraisers or things for shops and stuff, is I like to do a little something. I got a bunch of dumb tattoos, but when I look at these small little tattoos that I have, these are the ones that mean the most to me. And if we can come up with like a little, fast life tattoo,
I'm gonna tattoo
we
your
ain't
face.
set a price or nothing, but something to get back to the podcast. Hey, we got a guy with a Rebels Den tattoo. How many Fast Life tattoos you got out there? We got a guy who's got a face
Sorry,
tattoo.
How many
Rebels
people you got that has a Fast Life tattoo that you
On
banned
their-
from Fast Life?
Den. Is he banned now?
He's banned from my property. And he's
Oh,
got
Jesus
a
Christ.
Rebels
He's
Den
got Rebels
tattoo
Den
on
on
his
his
face.
face.
He's a horrible.
We're talking about Craig just because he didn't make the ride.
Yeah, fuck you, Craig.
Yeah, fuck you, Craig.
Craig was like proxy to be our team, right?
Well, he got recruited to your
Hey,
team until he realized a Yankee came and fucking
No,
threw some
honestly,
good
I think
footballs
that's
and
why.
he
I
wanted
think
to-
that's why he backed out of the whole thing. Is when he fucking when he
No, it's
gave
when Tom Brady came to fucking Tampa Bay.
when he gave up on Arkansas and he claimed Texas and he realized he fucked up because there would be no Craig without.
Yeah, but do we
Arkansas.
want to crash in our group? I mean,
Oh,
really?
anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do with the camp out, it's about making
Craig is
a.
with us.
I just want to make some memories. I want to make memories and
Yeah.
things that I can like carry with me.
Look,
Because
as the camp out grows year and year and
things
year,
are going to happen. Things are going to change. and-
Year, you know what I mean? Like it's about when you bring all these
Drink that
different
shit. You got
parts
all
of the.
Fuck that.
Come on, man. Take
I'm
your
not
shirt
drinking no
off.
whiskey this time. Gotta keep my shirt on.
some good whiskey?
So it
Saxon
really
said
is
so.
about trying to get more people out there. And, as our camp out has grown, I found myself having to kind of step back from being drunk Jace and try to be more coherent to where I can talk to people and like.
And if I do tattoos, that will keep me coherent, I think.
Well, it's a weird thing because like a lot of dudes will show up and they're not really a part of this this like more inner circle of what we're doing. Polar Ride, Arkansas, Texas, any of the campouts.
You can be, just don't suck. Show up and don't suck.
All right,
Yeah,
MD.
don't go eat the pizza place next door and eat the fucking Superior Grill that we're all at.
But what happens is they only know me, right? They only know the podcast. They only know that, not necessarily me, but just this right here.
Yeah, the Instagram
Right?
you or whatever.
So they show up and then they need me to usher them into, hey, this is Steve, this is Tony, this is Dragon, this is this stuff you hear about. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to do. And honestly, the camp out wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for like him, like all the dudes, like those dudes on the wall, Dragon, Saxon. Saxon was part of the very first 0.5 camp out before we even put it out there. So if all these dudes didn't come, they help create like a buffer between people experiencing this, because I don't mean to sound like weird, but like I just can't be this guy that you hear on the podcast with everybody that walks up to me at a camp out. You know
well,
what I mean?
I forced
Yeah,
myself.
It's more than just dudes up there. I mean, Jones, Kyle, Trent.
Not Jones.
Yeah, fuck that.
Jones is a great one. But there,
He liked
there's
that
so
Indian.
there's so many dudes that, like you said, but I feel like everybody in our close friend group is like that. That when we're somewhere, somebody approaches them, that they're, oh yeah, dude, absolutely.
We're all ambassadors.
Yeah.
We
Well,
all-
so I forced myself kind of into this group. So I saw you guys in Sturgis, obviously, but I didn't do any riding with you guys. I saw you at the camp out. I would drink, or at the campground. I'd drink,
You got
whatever.
the tip, bro.
I got the tip, and I'll be honest. It wasn't until I got back to Arkansas and followed a few other people and followed Craig and stuff like that. And I think it was I don't remember how far after the camp out it was, or the Sturgis. Craig posted up his picture of his bike. And he was in Little Rock, so he used to keep his bike in Little Rock. And when he would come in town,
Because he's Team Arkansas.
yeah. And so when he would come
You
in
guys
town,
just a storage unit for him.
he would he would literally post up, hey,
Just like
I'm
your
in
women.
Little Rock or whatever. And one random time I was just like, hey man, I saw him posted up. I said, where you at? And he's like, I'm gonna go head here to eat. I think he went to IHOP or some shit. And I said, can I come? Like, can I? I didn't know. I didn't even meet him when he was in Sturgis. I only started following him because he rode back with Justin.
Yeah.
And I started following him because Justin had tagged him. So not even meeting him in
you
Sturgis.
met him at
You
the
know, you know why
anniversary?
Craig is
I met him at
Team
the
Texas?
anniversary.
Because
But I didn't know that
once
was
y'all
him at the
announced the
time.
Polar Ride, you guys tried to go bougie and y'all tried to draft dump truck and somebody else. You used your first round pick, and you let Craig sit there, and I swooped in. I go, well, I think I was the first one to see it. I go, well, fuck, dude,
I
y'all
think
got
the
there.
draft-
Guess what? We're taking Tarpon
No,
Turbo.
no, no, no,
We got him.
The
It's
draft
ours.
round picks started because y'all already had Craig. That's when the talks of the
All
draft.
right. Well, how'd John's draft round pick go?
It went
go
like
back.
shit.
We'll have to look
So-
back.
I think they're all on the
Wait,
injured
wait,
list
I'm
right
gonna-
now.
I'm gonna go ahead and say
I
this.
think we lost them all.
Fuck you, Alex.
The thing about this biker shit, what we do in general,
You
right?
got to be
I
involved.
love
You
it.
got to
have
put
try.
yourself out there. You
You
got to.
You can't be a part of the fucking the chatter and not a part of the fucking walking.
Yeah. You can't freeze
That
up.
shit
You
doesn't-
can't freeze up when you're
At
face
the
to
end of the
face.
day, here this is the biggest thing. At the end of the day, like these campouts, these random rides that we all put on, you guys, everybody. At the end of the day, you get multiple opportunities to be a part of this. If you choose not to because it doesn't convenience, it's not in a convenience to you in your life. I write you off, 100%. Like not, I don't like you. I'm just not.
You're not gonna count
You're
on
not
me.
in
Yeah.
that circle anymore. Straight up, like you gotta understand, like when something looks good to the world, people want to come in and fucking make money off of it. And right now, I think that because of the year of California being shut down because they have a fucking dictatorship over there, this side of the Rockies has really fucking exploded this last year. We've really shown what living and riding motorcycles is all about between Craig's Camp Out, our Camp Out, Sturgis, all these other things. All these things, right? It's made it look good here. Well, everybody wants to be a part of it when there's nothing else going on, but then when everything else starts going on, they don't want to be. They don't want to be part of this.
They want to be
anymore.
part of the small stuff. They want to be part of the big stuff.
Which,
Yeah.
in my opinion, this is the big stuff.
It is. because
this
this
up to us was more.
This
meaningful.
is honestly, this shit right here is what plays out in 10 plus years, right? This shit right here.
this shit.
Don't say the N word.
I didn't. You heard
I had
it,
sex with
you
my
heard
dog.
it
He's not
first.
mic'd up though, so he can say whatever he wants.
Can't
over
say
there.
that in Arkansas. I say chocolate.
Chocolate. But no, so the thing is, like, I want everybody to join this, and I would love if more industry, like, paid attention to what we are all creating here. Because it's small fries. It really is in the big picture. It's small fries to the big thing. We still, Kuryakin is still fucking putting fucking Kuryakin shit hand over
They're
fist
still
on
chroming
everything.
and spiderweb and everything. Or
Yeah, like
whatever
we're
the
not
fuck
gonna
they
be
do.
that, but if we can inspire every one dude we inspire to like do this shit, do this stuff, is kind of the guy in that group of friends that he has that are gonna probably go back and inspire his other friends to do shit. Like it was the Cody B that inspired the East Texas. Maybe I can't say that. Those dudes were all on it, but Cody B was kind of like
When perfect example is the dude from fucking the Down South Camp Out, the Blue Road Glide that
Cody was
talked
catalyst.
he was. Yeah.
that talked the mad shit the entire time and said fuck all this.
Axel?
Yeah, and then literally 2 weeks after the ride, he's T-barred and fucking
Well, that
seated.
the
and,
problem is with that is that sometimes
just
people
got rid
feel
of
the
that bike,
need
too.
to like they need their voice to be heard during like what's wrong with like listening to people who are in a different part of this culture than you talk.
I mean, that's
that-
ev-
I
that's,
mean,
that's
kinda-
every,
that's what we're
every
doing
Pinger
now.
argument on
Right, so
the performance bagger.
You take that camp out, right, where Homeboy was out there trying to shit on everything we were doing. It's like, what is your purpose being here, you know? And then he goes back and does everything he shit on us about.
Yep.
I don't hate this dude. And if he listens to this podcast, I'm sorry, man. I don't hate you, but
He just traded the Road Glide in like this week. I saw it just the other day.
On a
he
what?
follows him. Okay.
I follow him too,
Like
but I
a-
didn't even notice that.
Like a street bulb. Like I think maybe the new street bulb.
At 114.
Yeah, I think it was
Oh,
something.
that
like
was
it. I mean,
that was a fucking
Dumb move.
down move.
Don't quote me, but it was something where
Clearly, he makes bad decisions. Let's just make this point. All right, he makes bad decisions.
Trying to become a bagger fag.
I thought he said he was up on it and he was just trying to downsize. Some stuff happened. Or something.
Hey, life happens.
How
I
do
get
you
it.
downsize in Florida where you get to ride all fucking year? Calm
He's
down.
in South Florida.
Yeah,
like,
like-
Miami, Florida.
Where are you
Get
gonna
a
ride?
car, motherfucker. That's what you need. It's something with an AC unit.
Not supposed to. He makes good money. He works for. He does all the algorithms for the fucking stoplights and shit in town.
Algorithms.
Oh,
That's what he says.
is that what's wrong with
he
Arkansas?
sets all the whatever.
algorithms.
Arkansas. fucking
Algorithms.
talks.
Listen, I had a speech problem growing up. I appreciate it if you
Don't
stop
blame
fucking
it
with
on
me.
that, motherfucker.
You did, dude. Tell us more.
I can't pronounce the words. But no.
Tony's like,
What
I
are you doing, Sex?
I got
He's like,
nothing.
Texas,
I
gonna fuck you,
just
say
went
about
back to seeing
business.
Florida.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm from
Nah,
Team
well,
Georgia anyway.
the thing is, like, I just wish that dudes would.
yeah, we're sitting here representing.
Yeah, we're representing
Arkansas.
Arkansas. We're
Neither
not
one of
even
us
from
are
Arkansas.
from Arkansas.
None of us are from Arkansas.
Where are you from?
Miami.
Miami.
I'm from Georgia.
So you're
I'm
like
from the same.
You know us rep Miami, but they're really from Dallas.
Ma'am.
Vanilla Ice.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah, well, he
ding,
played at the skating rink
ding,
I used to
ding,
go to.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
Rob Van Winkle, son.
Yeah, he used to ride around in North
Yeah,
Dallas.
if y'all don't know, Tony's actually a pretty fantastic speed skater.
You're a speed
All right,
skater.
Should we
oh.
just go back to another conversation?
Man, when he shows up at the skating rink, still, I mean, I'm talking. This was
I saw
a couple months ago.
I saw videos recently of him
Yeah,
with
yeah.
like a white mustache,
Not
like
a
an
couple
old
years
5.0,
ago.
And he showed up to somewhere and people lost their minds.
Oh, Vanilla Ice.
But it looked like a skating rink. I was like, where the fuck are
Probably.
Probably was. Probably fucking Miami.
No, but Tony still skates.
You still skate, bro?
you? ATL.
We all still skate.
son?
I still skate, but I don't skate like Tony skates
How does Tony skate that's different
Dude.
than the way you skate?
because he's on the fucking wheels this big in line and all that. I'm just wearing the fucking Reynolds.
Oh, you got those speed skates? You're
Yeah,
like
he's
that
got-
one dude that's like the rollerblade wheels are at an angle because you're always on a left turn.
Yeah,
You're fucking
all the wheels are
NASCAR
worn
in
in.
that shit?
NASCAR.
100%. Hey, there's a lot of stuff Tony did in his past life.
I want to do a.
You're a fucking liver, dude. I
wanna
love
do
it.
ATL skate.
Just do whatever.
ATL?
Yeah.
We used to go up to the skate rinks in
We're in
Atlanta all the
Florida,
time.
yeah.
We go
Can
there
we-
and then we go
can
to the
we-
varsity.
Dude, can we just show a little love to black good movies of the 2000s? Drumline, ATL.
Never saw
No.
Drumline, but
Snakes on a
ATL,
plane.
I'll go to bat for it.
Come on, man. There's some good. You never saw
Drumline
Drumline?
sucked. Drumline
Drumline was
sucked.
not a good
Dude,
movie.
Drumline sucked.
Dude, I wanted to be black after that. That's
Oh my
how good
God.
it was.
Nick
But
Cannon
I've,
sucked.
man, I may have seen. I may have literally seen Friday.
Did
more
you
than
just
any
like
other
not
movie in
like
my
it after
entire
Nick
life.
Cannon started to date Mariah Carey?
No, it just that movie wasn't. That movie was trash.
Dude, come on.
I-
That movie was. There's a lot of
I-
other
I think
better
I
black
grew up
movies than
playing too much
Drumline.
football.
They had the lawyer from Biker Boys in there.
I think I grew up just playing too much football.
I never
As
wanted to
soon
be
as I was on
black, so
drum,
I
was
watched the
"Oh, this is
Kardashian
that
porno."
band. Yeah, I'll catch this when I'm dead. Yeah, I was. drunk
However,
and
hey,
was still
when I
never
did wake
seen
up though
Bumblebee.
at in Shreveport, the first movie I turned on TV and it was on Encore, and White Man Can't Jump was on.
Oh,
Best
that is a
movie.
good movie. It's a fucking
That
rad
movie reminded me how horrible the '90s was.
Why? It was
Everything
so
they were
epic.
wearing,
You saw
the fucking Wesley Snipes'
wait,
fucking
first
hat,
hold
like-
hold
White
up.
people can
Here's
shoot
the
a
deal.
three-pointer like
You
nobody's
see
business.
Rosie Perez in her prime with
Dude.
a side boob and a
Fucking-
little nipple
She's
in that
fucking
show.
Yeah,
hot.
yeah.
She is fucking
What was-
tits in that movie.
And Woody
What was
Harrelson with
that?
hair. I got it. Yeah,
What was
yeah.
Who cares? Rosie Perez, dude, are you? How old are you? 38. We're same age, right?
We're all the
age.
same age.
We jerked off to the same content, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Content, or
Lamborghini
continent?
Not the
Countach.
we did it on the same continent though.
Lamborghini Countach, hell yeah.
We did it on the same continent. I
Dude,
promise.
Rosie Perez was like hot as fuck, and then I think she was in what was
Super
it?
fucking hot.
She's in
Pineapple Express, and
She's
she
in
was
that
like,
lottery
oh.
movie too with Nicolas Cage. Why don't you just give her all
Well,
the
then you,
money?
Oh,
then you
yeah.
had Jennifer Lopez, a Money Train, and that was fucking hot too.
dude, fat ass.
I don't know, but
Man, in
fucking-
the 90s, I had dial-up porno. I
dude,
wouldn't jerk
fucking
off to
Perez
movies
was
anymore.
the shit.
In the
That was-
90s?
The '90s, we were having to watch scrambled shit.
Dude,
like there was no.
there was no-
downloaded
there was
Late
no
music.
90s,
por-
early 2000s.
Nah, there was
yeah,
taxi
No, no, no.
cab-
There
no,
was
there was-
no porn on the internet.
There was no
in the
internet.
90s.
Unless
No, there
you
was
had the
HBO
patience.
Taxi Cab
Here's the deal.
Confessions.
I've been recommending
yes.
this show. I've been
Yeah,
recommending
porno-
this.
I
We're
had-
jerking off to
I had internet
fucking
in 99.
Victoria's Secrets ads. Like literally anything you can get your hands
Like
on.
AOL Instant Messenger. That was all like 99 and
Hey,
above.
no, it's a bad- No, it was,
Fucking
it was
Jason Penney's,
Aristotle.
fucking some grainy panties.
But it was,
and
oh yeah,
bras.
it took a minute. Don't get it twisted.
No, it took
it
like
did take
12
a minute.
minutes.
It took a
What are you
minute to
talking
load, but I was, you could
There was no
technically
internet.
Load up some porno
I didn't
in
have a computer until
1999.
I was already out of the house. I didn't grow up with a computer
I
in our
don't
house.
remember what year I had a computer. Fuck.
No, I was already out. I was in the military by the
Here's
time
the
I had my
deal.
first computer.
There's a great show on
Oh, yeah.
Netflix. I think
100%.
on YouTube or on Amazon. It's called Middleman. It's a really great show, and I think it's factual. I think it's about the actual way that being able to make purchases online is through porn. Like using your credit card online. It was an algorithm that was created for porn selling nudes, and that has now shaped our world. Amazon, everything, and it's all done. Back in the day, you remember in the 90s, you had what was it? Publishers Clearinghouse, or what was the
Yep.
what was the thing where they would like send you the fucking
For the CDs?
The CDs. What was that?
Columbia House.
Columbia
Columbia
House,
House.
yes.
So they would send you these CDs, and you just like they just hoped. We hope that
10
you
CDs for 99 cents or something.
No,
Like
we
you
hope
have to
you're
buy a
over 18
subscription.
and we
yeah.
can actually
Yeah.
bill you for this.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Nice
So
try,
like
cocksuckers.
that if I
Check marks, all those little
want to say
check marks on the-
say
I had
there's
like 56
factual
CDs
events that
before I
took
turned
place in that
17.
movie, but it's a great movie no matter what. It
I'll have to
really
check
is.
that out, yeah.
Middleman. It's got Owen, not Owen.
Back
Wilson,
when Netflix sent
Luke
you
Wilson.
DVDs.
Blue Wheels, okay.
Yeah.
Netflix still do that?
What?
Or they send you DVDs?
I mean, that's
Yeah,
always
if you're
that.
from fucking Arkansas.
Yeah. You still go to Blockbuster in
Fucking Red
Oregon
Box.
or whatever fucking Midwest Grinders
Still got-
somehow.
still got the Red
Oh, that was you that said there was still a Blockbuster in Oregon.
Probably still a Blockbuster and Waxahachie.
Dude, this clubhouse chat is over already?
Can you explain this clubhouse chat?
Anyone in the events industry, we solve problems for
Oh, that's not mine.
So those problems are still there. Our clients want us to
You got all these colored like fucking squares. Are you gonna fucking beatbox or something?
Well, no.
You want to ad lib some like laughs in there, some applause.
Hit it with the last.
I was gonna do it. a while ago.
You gotta like turn the. You gotta turn the fucking. Hit it with that laugh.
Hey, my voice is already still fucked from this weekend. I usually don't talk this
Are,
time.
on the YouTube, what's the comments looking like?
There's 3 comments. 3 comments.
There's a lot of comments.
Anything that we didn't touch? Because I don't remember.
I like touching.
What do we miss from this past weekend? Because I guess we kind of talked about the cover shot, the cover picture.
We left Dexter.
We did live. So Dexter, he was the Sportster.
Yeah.
So we on our way to this
The-
is back to,
to
the
the
first
restaurant.
this to the restaurant.
Is there anything more important than what they're talking about?
Just filling it in,
Sportsters,
just doing
man.
some little filler. No, but what was funny is though at the one gas station we
Sorry,
were at, the
Dexter
shitty gas
can
station
outride
that had
Chase, so it's cool.
no debit card gas machines, and they were only eight.
Oh, he left his card.
He
right?
left his
had to
debit
go
card.
back.
He had to
Yeah.
go all the way back.
And then his debit card was locked, so he couldn't even check out.
Oh,
so
it
he
was
was stuck there
horrible.
for like 45 minutes.
And then he eventually showed up at the lunch meet by the time we were leaving,
Soaking wet.
soaking wet. Yeah, because he got rained on twice. He had to get rained on going back to get his debit card. Then what else happened?
I don't know. I just
There was a lot of geniuses in the group.
wanna- I
Obviously,
wanna-
a lot of guys that
I
thought
wanna-
about.
I want to gamble
This year, though, like, what do you think now? Like, after we've done this, you've kind of got roped into all this debauchery that we like to do.
Yeah.
And like, how do we do
Capitalize on this?
2021?
Well, I heard that the Fast Life camp out was canceled, so trying to figure
COVID
out
or something along those lines.
something about
Some
fingernails
political-
getting something
too
weird.
many people
I
getting
don't
too
know.
close together, not expecting,
Yeah,
or not
super
respecting
weird how
the
that works.
space.
But
No,
like,
I mean, honestly, I know the skinny tire bagger thing in Daytona. I've heard you talk about it. Listen, Daytona for me, it's always been something me and my dad's done. It's a total shit show. There's no riding. It's literally bar hopping. There's nothing fun in Daytona other than if you just want to drink,
Drinking,
which is
drinking,
basically
drinking,
Streetport. So the skinny tire thing, man, I'm stoked that guys are doing it. The
what I felt, my honest thoughts on that, and this could be a very
controversial.
it could be. They could hate me for it, and you know what?
Controversial.
Just understand it's coming from a good place. The
You're a fan
my
type.
my thoughts on that thing is like it's dope that they're trying to create a.
Y'all talking shit on Daytona? Oh, I'm super triggered.
I think that it's cool that everybody's trying to create something for Daytona, but the people creating for Daytona, I wish they were a part of all the shit that they're marketing to.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, so Steve's the one who initiated it, and I don't think it initiated to
no,
be.
he didn't. He's not the one that initiated it.
Well,
He
no,
bought
him
the
and
bike, and then everybody else like chimed in and wanted to
well,
create
no,
something around
they
it.
called it. Him and Charlie, long time ago, or Charlie had the Road King.
Then why is it a hardcore cycles thing and not a Steve Chamberlain?
Because
Charlie Rock
they
thing?
took over, and then he just let them kind of ride that fucking
So
wave.
vultures is what you're saying.
Exactly. Steven, 100%. Steve and Charlie started talking about doing a biker build off between two guys in one shop as a fun little, let's see what we can create on a budget.
My thing is this: I don't care. I'm stoked that everybody's making the effort to do something, but all these people that want to chime in on the Steve Chamberlains and the Charlie Rocks and whatever, all this culture that's been created about all of us riding bikes and having fun and partying together. Fucking party with us. Ride out to some shit. Be a part of this stuff before you start trying to fucking be a fucking ambassador for events. I don't have any. I don't even know
Yeah.
the dudes at Hardcore Cycles. I don't even think it's Hardcore Cycles. It's like I think Hardcore Cycles makes the event, and that's a completely different entity.
Leroy Jenkins. I don't know.
I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying, like, look,
I think at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, having a big name like that brings more attention to it, and I don't think they initially meant for to take over what they were trying to accomplish with the small or the skinny tire bagger build off or whatever.
what they're doing is they're creating something for Daytona, which is dope, and I support that.
Yeah, 100%.
But what I'm saying, all right, you get this win, but here's the deal: there's a lot of things going on this year. I expect to see you at because you just marketed to a group of people that party together.
Yeah.
Come fucking party with us, or stop fucking marketing to us.
Yeah, if you're gonna do this shit in Daytona, come and do
Yeah.
the camp out, come and do
Come to the camp. Come
be in,
come
better
be,
be in Sturgis.
Show
Be here,
me
be
that
there,
you're
wherever.
a real biker brand.
Ride the bike that you're building and
Yeah,
and show
bring
up.
your bike. I don't give a fuck if you trailer to the camp out.
What
I don't
part
care.
of the country is that?
Ohio,
Oh, they're
Pennsylvania.
never gonna make it to the polar ride. It's too cold.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, they were screenshotting that. They were showing us that that we weren't doing
The
Polaroid.
Polaroid was in Shreveport, fucking Louisiana.
Hey,
let's be honest.
if the Polaroid was this weekend,
If it wasn't
nobody could talk
idiots
shit
that
though.
sucked each other's own dicks,
Polaroid was this weekend. Nobody could be talking shit. I promise you. If it was 1 week late, we apologize.
Let's be honest.
I'm just saying.
We apologize that we didn't make it
The Yankees
on this
couldn't
weekend.
handle it. They definitely couldn't handle it. It's too
But
cold.
to go back to it one more time, we had no fucking clue 3 months ago what the weather was going to be.
Oh yeah.
It was what it was.
I did. I knew it was gonna be a shit show.
I actually said that in that group chat, and Kyle was getting on me. I was like, man, I hope there's fucking rain. I hope it's fucking cold. He's like, shut the fuck up.
I need to talk about that group chat shit.
Well, I'm not
You
starting
love
a
it.
group
You
chat.
love it.
Calm
right?
down.
How many more do we
Everybody calm down with the
That's
group
three.
chats.
I've done 3 group chats.
Dude, it's like every time
And
somebody
one
has
of
a
them was
new
for this
idea,
fucking podcast.
This week.
I got an idea. Group chat. Like, calm down with that shit. Text me. Let's figure this out.
But I want other people in on it.
I'm sick of group
You
chat.
and Justin, y'all are like
It just got
special.
No, it's
Are you in that group chat right now?
No.
Bitching about group chats?
I am.
He's over here texting in a group chat, bitching about group chat.
Dude, I don't
Sax, can you FaceTime Justin real quick? Pull him up.
Put him on the
wanna
podcast.
I just want to
Let me
make
see
fun
if I
of him.
can.
Can we make
get
fun
him
of
on
Justin real quick to his face?
Do y'all even have service up here?
If you're elite.
If you got the
member.
Wi-Fi password, bro.
Yeah, I don't do Wi-Fi. I'm scared of the fucking.
I stabbed a
beds.
guy for this dude. I still don't have the Wi-Fi password, so you probably won't get
I
it
wouldn't
for
call
a
it a
long
stab.
time.
I'd call it a love tap.
Touche.
Touche.
Probably you can't get sound in the laptop.
No, I can get it out of here though.
It's
What time are we at right now?
No, seriously, it's past his
30
bedtime.
minutes?
Dude, it is way past Justin's bedtime.
About
32
30 minutes
minutes.
after I asked you last time.
You can get a hold of his old
Can we
lady.
get
before you a hold
Whataburger
of him.
delivered here?
I could eat.
I mean, it is like
we don't see Chamberlain.
Literally the whole way here, all we've done is fucking eat beef jerky and who's this?
Look at
Let's see. Whoa.
Get out, you fuck!
In bed, dude? You're not even in the fucking Eastern time zone.
Dude. Your chick's not even in bed.
Put this camera on.
Oh my god.
Where's your hat, bro?
Wait.
Dude, are you dyeing your beard again?
You're live, baby. You're live.
This is all talking shit.
Are you watching it? You liar. Show me your TV, bro. Yeah, you just canceled it right before I showed up.
Is he watching Britney? Is he watching Britney Spears?
Is your wife naked?
No, she's with her friend. They're hanging out.
Oh,
Then what are you in
yeah.
the bed for?
Frank. Is his name Daryl?
It's Jermaine.
It's Jermaine. He has a SRT Charger, huh?
This drunk. Hey.
We're having a good time, man.
I still have my voice, so I'm not
Honey
that
whiskey.
drunk. My shirt's still on. Unlike
Yeah.
you. There we go.
Yeah, it's the first time you've been at a party with your shirt off.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
we've been talking shit about you all night, and just wanted to
We want to
tell
know
you.
those hat moves, baby.
Yeah,
Wait. You gotta talk. You gotta handle
gotta
it
hold
with minimal fingertips.
yeah.
Fans about that the other day, like, dude, I get drunk and we think we can dance and we're terrible. But
Hey, Ben thinks we dance good though.
Ben does.
I swear
well,
to God.
Ben's from Australia. They
I
don't
was like,
dance
dude,
over there. They
no.
just rape. They're descendants. They're descendants of the worst criminals of fucking London. So that's how that works over there.
Man.
So anyway,
I can't believe you're in fucking
you working on kickstand blocks or what, bro?
is the machine at least running right now?
Ship today or not?
hey, still waiting on those
Yeah.
risers.
Tony's waiting on those triple trees. Jesus, man. Can't believe you're
Here's the
fucking
deal.
in bed at 9:20.
We get it. We get it. You're fucking old and
Still recovering from the Polaroid.
And
Still trying to warm up.
yeah.
be better if you're at home.
Whatever.
At what 9:30?
Oh, yeah,
It's not even 9:30.
Is
No.
Grey's Anatomy over?
No, true story. I would be in bed.
Dude, drink a beer. Fucking be a man.
I had a big ass margarita, and now I'm watching a movie.
What are you watching? What movie?
Why can't man can't jump?
So you had a margarita by yourself while your wife is out hanging out with other dudes?
Jose the gardener with the Hellcat.
I got a lot on you, Dragon.
Touche,
Shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth.
You still haven't told us what.
Shut your mouth.
You still haven't told us what movie you're watching.
Yeah, what movie you watching?
What movie? What movie?
It says The Mind of Aaron Hernandez. Some shit about
Oh, Netflix. You're all suicidal
You're like
right now.
3 months too late, bro.
Yeah, that shit was
been
old.
on that shit.
You want me to tell you how to
spoiler
end?
alert,
He dies.
he dies.
He dies.
All right, dude. Go make some kickstand blocks. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Wait to hear all the shit talk later.
Jesus Christ.
need
That
to-
didn't look good for
I
Team
need to-
Arkansas.
Arkansas,
I'll go
bro.
ahead- I'll go ahead
Here
and
you go.
admit,
Like,
that didn't look good.
I'm surprised he was up this late.
If anything can prove that somebody's behind the curve, he's watching the Aaron Hernandez documentary.
Is that the
In
football
bed.
player?
Dude, in bed.
Documentary.
That's the football player, dude, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched that shit like
I'm
12
gonna
years
send
ago.
him my HBO Go login. Just
Yeah,
to
like,
keep
dude,
his
just like,
silence.
Oh my God.
hey,
He's
try
like,
and
I got-
keep
he
up.
goes, I got dirt on you.
Justin's like, that shit's all true.
Man, I can't believe he's in bed already.
Well, his
Said he was-
wife
he
ain't.
said he was 33 open orders. Why ain't he even working right now? Shit's in his garage.
He's probably got like a fucking what are those things you put on your kid, like a video thing to watch?
I bet he's working really hard, and I bet he put in a full day's work. I don't know what he saw.
He hit a button on a machine and he goes, "Meh."
Bedtime.
Man, I've never worked so hard. Beep.
I should probably go design new parts. Nope. Let's go watch the Aaron Hernandez story. That's why we love you, dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, if you really
His
want,
beard was looking good though.
yeah, it was, dude. He had the fucking.
He had a few.
I
Hey,
feel like every
grays.
time. I feel like every time I meet him or I FaceTime or whatever, he has like lighting to make his beard glisten, like he's some Blackbeard pirate. But it's like we all know it's fucking Just for Men. But let's just be real.
Or
It's fucking
just,
dark.
Just
it's
for
just
machinists.
Justin for men.
Justin
Justin
Machinist.
for Men.
He has his own
Justice for Mary.
line.
Yeah, my machine is for men.
Oh my God.
We should contact them and like set up with.
He's already
Can
got a fucking
Justin-
sponsorship.
Can Justin be?
The thing that sucks is I thought we'd have
Front
longer
man.
jokes to talk about shit to him, but we're kind of out, right?
Well, we weren't expecting to
He's
see him in
pretty
his
cool.
bed without a shirt
Started to
on.
really bust
we,
his
were expecting,
balls.
we were hoping to see him in the shop working, and
You know, the funny thing is, like in our like group of friends, we haven't heard much from Tarpon Turbo, which is Craig.
He won
apparently
the Super Bowl. He's
we
pretty
had
drunk.
that. He had that.
Well,
V
first-
cut
apparently he has a
Vixen.
girlfriend now,
Yeah,
so he's like
First
he's
of all, he's
woke.
scared. He's scared.
He's got a girlfriend now.
He's scared. He's scared.
We're not gonna see him that much.
he's a football guy now.
You're not gonna do a
he's done.
podcast tomorrow night with another
Tarpon?
podcast.
Turpin.
No, it's So tomorrow night I'm gonna be on somebody else's podcast, the Four for the Road. You ever heard of him?
You've been nervous about that.
No, I haven't. No, not. I've been nervous because
You don't want to introduce yourself.
I'm not talking shit. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm nervous because I'm debating the relevance of bike clubs and what we're doing now. Does that make sense?
Can I go with you?
No, like think about it.
No,
Like,
I want to be. Can
yeah,
I,
but
can I-
you-
can I
what
be
do you
your
want to say it
backup?
right now? Let's talk about it right now.
No,
I'm
Help
down.
me figure it
I'm
out.
down. I'm down.
So what we're
you've
what
been in a
we're
bike club, though.
doing.
I don't think we have anything we can say. because we
What
don't
we've
know.
been doing, what we've been doing now, what we've been doing with this, like the campouts, the fucking polar rides, the events, is kind of like the best bike club to ever be in. And when I say debate,
And if
it's
you
not,
institute a weekly
they're not.
bike night.
It's not like me versus them. It's not that. It's like they're bike club people. Beer.
with obligations and stuff,
Uh,
and we just
They do,
yeah.
They have obligations, and so the debate is going to be based on whether or not. Sorry,
What do you call this? The burp.
Whether or not you have to have a monthly due to fucking
Yeah, like-
ride, like
can you achieve what we've found in our friendships through
without
a bike
putting a label
club?
on it, without putting a label on it.
Without being like like with a whip behind your back saying you have to do this or you have to be this policeman while we do this. You know what I mean? That's the bigger issue. It's not that we can't do this as a bike club. It's that you can't just be you because you represent a bigger entity than you.
I think the bike club stuff goes to those. Try not to piss off whatever, but I think those that are seeking the bike club culture are looking for more because they don't have the time to devote to actually just being their own whatever.
I've got ideas and they're very premature, but they don't come off without pissing people off. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you right now, I did try to do a bike club, it was 2-3 years ago. And I think the thing that
Pimp
turned me off
Daddy riders.
If they
What's
piss
that?
people off, then that's probably
No,
that's
so
probably
it's-
those people's feelings and insecurities coming out. If you want to know the truth.
So
of it.
this was just a local club.
wait
and-
We had 3 hours yet?
But I'll wait till I'm tagged in.
We are?
Go ahead.
Wrap it up, B. I just
Oh,
think-
well, all I'm saying is that, yeah, there it goes. But no, the bike club thing that I was going to be in was it was an LE club / military / whatever. So it was a low key, but they had a clubhouse. They had a bunch of stuff,
Okay, so Iron Order.
basically, but not Iron Order. And I was going to participate in it. Listen, my friends were in it. I had a couple riders that were in it. I wanted to be a part, help them out. They had a clubhouse. They had some money that was going to be spent. And I remember showing up to one of the rides or one of the monthly meetings or whatever. And me and one other person were the only ones on bikes.
I got more.
Hey, but me and one other person were the only one on bikes. And because it was a little chilly and you got patch members getting out of their trucks and their cars, wearing their fucking cuts. They go do this meeting on a table like this, like, you know, whatever. I'm like, how
Happens.
fucking lame is this? Like, this is supposed to be a motorcycle club, and there's more 4 wheels out here in the parking lot than fucking 2 wheels. And that's when I was like, you know what? It's best that I don't do anything. And I had a little, not a prospect, but a hang around patch or some shit they gave me, and I was paying some dues. I think I did 2 or 3.
Pre-prospect.
Huh?
Pre-prospect.
The hang around. What do they call it? So, but you have to pay like your monthly, whatever at that time. I did 3 months of it, and I was like, I'm not fucking giving money to something that you guys aren't. You're the president, you're the vice, and you guys aren't even riding on your bikes. So this ain't a motorcycle club at this time. This is me
I
literally
think
supporting
that
a clubhouse.
I think that like Goldwing Mike actually talked about it pretty well in the last podcast, and I'm gonna do this. It's an analogy towards you looking for good deals on parts to be in a bike club.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this: if you are looking for friends and you want to do a shortcut to go be brothers with somebody, go join a fucking club.
Genius. I never thought about it.
Go join a club. There's many of them. They even do Craigslist ads looking for fucking.
They all got a
looking
Facebook
for
page. They all
looking
got-
for
yeah.
members.
Yep.
But if you want to be respected by somebody and accepted by somebody, you have to put in time, and you have to be
Yourself.
You have to be yourself, and you have to be somebody that it gets accepted through a group. That group. You know what? You might live in Seattle, Washington right now, and you know what? You might be the fucking key to the fucking Anvil guys. You might be the motherfucker that changes our life. But luck would have it, you're not from fucking Dallas, and now you're not here. Therefore, you're stuck being with the Satires, right?
It's a good club. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
it's a damn good club.
My
Big
bad.
fucking
I'm
party.
sorry. It doesn't work that way. It sucks. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, so many people join the powers that be because it's easy to just join them and then be forced into some kind of masculinity. I'm gonna trust that again.
It's masculinity.
Masculinity type role as a biker, rather than just being somebody that's enjoyed to be around.
Yeah, well,
Like,
there's an immediate strength in numbers, and
yeah.
What's that
Like,
sense of
I don't
fucking
have to.
like,
I don't
yeah.
have to. I don't have to
fall
have a
under this-
personality.
I fall into this banner, yeah. So all of a sudden,
I feel
as long
like
as I
there's
don't act
more.
out, I can
There's
do
more
this,
of a
whereas
genuine
be
purpose
responsible
of this
for
whole
yourself.
group finding out who belongs and who doesn't.
It does.
There's a more genuine, like,
And we don't have to
take our
weed them
time.
out. They
There's-
weed themselves out
No,
because
no,
they don't
exactly.
fit.
We don't have to be like, "Hey, dude, you have to fuck out." No,
No, there's
it's-
just
you're
layers of
just-
the term bikers. There's bikers that ride. There's bikers that are in mass
Well,
groups that hang out at
the
bars.
difference
Bikers.
that get
the
dressed
main
up in a
difference
bunch
is
of
this, and I'm
Yeah.
actually working on my
think they're
content
I think
for
it
them
was
all night.
what was what's his name said it was the biggest in Sturgis. He said it was God damn, what's his name? I just forgot his name. The one that just fucked his hand all up and got sucker punched.
Cano.
Yeah, Cano. He said it's the biggest role play. You know, like these motherfuckers dress up on the weekends, and it's the biggest role play in fucking America. These fucking bikers that
Like
work a
cosplay,
9 to 5
yeah.
job, but on the weekends they got all the rings on and their fucking leathers on, and
Well, that's how you get a dragon.
hey,
So straight up.
that's how you fuck a dragon.
No, but my thing is trying to explain to people that look, friends, relationships, whether you're talking about a wife or a man. Wait,
Why,
look,
husband or a man?
have a wife
I'm
or a
trying.
man,
I'm
or
trying to
say
be
man,
like. I'm
wife?
trying to have a good fucking 10 minutes of fucking good content before we shut this off.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Lone Wolf real quick from Sturgis. Shout out to Lone Wolf. Whatever you're doing right now.
I heard about
We
you,
love
buddy.
you.
The
Hope you're
thing
safe.
is,
I hope you're safe.
the thing is about all this is it's about commitment, and at the end of the day, you can join a club that needs members to be a part of their like enforcement club. You know what I mean? And you get to go join and go tell other people they can't do something. So you're really the AOCs of motorcycles. if we're being realistically,
That's a
Or-
good. Hey,
I like
or
it.
shit
I like
like
it. I
or
like it.
shit like that. Where
yeah,
it's
go
a
out there.
meetup, you all like the same stuff. You kind of laugh at the same stuff. You maybe drink the same stuff, and you'd like to go. Smash
This bike
miles
looks a
and
little
see
different in
things.
that lighting.
Yeah, it got
But I mean,
better.
that's what it's all about.
a couple
It's-
bikes that are a little different in that light.
Yeah,
Good.
we got rid of some
Look at
Dynas.
that thing.
That Dyna looks like it
None,
We
grew
update
a
this
different
picture.
swing arm.
none of those dudes have any matching patches or any gay stickers
Yeah.
or anything. But I guarantee you, every one of those dudes would bleed for every other one of the dudes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
all the
100%.
fucking
Hey.
all that.
No, listen,
It applies,
Brother!
it applies across time zones and all that. I mean,
just noticed
It
you're not in that
applies.
photo.
Babe, I'm going to hang out with my
flew-
brothers.
me and Kyle
Lay
both,
off me.
We got crap. We got wrecked into.
Got
How did
crabs.
that
You
Photoshop
both
you,
got
though?
crabs.
In the day and age of
No,
Photoshop.
we flew, that was the year.
This is the
we-
first time
we
I've
both
noticed
flew out to
Jaden's not
Born-
in these photos.
That was the year we flew
Who?
up to California.
Jaden's not
and
in
we
this
went
photo.
to
It's the first
Born
time I've noticed
Free.
it.
But Kyle,
Jaden flew. Here's the deal. This is I
We
don't mean to
paid
cut you
money
off,
in.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the deal. This is the thing about it is that like Jaden and Kyle both had accidents before this trip, so they fucking bought plane tickets and they flew to fucking California and party with us.
That's we had sat through the meetings. We put money into it. I mean, we were in
Yeah.
on the fucking trip.
No, I'm not talking shit. This
We,
is the first
no,
time
no,
I've like.
but we both had accidents leading up to it. Where it was one of those things where fuck, we have to. That was the same trip.
Show up.
Have you
Yeah.
ever
Yeah,
heard of-
that was
have you
the
ever
same
heard
one
of
that were
Photoshop?
Trent.
That's what I just said. I was like, Photoshop. There's a gap between these two.
Well, yeah,
bikes
but
there.
it-
you could be there.
But
we don't Photoshop around here
but
unless
we,
we're putting
we
fucking
do
logos
have
behind
pictures
people's
from
fucking mugshots.
that was on the way out there. Kyle and I did fly out to California, and we stayed for the weekend. Like there are 2 free days. We stayed out there. We went to Born Free, all of us as a group. And then Kyle and I had like an extra 2 day and a half, 2 days in LA where we went to the Comedy Store, saw some shows. I mean, shit. We had stuff
Hey,
that
you ain't gotta
is,
explain. I
is
get it. I'm
probably
just
like the
fucking-
basis
it
of
was
why
me
The
talking
Kyle
most
and I
amazing
are
thing
like,
about it though is
as
like
best friends
as
as
the
we
guy
are
that came
now.
from bike
Like-
clubs, right? Where I literally, as the president of a bike club at one point in time, my biggest job was to get dudes to ride their bikes, right? That was
You have to facilitate.
90% of my job was to inspire these dudes. Here's the deal about bike clubs. If you're single, freshly single especially, you are the most down-ass motherfucker any bike club could ever want because you're fucking horny and you want to fucking live and fucking you want to fucking jerk off testosterone into the fucking ether and just fucking be this guy, this biker, this fucking fucking I got brothers over here. I just met them last week. We're
You want to
brothers.
fight? I want to fight. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's fight. But then you meet a chick at that same night, that same weekend, like, she's the one, bro. I just can't do this anymore.
Megan actually was saying something. And she doesn't think I should be riding as much. And she's kind of got a point. And
The thing is
Later, man.
that like that happens so often. And what happens is when you create a bike club these days, is that you have men that are looking for some kind of purpose in life. And it sucks to say that, but
No, it's
Like,
it's. I
it's
feel it.
truth.
Yeah,
like
100%.
you can go fight a war, you can go be the most successful person in life, but at the end of the day, at some points in our like cross existence, like people are looking for some kind of like what am I doing? Like what makes me want to get up every day? And then when you get other guys that want to do the same thing, as simple as riding a bike for no fucking reason and no fucking obligation on top of that.
Yeah, I'm not paying $200 to ride a month
Yeah.
to ride with you guys. Like,
The you know what
I'd pay
the
$175.
the $200 is easier.
Steak dinner.
Yeah.
fucking
Hey, the
movies.
$200 is easier. The financial gain, the financial
they have the
investment
patch on your back and all
to
that.
be
Yeah.
a part of a friends group is the easy thing. That's one thing that as men in the 30s and 40s or whatever age we are, that's the easy thing. If we could just buy into everything we want in life, oh, I want a better relationship with my wife. It's $200 a month. Fucking sign me up.
Yeah.
If I want to be better friends with my friends and it's just $250 a month, sign me up. We all learn how to fucking work and pay bills.
Yeah.
And so if we can pay a bill to make our life better, that would be easy. We would do that. But making friends, making your relationship with your old lady, you know, that's about really fucking digging deep and being vulnerable and trying shit you're not used to and being available out of your convenience, which is why it's another fucking analogy I will go down.
Getting
Or
out of
another
your comfort
reason.
zone.
If you want to change your life, you have to change your life. You
Yeah.
have to fucking look at the
You
opportunities
gotta
in
work
front of
towards
you.
it. It ain't about the money.
Dude,
It's about the
I
working.
had my life figured out, and then this happened, and then I've adjusted my life accordingly because this is awesome. Straight up. Meeting these people across the country, doing this podcast, doing all this shit, it's changed my life, and that's awesome. 100%. And now you guys are doing it, and we party, and we're close enough that we're like a satellite of each other in the sense that we're anything that Dallas does versus Little Rock does, it's gonna bleed into each other.
Yeah.
So
why we have
we can
Texarkana.
be a part of anything.
Yeah.
Fuck Texarkana
100%.
too, by the way. That place.
Let's make that shit fucking lit, dude.
That shit.
Hey,
not
I'm
me
down.
and
I'm
Craig.
down. It's-
Is
tried
there any
partying there.
strip clubs in Texarkana?
Yes.
It's a shit
And it's
show,
a shit
but
show.
but why not?
But no,
Let's do it.
just like you're
Hello.
saying, it is easy
Next
to buy,
week.
and I think that's today's thing. You and I started tattooing many years ago. I earned my tattoo apprenticeship. I've been tattooing now 12. I've been working in a tattoo shop for 12 years. You've been painting for fucking what, 15? How long?
I don't know, fucking ever.
But you earned the shit. Now people want to just fucking buy into this shit. You know, I want to pay a little bit of money and get my license to be a fucking this or a that or whatever. I don't want to work towards shit. You know, love RD to death, but the fact that he wants to jump into it and do the podcast right off the bat, or you know, it's like you just got to build. There's stages to a lot of things, and you got to work through the fuck. You can't just have the top fucking shelf, whatever.
He's been doing podcasts for a minute. Like I'll
Yeah,
for
but
whatever they were, he has like at least a couple years. He's been like he was doing those before he did the
he did a
MMI
couple
thing.
Yeah, and I know and he's deleted some, so I think he's only at what? He's only got a few out because I know he deletes some of them or whatever. But it goes back to the, you know, when you try to start events up or whatever, if you're not putting in the legwork and just being someone on the outside.
The way I always told people is like, you know what, like a lot of people know me as Jace of what the Fast Life Garage, the Fast Life Garage, right? They the last 5-6 years, they've seen that. I was a follower for fucking 10, 15 years of my life.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
to be at a level where I can lead. 100%. Like if you can't follow people, you can't support people, then you can never put your mind over. You can never absorb what it takes to be a
and
leader.
you can never appreciate.
You know what I mean? And I'm still learning how to be a better leader of my culture, my friends, my world. But straight up, like the thing is like we all see social media and we want to jump and be where they're at. Like I'm at a position in my life. I'm 38 years old. How do you?
We're all
Tony,
38. We're all
We're
38.
38.
We're 82. We're all 82.
We're
all
82
82s.
babies,
Yep.
right? Think about how privileged we are to be skilled in one form or fashion or the other.
To
And
live the life we're
social
living.
media is what it is now.
Yep.
That is called an anomaly. That is called a fucking outlier situation.
Well, I think you
where
said-
we are sitting here being able to capitalize off of something, a platform that peaked at the time that we peaked as our skills.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think you said it in a podcast where we're at that age. We're not, I mean, obviously this stuff was created by people younger than us, but we are at that age where we can understand it and benefit from it and not it be, you know, we're not,
Well, it's this book that I audio
The
read.
future is faster than
No,
you
no,
think.
the
definitely
Outliers, the Malcolm Gladwell.
Yeah.
Definitely have to be an audio.
It sucks
edition.
trying to be fucking philosophical while you're fucking at beer burps, right?
The future's faster than you think. That's also
The thing is like there are certain things in this life that take place that is based on the opportunity around you. Malcolm Gladwell's book, Gladwell.
Blah, blah, blah.
Outliers.
Gladwell,
It's a
yeah.
great book. It's an audio book. I didn't read. I don't do that shit. I listen, and the book is great because it talked about how it outlined great dudes like Bill Gates and these other people that have made great success in life, and talked about, all right, they're great, they're smart, right? But here's the deal: they also had an opportunity for 10 plus years prior to everybody else, which allowed them to be better at something when it became mainstream. They said something in this book that was really fascinating to me. The Beatles played music together every day for 10 hours a day at a strip club in some part of Europe. Every day for fucking a year and a half straight. Every day.
2,000 hours.
2,000 hours, 10,000 hours, is that the thing? They played every day together before they ever made it in the United States, right? And that's kind of the thing. It's like when we talk about like whether it's riding a wheelie or being a painter or whatever profession you have, tattooing, when you do something for so long, you get good at it. You get proficient at it. Maybe not the best, but you get professional at what you do. And so when we look at what's going on with social media right now, it's like you got to think about the fact that social media became this thing, influencers became a thing at the time when some of us had already been doing it for fucking 15 years. And some of us just started today. It's a different algorithm. It doesn't work the same. You know what I mean? Like Tony is a very talented, like Tony knows how to wheelie or do stunts in a way that like some dudes are out there at fucking Texas Hills just doing fucking power wheelies. And this motherfucker comes out doing fucking like
Circles on a Harley, yeah.
dick flips and shit. What's the fucking
I've
thing?
always done dick flips. From
He's a dick flipper. I gotta pee. It's come on my dick.
No, I mean I agree with that. I mean that's what I'm trying to say is like I think a lot of people they see what's going on in today's society or whatever, and they don't understand because of the way social media is. It doesn't show you the timeline that led to why someone's successful. You know what I mean? So when
Which
you
is the way,
or how.
the way
or how.
society is today.
So people
There's
actually
two- there's
think
two
they're
ways.
entitled.
expects
There-
instant
there's a
gratification.
why and then there's
Instant
a how.
gratification. That's a
Yeah.
perfect
There's
example.
there's a why and a how. Some people become instantly successful because of how they became.
And then some people
Then
think they can
there's
just buy their way
why.
into this
Yeah, yeah,
instant
exactly.
success. And it just, when you do these sponsor ads or you just fucking hashtag the shit out of everything, and next thing you know, you just bought a fucking Harley and you just put a few things on it and you got 2,000 followers or 10,000, whatever it is, because you know how to hashtag. You know what I mean? And you're just, you got great
Or you know
photos.
the algorithm.
Yeah, you understand the algorithm.
technology or whatever.
And you got people that are just busting their fucking ass, and they've been at it for fucking 15 years, and and the same thing in tattoo community. I know some great fucking tattooers that barely have a following online, and I'm looking at it like they're getting 50 likes on a fucking tattoo, and I'm like, this motherfucker kills it, literally kills it. It's been tattooing for 20 years, and then you got some
That's all
fucking
Instagram.
jerk off.
That's all internet world.
That's
though.
that insta famous bullshit
Yeah.
where you got some jack off that's just doing garbage, but because they can market this shit just right, or maybe there's something about their physical appearance or whatever, and they just attract a certain type of person. Man, Jace comes in here with a fucking.
Where we at?
I keep asking.
Let's wrap it up.
You want to do some Patreon content?
Maybe Patreon.
It's not for real.
I got 4 more beers. I can.
You're ready to get racist?
Whoa!
Were you saying something important? I don't mean to.
No.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Hey, all I'm saying is that
I heard
there's some people
Patreon, I was
that
like,
try to get
let's do
insta
it,
famous
dude. Let's
super quick, and there's people that have put in the work that don't have the following that deserve
Yeah.
the following, and there's people that know how to hashtag and they know how to market the social media world because they're young and they're whatever. So going back to the RD thing, yeah, he might have done podcasts, but he's what, 25, 26 years old. He hasn't put the 10 years plus the extra whatever years to get wherever. Love him to death, but at the end of the day, he still has a lot to learn. A lot to learn before he gets to a certain platform that he thinks he should be at. but just back it up and be a part of what
Yeah.
what is going on.
It's tough,
Just-
man.
Just
It's tough-
slow
it's
down.
tough
just
to
slow down.
navigate this world,
The
man.
Perfect example is him putting that post out on Performance Bagger. Me and Jace talked about this at whatever. If anyone else that's not even myself, I'm a fucking nobody. But if like you, Kyle, Craig, whatever, put that post up, people would have laughed it off. But because RD, a lot of people don't know him. You know what I mean? And when you put that kind of shit out there, you can't perceive yourself as a. It is what it is.
I think the fact that he didn't delete it,
he didn't delete. He edited it.
proves himself that he
doesn't give a fuck.
Hey,
I said what I said.
Bring your fucking comments
Give me,
on.
and that's why I'm saying I'll always respect the dude. I love him. I'm not talking shit about him, but as sometimes you just got to realize that you can't be at the level that a Jace or a fucking Tony or whoever's at. These motherfuckers. Tony, I've ridden with Tony since 04. Tony's been doing stunts since 04, literally, and
It's a very fine line to try to be influential but honest.
yeah,
It really is.
just gotta keep it real.
It's just
Mic him up over there.
it's very hard to be influential and be who we naturally are, but also think in hindsight, like, okay, if I put this out there, how does it look to the people that don't know who I am or who we are or what we do? And so it's very easy when your whole world is this or that to put out a statement about that world that you live in, but we live in a very, very small bubble of a very, very small bubble. So it's very hard to, you have to be mindful of the fact that, like, you can't just throw that shit out there. Like, yes, I have made memes or I've been a part of memes where I talk shit about ape hangers and performance baggers. It's so hard to say that when you're drunk.
There's no such thing as performance baggers.
And being so, it's like it's something that I have to. Even when I put that out there, when I made a post about ape hangers and
PBs,
PBs.
yeah, PBs. Just call it
PBs, it's something that I have to think about in hindsight. Like, man, like, how is it going to take it? Like, I don't want to scare people away from joining what we do. I don't want them to feel like they're hated because they're not. So it's like it's weird. It's a weird like fluff of a joke.
Yeah.
That most people know I'm joking, but kind of serious. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, man.
But other
like,
people might, like someone like myself, if I was to
Definitely
say the
people
same thing
take
that
it
RD
seriously.
said, if I said that and I'm a nobody, people are going to look at it like, fuck that guy, fuck that event, bunch of cocky, arrogant motherfuckers. Whereas, you know, all he's trying to say is, you should have been here. That's all he's trying to say.
The
But he's-
hardest thing about all
Yeah.
this, though, man, is that, like, no matter what we do, we ride, we do this, we do these polar rides. Here's the deal. Kuryakin sells fucking chrome covers to dudes that ride more miles than all of us. Straight up. They really do. I'll be completely honest with you. They completely do.
Can you put this on paper?
It does. Well, I don't
No, they don't sell chrome. They sell the highway pegs.
They
mounts,
sell
and-
whatever they
yeah.
sell to dudes that are just like they're, you know,
They just ride.
Jetty's dad, Big Jetty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's an awesome dude, but that dude rides a lot with his group,
Mm-hmm.
and they put miles. They don't give a fuck about what we're doing. They don't give a fuck that we have a.
They're not going to switch their
this seat
handlebars
or
out.
that
to be-
handlebar
yeah,
or
they're not
whatever.
gonna-
They don't care. They're fucking living their life, and that's what motorcycles are about. We're this weird fucking stepchild / section of motorcycles where we are trying to use the world, which is social media, to our advantage, or not to our advantage. Like me and Tony both said earlier in this podcast, he's too drunk. He's too quiet now because he's drinking
this
that
water?
whiskey. We're trying to
Hello.
use it to try and inspire people that want to do what we do, right? And anytime you put yourself out there to try and inspire people, you immediately ward off people
Yeah.
because people don't like that. So there's so much.
But I think that comes with like your choice of words, though. When you call everyone pussies,
True,
didn't show up to
that
something,
makes it harder,
It's
but-
going to make it harder than if you just say, "Man, you really missed out on an amazing event." Then you're gonna intrigue curiosity.
there's a way you can word
Yeah.
that to make it better, but
You're going to grab and you know.
100%. I agree with what you say, but at the same time, like I said earlier, my little, again, not my proudest moment, but my little dissertation on everybody that commented on RD's post earlier. If you commented on it, you're probably not doing the
Nah,
shit
you-
that this dude does.
Yeah, you probably got eight
You took
hangers
exception
and-
to it because you're on fucking
Fair.
Facebook.
Fair
because
enough.
you're on the lowest comment. You're in the lowest hanging brand.
Yeah, if you were
Slit
showing up
your
your
wrist.
Like,
temperatures,
you took something, you go, but dude, you missed the
The
entire
problem,
point of
the
his
problem with
fucking-
Facebook
of
is
his
that Facebook
post.
gives people a chance to be a biker without being a biker.
Yes, and it's
well,
the
and then
worst.
also
And
it
like
goes
I
back
said,
to like a text message.
When I
It-
went
you-
through
it's
and I looked-
perceived-
When we go to fucking Strokers and they see our bikes, right? They see your bike. They see they see his colorful helmet or whatever. He don't ride, and they're like,
Oh,
"Fuck
Well, they see
you,
a
man."
helmet, period. Yeah, they see a
Oh,
helmet,
When's the last
period.
time you fucking left this county, faggot?
yeah, exactly.
Got it. First faggot for
Well,
the podcast.
is that the first one?
Well,
That's first one.
You can never worry about that stuff. My thing with the whole RD thing is
He's
like
a gender neutral
those
lover.
dudes that took exception to his comments and chimed in.
It's a different word.
Those are the epitome of the guys that aren't doing anything.
No, they're not doing
More
shit.
than likely, like I said, you saw the old -6. Okay, dude, I get it. If you live in a northern tundra, like where it just sucks, dude,
We
mad.
get it. We get it.
We
Po-
get it.
It's colder further north you go. We got it. Like,
But man, that guy does more stuff, and a lot of those guys.
And
do.
that's-
like I
and-
said, when you start
and-
looking, when you really start, okay,
When you
every
start
guy
dissecting it, this-
every guy
he
that
shows
commented
up.
negatively, and you look at his page and you look at his bike, you're not worth even getting mad about. Like
No.
the negative comments that came his way, it's nothing. It's nothing. You don't.
What's that?
RD's an inspiration on what you should do. Figure out what the
asking
fuck
what's
you
how it
have.
is. It's just-
and
it's
do
natural.
the most of what you have.
Some Patreon shit or what?
I think we should do.
It's
some-
natural.
yeah, we'll do some Patreon. We'll
You
do
guys,
Patreon.
you
real quick.
guys drove all the way down here. You deserve to be.
We'll do whatever.
Dude, say
We're
the
here to
N-word.
party.
Say the
You want-
N-word
you
right
wanna
now.
s-
Patreon. Say the
Patreon.
N-word.
Well, hey, we love everyone. Hey,
Cody, Cody,
Ask them,
say the
hey,
N-word.
what do they want to hear on the Patreon?
Who's
And
left?
I'll give you
How many's
5
left?
minutes.
All
5
right,
minutes.
how
Let me
about
know.
this?
Yeah, tell
How
them to
real
give
do
us
we
some-
want to get?
We'll get real as fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Ask King Tony, the Arkansas.
Be careful what you ask.
Ambassador.
Be careful what you ask
Make
for.
you say the N-word.
Don't put me. That's an easy word.
Bring some more Corona premieres up, dude. Don't be a little bitch.
Yeah, and this, listen, Artie, I know you're listening. This wasn't me bashing you. Simply just, throttle it back a little bit because a lot of people aren't going to understand you and understand the things that you're trying to say and come
Yeah.
across. Just throttle it back, man, because it ain't even worth the bullshit and the hassle trying to prove yourself.
There's a part like we said earlier, like you come home from such an amazing event,
You're amped. You're fucking throttled.
you're-
I'm the same way.
You got so much
100%.
adrenaline going on. You're like so stoked about what just take place and the great times. It's like it's easy to jump on a fucking chat room and tell everybody else, fuck you guys, or if you didn't do this, you're fucking this or that. But the problem is like if I did that on the first camp out we ever hosted, nobody ever show up to the next one. Like, oh yeah, remember I was a pussy last year,
Now,
man.
granted, there's some people from all across the north that are absolutely our best friends and people that we greatly respect.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's guys that have come down. There's guys that will continue to come down to your
sure.
events, to my events, to Craig's events, to Steve's events, to whoever's events.
But literally
Those
couldn't
guys are
make it when it's
amazing.
fucking the roads are iced over. right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, there's a window of opportunity.
And
yeah.
like I said earlier in this fucking podcast, their shit is not going on in other spots. It's not happening.
Well, it's tough for those. I mean, like Steve really had something going on with the
Up north,
Michigan.
Yeah.
He was bringing people, but he was bringing people. Where we at? We good? Is anybody saying anything? I want to keep giving this gold out.
It hasn't been 5 minutes, but I haven't gotten anything.
All right, well, fuck y'all then.
Fuck you, white people.
So when it says concurrent viewers, does that mean actually current?
I don't fucking know. I don't know how to do nerd stuff.
It fluctuates, but
What's it like not knowing how to do your job?
What's the time we're at right now?
340 or some shit.
331.
All right,
It is not.
at
for that.
3:35, we're wrapping this
Yeah.
bitch up, and we're doing some fucking.
But no, I know what you're saying. But yeah, back to there's some folks, you can't call everyone a pussy, but there's some people that literally just couldn't make it.
No, no.
For whatever reason.
There's a lot of people that need to fucking they need a better incentive to try this.
Yeah.
And maybe a hood ride, or not the hood ride, but the polar ride is probably not the best incentive, and neither is the hood ride. I mean, the hood ride is a very different type of ride for most Harley Davidson owners. The polar ride is a very different ride for most fair weather Harley Davidson rollers.
And I think that was the entire objective
It is.
objective
My
of the
man.
Polar
There's
Ride was.
not many people that fucking hate cold weather than I do.
No, listen, no one wants to
fuck
ride
Cody
it.
B
It don't
does not
matter
like it.
if it's 30,
Fucking
40
hate
degrees.
cold weather.
Cody B hates it. James Franz.
Yeah, well,
Not a
luckily-
big fan.
Franz is from it.
Fran-
Oh, Franz.
Yeah, Franz
He
is
was
not a-
born into this.
Yeah, but he's lived down here long enough where Franz is admittedly going, I don't fucking like it anymore.
I was about to say,
I'm
when,
fucking
when,
over
I,
it.
when I left Jones's house the other day, I hadn't been that cold. Ever. The Polar Ride did not compete to the cold I endured on the way home from James's house.
When you,
Oh, when you,
Dang,
yeah.
dude.
It was
Dang.
fucking
you know what's
horrible.
dope though is like you just randomly said like, I'm coming to the bike night in Texas.
No, that's exactly what I did.
That's fucking.
Yeah, it kind of pissed us off because I would have made it. Hey, I would have
How much
100%
fun do we
made it.
have? that
Here
night?
it goes. Here it goes. Here
No,
it goes.
I would have 100. He said it the night before, and I'm like, I already have tattoo appointments lined up. I can't just call everyone and be like, doing a motorcycle ride. Y'all come 2 weeks.
So what
Bro,
happened
you're not
that
a
night
tattoo
when you
artist?
came here and
Literally,
you
I
came to
think
the bike
you
night?
can do that.
So no.
No,
You
I
came to
don't
the
like
bike night.
I don't like shitting on people.
So I hit up.
Wait.
I hit up 3 people.
Wait. Let's do this for the
All right,
Patreon.
let's-
Cancel these motherfuckers out right now. This is
Fuck
Fuck
you,
you
white
live.
people.
Hey, we love everyone.
Adios, mofos.
This
Hey,
was the
follow these nerds.
Polar Ride
Yeah.
recap.
We smoke drugs, bitch.
White
The,
people.
hey, the good drugs,
Whitepeople.com.
not the bad drugs.
Not the
like,
bad
not
drugs.
the Waffle House was doing.
Anybody smoking no Waffle House drugs? Get on my face.
Let's do the good drugs.
Let me get this back in my mouth.
All I got is Keith.
Dude, what happened to Righteous Gemstones?
All right, I'm gonna